So yeah.
1v5
Yeah,
against
hello,
Vitality.
hello, how we
Only
doing?
1v4, my bad. But yeah, indeed. And speaking about your teammates,
Yeah,
you know,
I
we
think
often
we're good.
see
Hello,
Nats
everyone.
making speeches at the beginning of maps,
Good
like
feeling.
try to be the best version of yourselves, etc., etc. I want to know which impact it has on you, and which relationship do you have with your captain?
I wouldn't say. I feel like every speech like has an impact on me.
Am I doing?
Like
Doing
whatever
good,
he
man.
says, because I feel like he has so much
Feeling
experience.
well
in
rested,
certain things,
yeah.
You know, like high pressure situations, and I'm like new to this.
Yeah.
So like
Nice sleep, nice
basically
shower.
Whatever he says, like just like play our game. Like I think that impacts me a lot.
Okay.
Like just focus on our game and not how the enemy plays,
Yeah.
right?
Focus on yourselves, right?
Yeah, and I think my relationship with him, we've been like pretty
Camera
close. I
smaller
would
than
say.
usual.
And like
Nah, it's
he's
fixed,
always
normal,
like
man.
trying to like talk to me, like seeing if I'm okay, and like if I'm playing bad, he'll just always talk to me and make sure I'm okay.
Yeah, that's. I think that we can see it also on stage on camera because you're sitting next to each other. We see that there is a connection, you know.
Yeah.
And my final question is going to be about your opponent, FNATIC. You know, a team with a huge experience, huge stamina and stuff. Are you excited to play against them? And is there maybe a specific player you want to face? Is there anything you want to tell them? The mic is to you.
I mean, I think I'm really excited. I mean, because in Kickoff, they are the only team I lost to.
Yes.
For now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it would be nice to like get my revenge and like qualify for Masters. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think like it would just be nice to like just go against like players like all of them actually, because they've been like in the scene for so long.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just kind of nice to like realize that I'm actually playing against like these people.
Right.
When like a few months ago I was actually just watching them at champs.
Yeah, like players that are known worldwide. You get to
Wenler,
play
mate,
against them
congrats,
and
bro.
maybe also take their spot or your spot in.
Love the
Santiago.
poll
Thank
stuff,
you so much
man.
for joining me, Wayne. Good luck for
Thank you.
today. And let's see now if Team Liquid or FNATIC take the final spot at Master Santiago.
Who do you think wins this? It's like a 60-40, man.
Everyone deserves to be here, but that's also what makes it fun, right?
Problem is, Liquid lose Corrode. They should win Bind. Does Pole get through here? Nah, it doesn't get through here, right? FNATIC ban it.
I think overall from last year, we proved that we can handle the hard moments.
Abyss,
This
they
is
won't
not a
ban
hard
Abyss against
moment for
Liquid.
us.
Honestly, do you want to play them on Abyss or... Dude, Liquid right now, I'm not sure if they're ready for a best of 5, man. I think the more I think about their maps, I'm worried. But they do so good with such little time that maybe they fixed a couple of them. MIBR will be fine later. God, you got more faith than I do. I think they're cooked.
Two historic rivals, one opportunity, and no second chances. In the last EMEA final, Liquid were born to play the lower bracket, and with one game remaining, they're right where they need to be. One round robbed FNATIC, and now they're one breath from oblivion. Overtime may have broken his heart, but not his will.
Mohammed in the YouTube chat, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you doing that, mate. Thank you, thank you. You went to sleep before the Paper X game? Oh, you missed a banger, man. You should try watch the last map at least.
2025 was his year to grind. Now witness redemption. It's purple! Last time was the proof. Now for the punishment. All fire!
Did I see the Gemkin tweet? Yeah, I saw the Gemkin tweet. Not great.
He
I did wonder about it, right? Because their headsets are sponsored, so it's probably they're probably not as noise. I haven't looked into it. Probably not as noise cancelling as like the other regions. What did he tweet? He said he can hear the casters a lot in his headset.
In his battle for his 8th appearance on the global stage.
So yeah, it's probably a sponsor thing, and there's no way that the sponsored headsets that they have block as much sound as the like the helicopter ones that these guys wear. So I imagine there's an insane amount of truth with his tweets for sure.
The only time today he isn't lurking.
So it's always been an issue with esports, but it's normally crowd based. When you can hear the casters, that's when it gets a little rough. That's when you gotta change something up. He deleted it. I think it's on Reddit. You would imagine. That's where I saw it earlier. So. Give me clarification later. Yeah, let me know. Maybe I'm missing some parts of it, but outside POV, after doing events, that's what that's basically what I thought it would be like. Because I did think it once before when I saw the headsets, I was like, that's not the same. Not the same. Whatever's easier for you, man. I'm more likely to read the Twitter one, to be honest. I'm so bad at checking Discord. Wait, didn't he do this last time? We got his spot.
Mini by name, but he'll strike fear into your heart. It's Minibo!
Doobie-doo with the tier 1. Appreciate the 28 months. What do you think about Twitter crying to Leo about the scheduling? I mean, they should change the scheduling, but at the same time, bruh, they got such a banger format. They made a little mistake with the scheduling. It is what it is, man. Just move one of the best of threes across. It's all good. It's not that deep, man. They did so good with this. They did so good with this format.
All right, one more ticket to
What was the
Santiago.
scheduling? They just had 24 maps times 2 on a week, on 2 days, right? That in theory it's like impossible to watch them all. The only thing that's let's see. Wait, what?
They possibly can. FNATIC starting things off with Hero. Yeah, I think to quickly touch on the bans. Obviously, both of them banning their insta-ban throughout this kickoff event so far. No surprises there. I think the first thing that jumps out to me
Yeah, man. Liquid's
so late, given that the last time we saw FNATIC
I don't know, man. I feel this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. Liquid have to win binds. They have to win. I mean, in my mind, they kind of have to win.
I don't know what you think, Bea.
They have to win the other 3. Permaban Haven. Been looking rough on. The good news is Pearl got out of there. FNATIC Permaban Pearl.
And how he's able to snowball from that onto the future. So I actually like that. If you
Might be a 5 map. Yeah, it's all down to those other maps, really. Unless Liquid can fast fix their corrode, but they've been trying to do that for nearly a year now.
For FNATIC, it makes a lot of sense that they want to go with the corrode again. Remember, this is at the end of the day.
Liquid have to 3-0? Nah, I think the only way Liquid can win is a 3-2.
Things have changed.
Again, unless the coaches and Nats have done a masterclass in under 24 hours. Mosquito, thanks so much for the Prime. Appreciate the 4 months, dude. Came in from the YouTube chat to give it. Mad respect.
Whilst FNATIC had a shaky start of kickoff on that map, they've been able to
Didn't Liquid ban Abyss? They got it a lot better. They play a comp that makes sense now.
Throughout this series, that's going to be what helps them punch their ticket to Santiago.
And when we speak about performances that might snowball, Alpha could be one of them. Do not forget some of the crazy,
There's a world they can win Abyss. Yeah.
That he had yesterday on this corrode. So I also think that it is a good testing ground. Also, Abyss being the third one.
In my mind, they kind of had no chance on corrode.
Yes, because I think that most of the players from FNATIC, what we saw against Vitality, they definitely have their number. But
if Liquid want to win corode, it's a double pistol angle.
Seriously, like even last year, they still repeat many of the rounds that we saw in the past to this day, but they still work. And do not forget, even though this is a best of 5 and technically it's the last day of the tournament, it's a final, but it kind of feels weird because it's like there's been a lot of play in between. The time to prepare is close to none.
So these teams have to fight it out. It's an old age classic, man.
That has obviously been a flawless match.
FNATIC Liquid.
So far.
This used to be me v many, man. That was fun. This is what I look forward to. Oh, this is a good idea, dude. This is a good idea.
What do you mean? Why are you not screaming?
Start on defense, then you was gonna get picked first, and they play Sage. Just try get like 10 rounds on defense.
There is a lot to unpack here, and of course,
yeah. It's a good idea, man. It's a really good idea.
To see how this is going to turn out.
Is it solo Brim though?
Speak about stopping power with a Sage, with a Brimstone, and with.
I mean, solo Brim, I guess, if you have the Sage info somewhere.
I want to see how much of that is going to be selfish play for the side
Brim.
of Liquid. I think that they understood that there were a little bit of gaps, that probably the Cypher was just not good enough.
Okay,
so
I got a lot of respect for this. I got a lot of respect. Let's be honest. Corrode, we said it earlier, they were going to lose Corrode. They go for just a one and done comp. Let's see if it's got the one in it. Solo Brim is. Solo Brim is rough, but again, you're going to get so much info cut off from the Sage that it might work. Against inexperienced IGL, I would back it. Against Boaster, I would worry a little bit. But I think this is a good idea. They got to try something.
It is so Team Liquid pilled that Nats is playing an agent for the
Send
first
over
time.
Twitter. Okay, I'll read it. I'll read it after the next match.
Today's Brimstone.
But that's the scary thing about Liquid. We've seen them change their compositions
thank you,
the last 2 days. They haven't been sticking to what we've seen from them. So for a team like
against the KO as well, it's not too bad against the KO. Just play far better. Yeah, I get you.
Forget something that I had highlighted in these past.
Worried about instant knife and having to force the wall early.
Lower bracket run is that Team Liquid love a composition change. They did the exact same thing against Team Heretics when we think back to Kickoff last year. This is what they do. This is quite literally what they do.
Do you think FNATIC ever played against the Sage and Corode? They used it, didn't they? There was a workout redeem? Oh, don't tell me I have to stand up for this.
Santiago, between our teams, FNATIC and Liquid, who's going to start off strong? Let's find out as we're heading into the first map of the series with our casters, Stitch and Tom.
Dude, every time I'm so cozy, man. So cozy.
Both of these teams
stand
have
up.
one hell of a journey here. Liquid bracing.
You guys caring about my health and stuff? I get it.
Falling by a round in the previous final. It really is fair to say either of these teams could have, it could be said they've earned their spot on the international stage, but sadly only one of them will make it there.
Yeah, that is the sad thing about it. These are two teams that are renowned for, at minimum, making it to international events. I think maybe with the changes to Liquid, how much they like switched up their roster, there might have been a few more questions there, but either way, with how they've been playing, expectations are high, and a lot of it is because of these two guys on your screen right now. A man in Nats who started off as, at a point, the world's best
sleep
player,
did I get? Loads of sleep, bro.
Viper, beating
Too much
everybody
sleep.
that came into his path, and the man opposite who many do, or at least should, put as the best IGL in the world. One of them is not making
okay, we got Liquid on defense, we got FNATIC on attack. Boaster, he looks tired. I mean, he's gonna look tired, man. He played a best of 5 yesterday, went all the way, and then has to anti after. Dude, this is nice. Yeah, let's do some TikTok walls, man. Dude, this is Yao coming in saying, can I steal a Corode? Starts off with a nice pistol idea.
FNATIC try to recover this man disadvantage. It's doubled up from Liquid in this corner. So much damage done. The previous came by Camo, but this time we see the numbers equalize.
Yeah, after what was a bit of a worrying start, caught by a surprise, FNATIC have been able to recover. The space taken was massive, and well, a man that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this map.
Yeah, I was going to be gutted if they lose this. Be like 4v5, you had full info. It's a big kill, man, and that's Brim. It's okay.
For the moment, and even taken advantage with
That Cash was incredible yesterday.
He broke 100 kills yesterday.
Yeah,
in the
he was
best
so
of
good
5.
yesterday.
Here, he just needs 2.
Oh, it's not a good plant for him.
That plan's certainly not ideal.
That kind of means they might not think he's there.
Got to get a move on now with the smoke down. Suspects a player in heaven. Great read from the Cash. Goes in to stop this.
Yeah.
Gets 2.
They just didn't think he would be here with the plant.
Sticking it in that moment. Not many players would dive in
Right.
like that, but the Cash built
Yeah, I think they're going to be, gutted, man, because it's a cool idea.
It had to be
It's a good wall, though, right? Headshot angle, same time it blocks off the pathing, so they have to break it.
I'm sure Wayne have been... He's already made a name for himself just in the last game alone. It was a space of a few rounds where he put off 2 of the greatest clutches we've ever seen. But I think we have to sort of caveat this map a little bit. This is one that, I'll be honest, I expected Liquid to ban.
I don't think starting an attack is better with this comp. Nah, you want to try to demoralize them. Like the aim is to get like 10, and then they just so demoralized.
They've completely changed their composition. They've swapped the roles, they've swapped who's playing what, they put Mini Boo on an agent that we've seen.
Losing the pistol kind of means that you ain't getting 10. The goal is to break them mentally, yeah, pretty much. Backstabber with the tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for that.
I can't really see them doing any damage
Appreciate
at all.
You, bro.
That wall sitting there has to be broken first. And they're actually going to go through it together, looking for the fight as 3. It's very hard to find the value here, especially when the pack is split like that. And okay, the stun might make it uncomfortable for a player or 2. Some damage comes in, but 3-man survive.
Yeah, I mean, they keep the main guns.
Yeah, a little bit more cost than maybe they would have liked, but ultimately with pistols available, it's really not the end of the world.
I suppose it's a good time to ask then, Tom, heading into this buy round. Like, obviously, you touched on this map, but with how the veto overall has gone down, where I know we spoke before the game, you said you could sort of see this being like a 3-1 to FNATIC. Are you sticking with that?
Okay, must have been round for Liquid.
Yeah, I think especially the first few maps, I'm a little bit worried because you've got Corrode.
Including, I like how we have to say this now, including pre-partnership.
But it's definitely not definitive. Abyss, I'd say.
I saw that Martin tweet about FNS's kills, just erased half of his time playing, and included a year where he had only played for 2 months, just for the sake of a stat. Criminal behavior.
A little more up in the air, like the aggression again though. Wayne put onto this stage, obviously normally he's been sticking to those smokes, but allows him to be that little bit more
the 20% stat, yeah, dude, that was outrageous.
And with FNATIC putting quite a bit into this round, obviously it is still a bonus.
They're trying to erase us, man. Trying to erase anything before VCT. Dude, what is going on, mate? Wayne is popping everyone.
Yeah, I mean, you started this map out talking about.
What's that? It was something like Martin in 24 hours got 20% of FNS's kills, but then it was like a set date. Essentially, he'd already retired and erased 2 of his years playing.
Already clearly be an annoyance in terms of that wall early on. We've seen it towards A main, but we know that there's plenty more angles. This could come into play. A nice attempt with the flash thrown out, but the number's already too far behind.
Okay, very nice. In 48 hours? Okay, 48 hours.
Coming into round 4, and 1 on the board for Liquid.
Yeah, already just seeing that with this guy, I guess being a little bit.
Let's see the kills at middle here.
Like when you're playing the Sage, you can be more proactive. You can have those aggressive fights and then put slows down to make it awkward for people to swing you. And just giving him the backup to use some of that individual skill, which hey, if the guy can get 3 kills while on 5 HP, imagine what he can do on full HP. A great.
I'm gonna be honest. Minimum 8.
This is where
I need a minimum of 8 here.
They have an ultimate available, although so does Wayne. And we'll see if
unless they got some awesome stuff for attack. They got double duelist, so maybe it's just like a load of set fast strats with the brim double duelist. Okay. Yeah, I've talked myself into 7.
Walking down mid, no presence on A that they fought for with that wall a couple of times now. And they're conditioning their opponents, but Vikash somehow ends up with 2. Purple doing his best to
God,
pull
they're
this
playing
back.
so aggro.
Stuck up close. And Team Liquid needs to make something
Dude, did he
of this
get
aggression
double
they
dog
have.
stun?
Sending Boaster into a clutch. The first already found, but the spike down in the open. A crossfire, but while the smokes come in, Boaster takes his timing. The Nets takes the round.
Hey, 2 in a row, force him down to an eco.
But it's a
pretty
bit
close.
Of a nail-biter.
Well, it seems to be very much within the Liquid wheelhouse. We saw this versus Heretics. I think we saw this versus Vitality as well. Their goal is not to necessarily beat you with their game plan. Their game plan is to stop your game plan. It's get in your face, it's get scrappy, it's fight you before you can get anywhere near what you wanted to achieve. And this round is all about that. They never stop pushing. They're fighting for the spawn towards the end of the round. And while that's sure, it came down to a clutch, but they now get a huge economy advantage. They get to come in
I mean, we've got Outlaw. Outlaw that can one-shot
a
everyone.
few pistols
Bonuses, well, I'd say the bonus to low buy.
Nice exec already.
So okay. Okay, I mean, they got no exec power now. They got to walk through the chokes.
Quick reactions to Camo, got him out of dodge in time. And numbers here should be able to avoid that util coming through. Camo actually, steps back from the stun, but he might not even be
Turns out the
needed.
no duelist pretty hard.
Through that smoke is clearly a death sentence, and the brakes pumped now for FNATIC. The Guardian they have in
Ivy,
play.
thanks so much for the tier 1, man. Appreciate the 33 months. Liquid's chances today. I mean, I personally think they lose both of these. So if they can steal one of them, they're fine. Like, if they can steal one of them, they're probably winning.
They need
but
a way back
I imagine they
in.
lose it,
Crashes
and
has
then
done well to
it's...
find one.
I still
Then
see
you gotta win
Alfie
3.
alive, and I still believe that maybe there's some hope. He's been having unbelievable rounds.
If the coaches
on this
steal a
map.
round
Camo,
here,
you need
like
to be
steal a map
careful with
out of
peaks like that when he's got a
well,
Guardian
if
in
they still
hand.
corrode,
It's
they're
gonna get
insane.
tagged
They're
up by the
geniuses.
Tiger, but I don't know if there's really a world where they push this, and honestly, I don't mind that from Wayne.
No, I think
He's
it's a
been
good
getting
res.
so
Don't
many
want to
kills
lose
that
the round,
res
and
will likely
Incon's
come
like
back online in a few rounds anyway.
pretty low.
And
Oh,
instead, they're going to put the
guys,
pressure
okay.
on. Eventually, they'll seal the deal. It took a res, they baited an ult, but ultimately, it is still Liquid to extend
What's on
and get the
FNATIC?
lead.
Bringing back the
Coming in
Vice.
with the low buy,
Not a
rushing
fan
into that
personally, but
site where, you know, they're denied their initial aggression. They had the stun put down to try to catch Camo, but he gets out.
I think they like it against double duelists, maybe.
I think FNATIC will have a smile on their face coming out of that round, but coming into this one, full royalties for them, rifles and credits put on the line. This should be where they put it on the board. They don't let Liquid run away with things for too long, as the lead was just claimed.
Yeah, I think also Liquid in this map can take those risks because they must almost expect
Man,
to
they're so
lose it.
aggro.
You see
I
it
thought they were
again.
gonna kind of chill
Just
more
an
on this one.
immediate fight forward, constant pressure
If they
being
got a
put
Brims,
on.
they're scared that they just get let out of time.
Hunter's Fury even going to be used, but Purpose flying
Whoa,
ahead of it.
whoa,
Camo is
whoa!
as
This
well.
isn't great from
You're
FNATIC
expected
though.
to flee, fall back, run
nice
for the
kill from
hills when
Alpha in
Hunter's
return.
Fury comes through, but instead they fight forward again. The W key constantly being pressed, and Wayne just isn't stopping, going for more and more. Only one standing in Crashies. As 4 players remain on the other side. The first
that's what
comes
they wanted,
easy,
man.
maybe not. Doesn't even get that one.
It's another round with a lot of people surviving. The money's good.
4-2 for Team Liquid on the map that we had questions about how they'd perform if they could match up to FNATIC. Well, in the first
Ults on this
6
one is a lot of
rounds, or
ults.
as the 6
It's a big buy
ends,
round.
A timeout coming from FNATIC. They won
Yeah,
the
it is.
pistol, the follow-up, and
In the-
nothing really since then.
In the
And Team Liquid
4v3, they
stopped
popped 3
early
ults
aggression.
instantly.
Let's go! He's dead right.
He
in
likes
their
it in your
That's
face
how they're
recently.
playing. Heads up Valorant.
Twice
and
now.
it's different positions every time as you try to slow them with the smoke, or even as they put smokes down, denying you map control. They're invading those smokes on Team Liquid's side on the defense.
Well, yeah, they're good,
flashing
man.
out
I mean,
in
they're
the
good
sky
coaches, man.
And making this such
They
a
keep
difficult
doing this
attack
over and
side
over
to
again
play
with
because,
new,
as you said in one of the rounds,
new
you
rosters.
just cannot play your game here. You are forced to adapt to what Team Liquid are doing, which already gives them a leg up.
Oh yeah, and take a look at like how this match has sort of gone. It has always been a sort of favorable side for FNATIC in those games. They have been the squad that have been able to sort of take those victories.
Are you
over
5
the
foot
line
5?
in
Yeah, I'm the
majority
same
of
height as Mini.
circumstances. And I do think that realistically,
It's worth to use
that's
the
where a lot
ultimate
of
one
people will
eco?
be
Yeah, for
thinking
sure.
that this is going today, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Liquid already. Bear in mind that when you go back to the defensive side they have versus Vitality, the map that they lost, it was this one, 13-8 and 13-5. They only managed 2 defensive rounds. Like, they really struggled on this defensive side. They've got double that already, and they've not played it as a defense.
What's
They
my
played
record
it as
against
an attack.
FNATIC?
Yeah, I mean, that is the
4-3,
key.
I
The
think.
best defense, a good offense, and Liquid putting that to practice on the server. 5 seconds left, the timeout from
I got
FNATIC.
out of there once they got
What's the
Alpha, man.
fix
It's not
be?
worth it.
And this won't be the round we see it.
Sometimes
most
you gotta-
likely. Again, it's gonna
sometimes
be
you gotta
that
quit
low
on
buy.
top.
They did well last time to get some goals out of them, but, well, no pressure on the shoulders of Team Liquid to start. A 5v3. Also, no need to continue this aggression, but they are feeling it, and that could be their downfall. Pride does come before
That's
the
2
fall, and
devastating
a
kills.
big
It's
mistake
2v4
there
at
to
its peak.
continue
And
pushing
it's
the issue.
starting to look like FNATIC are
You
working out
get
that
into
it's going
the
super
mindset
aggro, so they're
of
playing a
W
little,
gaming, and sometimes it's
little
hard
further
to let
back.
go.
Or at least they're
Giving
reacting
guns over.
a little better once they go
Happy to play
aggro.
much further back, but
It's an
Nats
important one. I will say, if Nats
taking
actually
out the
gets,
catch. I'll leave it, he
not that
gets you in
Brim's
the
hard,
clutch again.
but if Nats feels comfy on
Is he
Brim,
gonna
it
go
does
all
give
the
him
way
a lot
around to
more
maybe even
options.
try and
I do
link
worry
up
about
with
his map
something?
a
It was a
little
bait.
bit.
It was a
If
bait
they're not
to
going to
try
play
and get Boaster
like
to look the other
Perma,
way, try and get him to lock
Perma
in on a
Viper.
different position. In the meantime, Nats is right back around this angle once again. Still means there's a chance for Boaster to isolate the fights, though.
That's the main concern. They are just waiting for that plan to come through. Whether it will be orbital strike, I mean, it will be a big commitment to throw in. But the Molly, on the other hand, that's going to block them all from the rotate. Wrap around from Nats, contain that smoke, and suck it through to take Boaster down.
That'll do it. Very
unusual
nice.
strategy. I don't know if he planned for that.
Yeah,
with the gap
I
for
think
the
they're
Molly, or
gonna,
if that was an
I think they're
adjustment,
gonna
but either
stop
way,
going
very
aggro.
well handled. Another
This
round
one was
for
maybe a
Liquid, and
little
yeah, they
too
do
close.
overheat. I can almost understand it. They just called a pause.
Well,
You
the gun,
crush it
yeah, I
like
think
that
he saw the
right
gun.
away. But when you're up against that low buy, continuing the aggression, it's usually a bridge too far. That's crazy.
It's so
I
nice,
genuinely think if we ever introduce agent bans and you're playing up against Miniboo, you ban Neil. You just do it every time.
Yeah.
Like, he's been doing things
Don't talk
all the
about
way
agent
through
bans, they're gonna get an
this
idea.
stage that I saw
Yeah,
a
so
little
gone.
bit. That was what it was.
Where do you push?
I felt like he was going to say something much meaner than that. He's like, no, remember who you are. You're
Where
the
you
nice
push?
guy.
Don't even have one. Don't even have one. Save that for the third. Oh, 5-2. 5-round streak from
Yeah,
Team
now
Liquid
they've done enough aggro.
This
They
is
know
a
that
map you
Fnatic are
almost
going to
give
wait
to
back.
Fnatic and
Probably run out of
Liquid
time.
are
Oh,
giving them
okay, what?
nothing.
Watching Camo walk down
Almost
middle.
gone through the wall there. Alpha's wondering if he was seen. And there's still aggression coming through. This time it will be punished. The slow
he
goes
dodged
in,
it as
the
well.
orbital strike, but there's a gap.
Well.
And these players are safe, able to just about get out. A nice idea by Liquid. This time it doesn't land.
Yeah, I think Alpha's probably one of
The
the
Gurt Lord,
5
thank you so much.
players
It
that
didn't
would've
come
been
up,
quick
man, but
enough
I
to
see
hit
that you did it,
reaction
so I
shot on the
appreciate
guy
you.
flying through the air. Thankfully, Fnatic do have Alpha here. Gives them the advantage, wall placed. Almost as a bit of a bait.
Purple, mate, you got to kill two here somehow.
And he was looking to get rid of it. The
Oh,
aggression on the
that's-
other side is punished, though. The push and pull of Fnatic starting to come into effect, and you look how open
What did we say, 7?
that B site currently is. However,
An unconfident
that's getting
7?
in early enough. He's going to be able to smoke it and slow them down.
This is so good from Alpha. The second his wall got tripped, he walks back. He feels that space should now be that bit more open. And he could be right. If noise
This
was
is kind of what
made,
Liquid are
the
thinking,
knife
right?
goes
Going
through.
aggro
Here's
would
the
then
ult as well.
make
That's
them
such a
chill
good fake. I saw
go
it in
slow.
the cam as Alpha called for this play, but does he expect
Wayne
there to
on
be
this.
another player?
I mean,
They might
Wayne
think
could
Mini
delay
Boo, the one who
quite
was
a
on A
lot.
earlier, is the last man standing on
We're
this
not
side
going
of
to
the
think
map.
he's hit. So he gets a
Steps
freebie.
forward,
He's
that's
got a
20
wall,
strike
and he's
with
got a
kill on the
slow.
other side of the
Oh,
map.
mate,
This
wall
is
it, wall it,
far
wall it.
from over.
Oh, this is dope.
Along with the slow, it's going to cost them
Is 2
so
shooting?
much time.
That's a shame.
Fnatic make it in. The slow buys them space, but they need to stand their ground on this swing, and just about in the nick of
it's
time, the
unlucky.
plan comes in. A recovery on what could have been a disaster for Fnatic, and only Nat stands in the way of their victory now.
It doesn't have any utility to play with, whereas, well, you can see the stars.
Greedy? I
falling
mean, he
from
could
the
isolate a
sky,
1v1, it wasn't
starting
too
to
bad.
align
Just
for
had to win it.
Fnatic as Nats is basically hoping for a mistake, and he's going to get flanked on instead.
He had to,
With the
he had to kind of commit heavier on
Fnatic
site,
will
to be honest.
Gain their third round, a break in the streak of Liquid. And one that still had moments
Alex the
where
Goose.
I feared, especially with Wayne
God's
on
sake,
that
man.
angle. I worried
Dude,
he
Alex,
was
they're
gonna
getting
just
worse and
take
worse,
this whole
man.
thing down.
They used to kind of make sense.
Again, really good work by Alpha to start out taking that pick, and then the read towards that A site. The space taken, even though he got punished for it, they made good use of that.
Let's go, my bro.
And the call to go back to the A site, what wins them that round? The first since the follow-up to the pistol. It's been a big streak from Liquid. And because of that, Fnatic won't be facing an eco anytime soon. Ops still in play. It's for Mini Boo on mid. Fnatic might be giving them an opportunity. The smoke's not going to stay around forever.
It is worth mentioning as well, though, that while this might seem a little bit worrying for Fnatic, their defensive side of this
You can
map
get an answer? It's one of
has
those,
been
man. You need
sublime.
some time to
8 rounds versus
process
mates,
the questions so you can get a good
6-0
answer.
versus Liquid last time, and 10 versus Foot. And with Mini Boo now down, even going to just put utility straight in on towards Wayne.
Yeah,
but
I
he
mean,
has
he's
just
going to be able to
walled
delay this, though.
himself into a corner. You can't
No
get
more
me
slows for
if
Wayne.
I can't get you either.
It's a great smoke, though. Dude, I need him to commit a little more over towards site.
Use this off that was seen just moments ago.
Oh,
Wayne
God.
caught. He's made it just about around that corner. Half his HP gone, little heal, but unfortunately, Nat's going back to fight for the space
it's a
to
nice
deny
moment.
that plan, to at least make it costly on the health bars. He's
Yeah,
lost
I think
his
with these
life,
2
and
rounds, Liquid
immediately
will
the call
time
from
out.
Liquid is to go for the save.
Again, it's like a comp where they should, well, they're trying to get a lot of momentum, they're trying to get like a heavy defense off.
Get the opener, claim all of the
And-
space. Like, even though Wayne is still
Yeah,
safe in
I
the
mean,
corner,
A needs
he
some
can't
help.
do anything while they encroach on the rest of the site.
A needs some
knowing
help,
that
or
they've
it's
already
like we
cleared out Mini
gotta-
Boo. And then Alfie has
we
utility
gotta
to
fight
take
this
away
choke a
any
little
of their
better.
weaponry,
Sage is
and
great
then
at
make it
this.
that if they want to flee, which they do because they don't
Alpha
have a
here,
weapon,
yeah, he did so nice.
they're going to be caught by your thorns. They're gonna
Anonymous
take
Gifter.
damage and then have an
Whose
operator
Twitch
waiting for
name is
anybody
this?
going back.
Anonymous Gifter, thank you so much, man.
Wonderful stuff from Fnatic. Good adaptation from what we saw in some of the earlier rounds. And as I said, if they end this half 6-6, I'm still confident that this is their map.
There's certainly no reason to doubt it, but in the back of my mind, you think about what Liquid have shown us so far. They've had some good ideas when it comes to early set plays. And just with the initial, the Sage walls and so on, we saw that dive through from Camo to attempt to hinder some players and get them hit by the orbital
Nico,
strike.
thanks so much for the
No
tier
doubt
1.
There's plenty more up their
Thanks for the
sleeve.
10 months, man.
And if they can just keep eking out a couple of defensive rounds from this point forward, they'll be pretty happy. 5
Dude,
already
you
on
guys
the board.
you guys are talking about
How
me
far
getting
can
more
they
sleep,
push
man.
it?
Some of you
The
guys with
question
these
that
questions
remains to
need
be
some more
answered,
sleep.
and with their credits dwindling, This round may dictate the answer to that.
Yeah, it's very cool that they have this many set plays on a comp that they literally didn't play the last time they played this map, which was yesterday. So it's clear that Liquid have been working on multiple different comps. Either that or they stayed up all night, which would be a terrible idea, and I don't think they did that.
I hope not.
Would be dedication. I'll give them that, but no, I think this is clearly something they've had in their back pocket. Maybe a slightly riskier comp if the last one didn't work out, which it didn't. But again, FNATIC doing what FNATIC does best. These slow rounds, figuring out the map, looking for openers, giving Kayak opportunities
info over towards... I mean, info over towards B was actually pretty nice here. They double dash, and they see that no one's actually following up the drone, so...
Again, delay. And that's what this
should be an easy call for Boaster here, right?
Let him use those slows.
Maybe Crashes doesn't relay the information too well? I don't know. I feel like this is an easy call for Boaster. Should know there's a 3-person stack here.
It makes it very easy for me.
Yeah, and the wall at 1 minute, I mean, this is just going to give you so much information. They've broken it, so there were players outside. Team Liquid happy to sit down on that control, push up towards B main as well, take that deep information, and from there, FNATIC almost forced to run in the stack. Now, they've only seen one with that suppress.
What's they got?
And no
Saturate on site as well.
To think that it could just be that
18 seconds. Guys, you're playing against a Sage. Oh, my Sage just died of slow.
One guy left on site, let's go in, but there's actually a backup. There's a second player here. Flash pop, Purple still
Jesus, what is that tech?
Dominates the duels, and the
my God, how's your life?
Is for Team Liquid as a result. That third man
Dude, Purple, the flash and then jump over it. The KO tech on a Sky. I'm not even sure I've seen that.
It's just, there was milliseconds in that. Literal milliseconds, him trying to jump out of the way to flash his opponents and then landing both shots.
Do you think it's going to win map 1 here? I still think it's going to be FNATIC, but dude, I love what Liquid are trying.
On the clock here, 8 as he goes for the kills. If he dies there, they still get the point, they still win the round. Like, that is how much of a margin.
Dude, I can't believe he stays alive here. Dodge just the server.
And as you can see, well, he had no choice but to look at your molly, mate. It almost killed him.
Yeah, no, he killed his teammate.
Even if he just cost him an
extra
1 second, molly lands, still can't get the plant. It's a really nice play from Team Liquid, and I think they responded to that info perfectly. Again, that late wall from Wayne, buying so much information, and you have to really commend Liquid for what they've brought to bear here today. As you said, that quick turnaround.
It's a strong double
bait.
This
looks like something that's been rehearsed for a long time.
Strong double bait.
Except for that fight. But the second man there again, it is kind of a bait.
It is literally
they lose
bait.
vision on it, so...
I assume
the dog from far back.
Retreat plan, but that plan wasn't taken. And then you've left Miniboot. The problem is he now
it's unlucky to get nothing
feels
for
like
it.
he needs to get a kill. Otherwise, it's just untraded and you've fallen back. And, well, even if there was a trap in play, if FNATIC avoid it now, they really don't care.
Well, this time they wait outside that wall.
Yeah, he sees the phones early.
Again, last time he broke it, they rotated in pretty quick.
Some slows from you.
So now, they'll let the clock run a little bit, then burst on in, but the quick rotation and mini boost still sees that third player here, and now a danger in this corner. The judge, oh, it's going to be terrifying. The jump shot, oh, it strips Makash of more than half his health. But they're still standing with 3. Purpo looks to change things as they break through this smoke with the flash.
Oh, dude, wait for the flash. Hey, how did these two not get flashed? Didn't go far enough. Oh, Nats has missed his molly. Oh, man. I think, dude, the coach is going to be so gutted with how this is turning out. They actually put a pretty nice idea in, but, like, they're not using their util that well.
I almost feel like Purple should be
just a bit of uncomfort.
Like the way that he's playing this is like, I'm going to flash for myself around a corner and then jump in. Like it is just Phoenix gameplay, but a Sky in disguise.
He's watched far too much Jack Igo bots. I mean, I don't know if he's singing Maroon 5 down there, but I wouldn't be surprised.
It didn't work out this time. Vekash definitely ready.
Flash over the top of the box. Yeah, you do what wait, you honestly do what Vekash does on defense all the time, where he right clicks it over the top.
This was looking pretty damning at 5-2, but as said, FNATIC comfortable on that defense. This is so aggressive from the defensive side, and again, it's walking out. Vapor's running through. It's
there's no way Nuts wins that as well. Dude, 7? Oh man, I'm believing, bro. 7's good. 7's good. They got to have good set strats. Good set strats on this. Problem is, it's going to be going fast set strats into a Vice, but they can split. We're believing? Oh, we're definitely believing. They did a really good job on this. This is a bit of coach impact right here, for sure. Surprised they changed their comp in such a small amount of time, but it's such a good thing.
Now, step into your zone.
This is actually something like that I wanted like 100 Thieves to do against NRG yesterday. Pistol's huge here? Yeah, Pistol is huge. What do I think of Vekash so far? He's doing really good, man. Getting better and better every time we watch him. Why are teams leaning away from Viper on Corrodes? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I guess it's just because double duelist maybe takes priority. Don't have a good answer for that. Actually, I'm not too sure. Maybe it doesn't get enough value on attack. You're alright though, people have been moving away from it.
Surprise performance from Team Liquid in the first half of Corrode, leading 7-5. And Tom, a whole lot of ideas brought to that defensive side around attack.
Paper X is here. Hello, hello.
To see
congrats,
if
boys. Congrats.
On the attack, or,
I was going to say
that same energy.
I do think FNATIC will expect those aggressive plays a little bit more.
I watch your games, you watch our games.
Would probably have better setups for it as well on their defensive side.
Possibly.
So I think this is where it definitely gets a bit.
The wall's not been as valuable as it has on other maps at the moment. I think. Oh, you talk about the Viper still. Yeah.
So
especially on attack.
That was a good first half.
There's been a couple of games where teams have melted against the wall, but
this comp has been far more impressive, more exciting than anything else we've seen from them on this map. So if there was ever a time to believe that they could steal Corrode away, the one that's I feel like meant to be the surefire win for FNATIC, this might be the comp to do it.
Well, 2 rounds between them. The pistol could put FNATIC on equal footing or send Liquid flying into the lead early on in this best of 5. And on the map, I think most people expected FNATIC to have a fairly easy time, but it's been anything but.
Boaster retires and you could get any active IGL. Who would you try and get? I mean, it's one on the server that you would try and get in terms of Nats. But I think you would throw Boaster the bag and tell him not to retire.
From the perspective of FNATIC, but as we can see, there's something else cooking here from Liquid. And although Boaster's getting suspicious, he will be the only one on that side of the map when 5 players come bursting through the gates.
Porsche Fury on double smokes. We had won 48 games in a row, man, so I decided it's time to play the game on hard mode.
To try and maybe just hold on to some of the space. That would be a bigger issue. If they lose full control of everything, it's going to be tough. Vekash has already just gone through and managed to get himself one for free. That's Nats out. He's the exact guy you'd want in a post plan. And in the meantime, Liquid have got aggressive. They've taken full control of the spawn and even swinging back in. Boaster not quite prepared for Miniboo to be that aggressive in the last 2, only just getting into position.
Well, nice shots from Crashies.
The big shot from Kama.
Still 2 more to go. Miniboo up
Dude,
top.
really nice. 1-1 on the pistols.
Closes this round. Liquid.
Mate, I mean, this is
8-5. With a pistol already under the belt of FNATIC. Again, you know, if this was the second pistol for Liquid, you'd go, that kind of explains the scoreline. But they've looked better when it comes to rifle rounds. This is very worrying.
There were moments. But again, I do feel like it's almost going to get to a point where
what is this Liquid comp? One and done, I think.
You're watching Miniboo play Neon.
Just trying to work out if it can get its one.
You just got to put him on every single map. Like, he just runs around and fries people while they're trying to
the right
set up things. Like, he's the most disruptive player I think I've ever seen play this game.
Nice.
Well, let's just say
might be good for more. I mean, it might be. The only reason that the solo smokes might work is because of the Sage.
So unless they do a fake and run all the way back, which they're not doing, I think this is just going to be 5 players trying to die to the spike.
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance.
Yeah, I mean, this could be very nice from Liquid. What I was going to say, what are they going to try and prioritize here?
This is the chance to build up major economy have already got the one pistol in the form of the Bandit in play. So for
Looks
FNATIC
like a
to
Sage
actually
res.
do
Might be
damage
pretty
to
good.
the
Sage res
two
is
picks,
kind of nice on attack. You can
playing
just do
back
this
in with these
Sage wall over
classics,
towards
that's
middle.
not gonna be very easy.
See over the
Alpha's
top of
at
the
least got
smoke and then
Bandit.
just
He'll go
res if
first.
it's 1-for-1.
And he will go, indeed, straight out of the round. And Bonchon's getting anything out of this one.
That's
Just completely ignore the dash.
He completely ignores Kayak diving over the top because he knows that. Okay.
Yeah, some damage gained.
This really shouldn't be very costly, lads. This should have been a nice, clean one. This should have been very easy. You've just lost yourself 3 players.
Yeah, and the 2 best rifles push one,
Yeah,
right?
that was a couple of SMGs gone. Okay, it's not the end of the world, but 1 rifle goes with it. And yeah, that is as good as that ever could have gone when you gamble on the wrong side of the map.
Just a good example of an anti-eco. Not really. They're 5-person. If they walk into a 5-person stack, you're not saying
he was
that.
tucked in the spawn. Look at this.
It's got an element of luck.
There should have been no damage from this point forward. Kayak gets a lot done, but then.
Yeah. The thing about Crashy is
Kayak not been as
he can just
impactful
do
as
things
last
that
year.
nobody
I give him
else
some
can.
time
Like
on.
yesterday,
He had a
playing
slow
on the
start
stage,
last year as
and
well.
I was watching him stream as well. It was really weird.
Yeah, right? I don't know how he did that.
Crashy's insta getting the Odin.
Quantum computing, I believe. I'll have to have a chat with him after. Figure that one out. Pick his brain. 9-5. Round 15 sees Liquid pick up the pace straight in towards this A site, but they're falling flat as they go running through that choke point. There's only 3 left. 2 losses. Damage done to
Yeah, I
Wayne.
mean, I
It's
think
almost taking him out
they
of the
got a
round.
split with this comp, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's the heal at least. He's also got some coming in from Sky, so back to reasonably decent health, but man advantage doubled up on. Too soon.
Taking their time.
Oh.
Ooh, almost. They do have to be a little bit careful, but Nats has now gone on the other side. Wayne, he's a little bit healthier. Also has res. I don't think he's getting out of here alive. Well, Crashes make sure.
Don't consider a rest.
3 players standing.
He did a little bit of damage at the end.
For FNATIC. Well, yeah, I think we've just witnessed maybe a small piece of what Liquid are going to be attempting. That was so quick on their way into the site, but
I mean, they've got to be
FNATIC
quick.
did very well to deal with it.
Brim double duelist.
Fights. I think there's no reason for Liquid to come into that underestimating their ability in those duels. This time it didn't land. Miniboo lights him up and just, misses probably 6-7 shots in a row. That's what happens. But he did a lot of damage, and I think the potential is there when it comes to the buy rounds that Liquid are about to pull out. A res there as well, so even if they stumble early, they can pull players back in. They have to contend with Crashies on this big old gun. You know, if you can't beat him, join him. And he's doing a good job at least to start. See if he can have that same impact over mid that Brock did. Way back in chat.
And they get out. Oh, you got a lot of heals on this team. You're kind of right with this.
Madness. And with Purpo and the Sage, Purpo can get healed back up, and then he can heal the other player.
Yeah, let's talk about money a little bit.
I don't
1,
think that's
2.
something that they thought about too
And then
much
5
when playing
here.
it, but that's got to be infuriating for both.
They want to keep the momentum going. This is the round for Liquid.
Just run through
They can kind of just chill. I need Wayne to bait though.
Nice,
dude.
Just waiting on the other side.
Yeah, they can just keep waiting.
Still
The person that pushes has to kill like 3, and you have to hope it's a Sage.
Be waiting for someone to eventually peek him. I don't think they're going to. Surprised he's not yawning.
There could be a chance to pull this back. 100 Fury's still there, but Crashies has to secure his back, and it's this pick. Oh no! That could decide everything well. Decision made.
There's not enough pressure for Crashies. That's the thing. He needs to be on match point, or he needs to be like 5 maps in.
Probably just wants to save this weapon for the next. Good thing he's got his wall behind him.
Dude, what a big round this is. What a big round this is.
I
like this from Liquid, by the way. Just dueling a lot.
Dominant round like this, how they get there.
Like, why not?
This is a terrifying thought experiment, really, when you expand that to bind, where Liquid will, I think, without a doubt, be more comfortable than this, but I can't even visualize what that would look like. They look so at home here on Corrode.
I don't know. I think if you watch the last 2 maps of Bind they play, you can imagine it.
Actually,
we watched Miniboo fight people in the spawn.
Last map was insane. They almost lost that round. Wait, did they lose that round where he fought in the spawn? Yeah.
Nonetheless, seeing that pace. But
I mean, that timeout.
Like Liquid going
Alpha's going to start getting annoyed that he's not getting any action, man. I think they'll time out and you'll see him start over towards A, or they time out just to try and make Liquid start considering that the Vice might be at A, and then he stays B. I think no matter what, a timeout's good.
He was 31 and 21. He basically was the reason they won. I think he was the only.
What's the issue right now? From FNATIC here? I mean, they just fight individual.
I'd rather go and fight the 4 on 8.
They fight individual against the Sage Rush.
If that is something that Liquid have genuinely thought about, I don't hate it.
I can see Crash. He's
no
not
timeout.
With that
No timeout forced by.
I'm not happy with it.
Yeah, this is what we thought we would see. Selfish. I would prefer him. I would prefer him to not do it himself so that he can res someone, but creates pressure like they're fighting over towards middle and they can bust over towards side. Good trade. Ah, mini boom, mate. You did so good, bro.
Should be for Team Liquid, but Crashies, he reveals his hand. He's shown them that he's here, and the dog spotting him has ended the round. A res just to double down. Liquid knowing how important it is to crush FNATIC's economy and to find themselves that 11th, the home stretch.
Jump shot, pop flash.
He's made it out at least.
Very, very nice. Dude, they got an eco. And no timeout came in as well, so it's like now they have to timeout, they're on an eco anyway.
When did they put him there? Because it is genuinely just bombard that elbow side. Just
yeah, dude, I feel sorry for Alpha. They're never hitting him.
And also,
just avoiding him right now.
Like if it ain't broke, don't fix
and he's got the best agent for what they're doing.
Keep running it down until they stop us. Keep doing it again and again and again. And then these
Team Liquid with prep time.
I swear he's playing Phoenix.
It's like, what prep time?
Every time to go for these aggro
they had less than
the difficult part about this
less than 24 hours.
Just all in on that A play now. You've just called a timeout. The problem has been A.
Maybe it's actually around 24 hours.
Certainly hasn't been B outside of the pistol. So then you come to this conclusion of your Team Liquid of, hey, they're taking a moment. What do you think?
Well, you're going to see Alpha move over towards A. And then now does Liquid just spam B?
It's either some defensive or aggressive stance on that side of the map.
But then it becomes the mind games. Because if you're no, but it's not even that. If you're
like what you're saying, man, if they steal this map, the coaches just deserve so much praise.
And so then maybe you change nothing. It just
Slipshot with a tier 1. Appreciate the 37 months.
I want to see Liquid go A again. I think that's because realistically, if it goes wrong, you go, they counted us. Now we try one of our other strats. If they don't stack it up and you still win, it's hilarious. But well, we now get to see where the games have landed.
We're chilling out a bit. I think this is good though. Like they know they're up against the eco. I don't want to see them group like they did last time. They can also just like feel out by the vices also to know where to hit.
So it actually doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
I think MIBR wins today. Nah, I think they lose today.
But the fact that Liquid likely to hit
yesterday looked pretty rough, man.
Whatever was discussed,
at least they're going to be more used to the style that NRG like to play. Yeah, this is better, Wayne. This is better. Get some other people up here so you can res them.
They're playing passive early to see, as you said, what their opponents are doing. Are they going aggro? Are they taking space? Are they trying to trap us somewhere? But the fact is, FNATIC actually aren't doing too much different.
The Skydog? Nah.
What I would almost like to see Liquid do here is break that wall. Is get some of that information out of Alpha's hands if you want to drag the rotate. And you can see they're clearly expecting some sort of a reaction early around mid, containing that space with Wayne's wall. But then around the A side, nobody in main this time. A completely different round from Liquid.
Because they know that the weak site is where Vice is.
Coming through connector and set, assuming that
dude, Alpha's not going to see anyone in this half other than retaking.
Instead, FNATIC have played back. That still didn't stop Kayak from going down to the spam, but here's the bookie. A chance, an opportunity, perhaps.
Whoa. Oh my god, he's owned them.
Just dove past Vikash, took Boaster from behind, and now this round is done.
Well, Alpha, you're here again, mate. Dude, this was cool, Chad. This was cool. We go over towards middle. Seekers goes out. 1 goes over towards B, 2 goes over towards A. They follow the 2 because they know the weak side's going to have the Vice, and it's like the one agent that wrecks them.
Hell, some FNATIC fans might not have tuned in.
Nothing else can stop Mini Boo from just sliding on him.
We're going to win the first with ease. Well, the shoe's on the other foot here.
Yeah, and a
dude, look how excited he is.
Go into those first vetoes and go for your strengths.
They're so close to stealing the map that they I don't know. I would have given them 90%. Unless, well, obviously we saw the agent change, so you give them more. But if they hadn't changed up their agents, you would have given them like 10% on this map. They have like a 17% win rate on this map. They've only ever won it once. First time they played it, I think.
The Liquid played versus one of the strongest that FNATIC play, and it is looking like the opposite right now. Liquid in form, and their opponents.
God, they dodged him again, bro. He's moved over towards A, and they're hitting B. Yeah, I might just have to accept this one and see how many ults they can get out of them. Yeah, they're finally going to go B, and Alpha's just sitting on A.
Now they've committed so much already, and Liquid have won when they forced the issue. My God! Purpo used himself as a Sky Flash, got Camo the kill, 1 away now from Convergence Path, by the way. The spike is holding deep into spawn, which I'm not a fan of that. Purpo, go back the other way. You're 45 HP, you madman. But if you give Camo the plant here, hell, or if he goes and gets a pick, I suppose.
Damn, dude. Oh my God, they're in such an insane spot. If Camo gets a kill, he gets his ult.
Got the advantage.
Well, they've avoided.
And the heal on Camo.
The one time.
Holy, bro.
They avoided Alfia again, and now the Nats
No way, they did this, man. They did this and they actually stomped them as well. This is such a coach diff, I can't even explain it.
They've had their Alpha radar available the entire time. Does he have anything to keep them in their map choice, to stop them going 0-1? In this series, there's a second.
Dude, Alpha's so pissed. He's so pissed that they never go over towards his site. Man, they avoided Alpha every single round. Dude, masterclass. It's a masterclass.
Well, this has completely turned the tide of how
That's so smart, man.
this series to go.
Give the coaches more money. That's sick.
Early on with a dominant display. Now, well, the world is their oyster. Time to go down to the stage where we've got ourselves a little halftime check-in with Purpo.
Congratulations, Purpo, for this first map. We saw a very aggressive comp from you guys on Corrode, and you cooked with that Sky. So I was wondering, you know, is the secret to beating FNATIC just running at them and throwing flashes? And is that your plan for map 2 as well?
I mean, honestly, we just knew that we are going to lose Corrode, so we just decided to run it down this morning, so that's it.
Run it down and ending up winning. Congratulations and good luck for map 2. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
FNATIC can bounce back
It's
on
as
map
simple
2
as
after a
that.
short break.
That's actually all of the effort that the coaches put in. Just said run it down. No
I
theory.
want from us for this game. I was watching the game yesterday, and every time they struggle, I see the poster face nothing fully cooked. I want to see today even worse. I want to see how Nafik run them down, and this guy thinks why he plays Valorant. I want to see his face, so Nafik he thinks that I don't even know why I started that. Let him Nafik forget about 5 years he played the game, so he will remember that day. Okay?
Oh, that's so sick. Oh my God, that's almost sadistic, man. That's awesome.
Women will want.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Dude, the replay guys did him dirty with that. With the replay of Boaster's face as well. Damn, that was savage. Okay. Dude, sick map, man. I wasn't expecting this. We got an awesome best of 5 in our hands here. Okay, we'll be back in a little bit.
Red Bull gives you wings.
another change in your comp in this lower bracket. How do you decide when it's the right time to take this risk and whether they'll pay off? I mean, you take these risks when you know they have a better world than us, so we had to cook something that we thought it'll be more towards our strengths. I think it worked out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. When it does, we are a genius. When it doesn't, you are dumb. So today, I think we are a genius.
We are a genius, yeah.
All right, some wise words from Lohan there. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not. Can I say that word?
60% of the time, right? It works every time.
It worked this time, and this is when it matters because I'm in this lower bracket. But most importantly, before we even break down this map, this composition, how everything went, that Nat speech felt personal, Kakuka.
Is Nats the ultimate villain? Because we've been talking about his speeches and whatnot, and we've been painting this picture of him being such a nice guy, such a cool guy to follow.
Composed,
yeah. Being like always on the light, and now he's going towards the dark side.
Well, I mean, identifying a weakness, we were talking about this on the cast yesterday. You could see the energy immediately turn. Well, drop off a cliff yesterday for FNATIC. Yeah. Again, as soon as they're on their feet, making noise, giving it across the stage, so Nats is obviously targeting the fact that they were looking at tilted yesterday.
Absolutely, and you can. We heard it in the speech from Nats. I mean, even Lohan saying in the coach confession, like, "Oh yeah, you know, they're better than us on Corrode, so we'll just throw something at them." But just like you're just like punching them while they're down.
100.
I don't know how you see this. I was like, I don't like writing off a little bit. Purpo being like, "Yeah, we just ran it down. Maybe gonna lose Corrode. Why not try something?" But there was actually a lot of nuance to this comp that I actually really appreciated in terms of the heal, the dog, the flash. It enables them to play a way that really addresses what's been FNATIC's strength or kind of trademark. By the way, starting with the wall over the top here.
Love that.
Again, the indicator of proactivity on the defense, which was obviously their ethos going into this.
Yeah, and you might think, well, it's Nats, why are you not playing the Viper here on this map? You have to do something around mid and how you're going to work around it. And most of the things the Team Liquid were doing was running it down. As we're saying, the flashes just put a deep smoke and just get into FNATIC's head. And Mike, this was something that sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah.
We saw one where, like, who was it? Was it Camo that just goes in and tries to hinder, and then I don't think that the hinder landed, but Nats uses the orbital strike, and it would have looked completely insane.
But this is the thing, there's a couple of really nice set pieces in there to highlight actually what FNATIC really struggled with yesterday, which was coming up with responses, right? Being thrown off their game plan initially, this default not really achieving anything, not getting any progress towards the site. And the worst thing is, late round, walking into a Sage on a site. They were able to just put the wall up, sit behind it. Last 30 seconds or so, the last thing you want to deal with is a Sage wall, then 2 slow orbs and a molly, and then people flashing out smokes. It's basically the kryptonite to FNATIC playing this way.
Yeah, but like imagine how much more tilted you're going to be that's how you're going up against your opponent, and then you hear the post check-in after the map and he goes, "Oh yeah, we were just running it down." Like you're just piling on them and kicking them while they're down. But also we asked the coaches low-key the exact same question in regard to the mood at FNATIC after yesterday's best of 5, so let's see what he had to say.
A long series yesterday that you prepped for the night before. How was this long stretch been for the team, and has it impacted the mood?
Yeah, I mean, losing a best of 5 that way sucks, obviously, and it definitely impacted the mood. But we focused on putting and shifting the mentality quickly, and trying at least, you know, to bring good energy for today. And I think we've done a good job. They came out of the gate swinging, and obviously catched us off guard a little bit with that, but I don't think it's that concerning. I'm not really that worried. I don't think the boys will be as well.
All right, good words coming through. Yes, they were caught a little off guard, but nothing to worry about too much. So, but you're not agreeing, because I saw that look on your face.
We were just talking about this as well during that. It was like the little snippet we saw of Milan yesterday, being like, are we panicking? Like the fact that you're
Should they panic now?
Yes, like now, I'm panicking. I'm panicking for them.
I think that one of the the worrying scenarios here and the worrying things is the fact that we saw Kayak in one of the rounds just going with the operator on the attack, finding a kill, and then trying to go in that second layer, then finding Wayne's wall in the process. And I think that he's not been having the best couple of last matches. He was so good last year, and we were singing his praises time and time again. And especially for Bind now, we are going to need that double duelist to be better than Team Liquid's double duelist.
Yeah, Bind, every time we talk about FNATIC, what really jumps to mind is the Raze as well. So from their side of things, hoping to see them bounce back on this one. However, it is Liquid's map pick, so if anything, considering what they threw at them on Corode, I would not be surprised if we see something new again.
No,
There's no way.
No. Well, I mean, I wouldn't.
You think so?
I wouldn't be surprised to see some of maybe the ace up the sleeve comps that maybe they've scrimmed a few times with here to come to this. They get the success from Corrode on a map where they're expecting to just lose.
Yeah, but you know that you can choose.
Find here. I mean, yeah, we get two of the better. Two of the better, if not the two best binds.
You get a little bit of
in
rampage.
EMEA at the moment.
Some of those rounds go your way.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm
bind,
just saying
like
there's a
Miniboo can
chance.
defend one side by himself with Neon. Who can do that?
I'm just saying there's a chance.
I agree. And honestly,
to hear Lohan say like,
oh dude, I
yeah,
forgot
we're
to
desperately
read
trying to, work on finding
this
our
message.
identity, and then you come to this
next
best of
map.
5 versus FNATIC. Map
with a brimstone sage.
Map 1 with a brimstone sage and say, nah, actually, we're expecting to lose, so we're
They've
going to
won
run it
already.
down.
They've won already.
They're just in like this whole like Liquid. I feel like is approaching this as like, oh yeah, it's just another walk in the park. We've been here in this lower
they go
bracket
on
for
Neon
this
every
entire
map?
time.
I mean, it feels like they're getting there.
Fnatic never went to an
Feels like they're
international
going in
kickoff.
that
Why would
direction.
this time be any different?
Such a nice
But I feel like
comfort,
from
such a good
Fnatic's
agent
side
at
of
the
things,
moment.
I'm just
they're
saying there's
really
a chance.
locked in.
I'm just saying there's a chance.
Okay, what do you want to see? What do you want to see?
What percentage did you have Liquid winning, Corrode? 10% with normal comps when they changed up the comp. Probably upped it to like 30.
For them to be proactive.
They did so
and
good,
really
man.
Take the fight to Fnatic. We saw a glimpse there. It was like, let's get in their faces.
Yes.
That's obviously the game plan today.
This might have been. It might be recency bias as well. This might have been the best like coach impact at any game we've seen so far this year, I
But
think.
now that Fnatic
That one
has
there
already been tested in
got a
in terms of Liquid
17%
just running into their
map
face,
win rate.
We're not expecting them to
You got
adapt
24
as well
hours.
to come into this bind with like, all right, they keep going, they're so proactive,
This
we're
was
gonna counter that.
this was game plan over everything else. It's pretty cool. Marcoso, thanks so much for the tier 1. Appreciate the 51 months.
Leaving space open on the map, Fnatic was so slow to respond. This is another thing that alludes to what
missed
Nats
the
is
bits,
talking about.
where are we?
You could see Boaster was flustered, coming up with answers in the mid round. We saw
Alex
a
as
lot
well,
of
thank
player
you so much.
reactions
Thank you
yesterday
for that.
where they were just
Richie, I
shrugging
missed
their
that as well
shoulders,
from you
throwing
as
their
well,
hands
bro.
up, didn't know what was. No, this isn't due to whiffing or losing out engagement. It was like, guys,
Cope,
what the
can I
hell's
give you
going
to
on?
help
They
you get
walked
through
down,
MIBR
they're
and
behind me, they're
Fnatic
on
losing
site.
today?
You
Both?
start losing trust in your default.
I mean, surely one of them
like,
will
are
win.
we really doing this the way that it's supposed to be done? Why is it not working
you
against
signed
this
it, dude. I
team?
missed
Can
it
you just
again.
walk onto us?
It's the same one that was on
One piece of
earlier.
utility enough to
I
disrupt
actually
an
missed it
entire
twice.
attack?
Do we need more utility? Do we need a change in comp? Do we need another Brimstone? I mean, that's no Viper, so nothing too crazy.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
I know you really.
We had the right to
Yeah,
dream.
dude, mini boo.
until we get into a few rounds.
I also want to highlight the fact that we saw it especially.
What's
towards the
what's
end
Liquid's
of the
win
map that
rate
we
once they
just
put
witnessed.
mini boo on Neon? Might be pretty good.
He's going to be pop flashing out of smokes. If he's going to be having that confidence on top of having that double dive that was working so good together, especially when we speak about the defense and pushing smokes, I'd be scared if I was Fnatic.
I know Sky's a little lost in terms of the meta discussion right
It's
now. but I
100%
think
at the moment. They
in
haven't
terms
lost
of
with
their
mini boo
approach
on
to
Neon.
map one, if they're just going to really tap into Camo being the second duelist here, building around Miniboo, who's obviously found
Yeah,
his foot,
sometimes you gotta listen to the
confidence once
stats.
more, got a little bit of bravado about the way he's talking about his gameplay as well. I'm absolutely all for it.
And that's locked in again on the speeches. Don't know which one it is this time around, whether it's personal.
Oh, I know EBS is paying right attention. Being like,
They're
okay,
down in the dumpster. We can do this, or whether it's another one of the motivational ones. Either way, for me, Liquid has come out of the gate swinging, and they look so incredibly confident. I want Fnatic to find that confidence back.
Yeah, confidence being key for me as well. We kept talking about yesterday how it was concerning to see Boaster, and actually it was on bind, being top fragged. A couple of players weren't putting up numbers yesterday. They absolutely need to respond here if Liquid are going to continue with this aggressive approach to this series.
And I want to see them cheering for each other just like they were, celebrating even the small things. Like, I do not see too much concern, at least on the face of
They
Upload.
go from the
Looks
Nat
pretty
speech
relaxed,
straight
but
to
I want
Boaster
see them
again.
getting a little bit of
Surely he's
momentum,
not
just
doubling
get
down
a
on it.
couple of rounds on the board and start, you know, dancing at them. Just
Get
just
Beckhouse
keep,
on his feet again.
yes.
Gets them all on their feet, but for now they're all sitting in their razor chairs and ready to load into the server, which means we're going to be tossing it over to our casters, Mitch and Tom.
That first map has to be a wake-up call for Fnatic, Tom. Liquid came in prepared,
Yeah,
but
it's
the
they
bounce
were
back
not
needed
expecting to lose this
might
going
have
in.
to happen on Liquid's map pick. We're going on to bind, and a danger over the horizon.
As much as Liquid must have spent a fair amount of their time doing looking at Corrode, I would say Fnatic would have spent a similar-ish, probably not as much, amount of time trying to get the binds as well.
Is it a death
This is meant to be the
sentence
maps
heading
that
here? No, but if you look at the last
Fnatic
two
and then
games that
Liquid win.
played on it, you might be a little nervous. They're 13-3 versus Vitality, 13-3 versus Heretics, two opponents that I think most people would have had them as less favored against, and they smash them with their aggressive style. And
Right,
they did it
chat.
on the defense just yesterday, constantly pushing the bounds.
Remembering the
As
day.
said, there
Oh,
was moments
nice,
when Miniboo
dude.
was in the
I
opponent's
remember those
spawn,
days, you're right.
killing them. So they need to stop this guy
I'm baking
early.
out a
They
few
need to
after me
remove
as
some
well,
of
I
that
think.
confidence.
Liquid
Otherwise,
on
yeah,
defense,
I think they
FNATIC
get
on
3-0.
attack.
You could see Pal in the face making, Pal in the crowd making faces while you were going through
I was
that.
about to say, he's joined for
2023, yeah, 2023, 2021.
Well, Team Liquid 0-0 starting out as the barriers go up. They have already swapped spots with the attackers. Miniboo loves going down deep into their spawn.
1-1 on the
and
pistols, by the
he's found the first blood onto Vekash. You know what, Mike? You wanted to see him on his feet. I don't think he'll be standing up.
I was going to say, he was doing that to Chronicle. Why would he fear doing that to anyone else? Happy to run it down, happy to put the pressure on. And for the attack side, we've always known that FNATIC like to feel out the map. They like to go looking, they like to find information, but you're going to have to almost switch your style up a little bit just to stop those early kills going the way of the defense. For now,
I'd just rather we see a double frenzy.
trying to sell the idea that
I don't
this
think
is
it's
an
bad,
A
I think
hit,
it's actually really
but
good.
The other players are not looking like they're going that way.
If everyone's getting the sheriffs out, if you play close with a frenzy and don't stop moving.
This is quite a clear late play to beat. Miniboo standing by with the Sheriff. Remember, they don't have to commit to these fights, already having that advantage. The fall back as Purpose still has a flash. They can play back into the retake, fight out of a smoke, take that front sight control.
Damn,
Miniboo's
bro.
caught a bit in the open here.
Non-stop
Already
facing
down
there
to
the whole
50,
time, even
revealed
two
as well,
bullets
but
out
this
in
is
the
what it's
open.
all about, waiting for that flash. Miniboo
Yeah,
going
maybe.
down, makes it
Oh, it's a big
awkward,
jump.
and Crashies
The
still had vision,
the
took
team
Purpo
satchel
down,
might have saved him
puts
here as well.
FNATIC into the lead.
Did the team satchel or was it after the still movement? I didn't see it.
It's a messy fight. That ends
Oh,
up
what a
with
shot.
one somehow, but it might not play a role. And in the
Okay,
end, it's a clean
let's keep it going with the pistols. 2-1.
Good trading, good fundamental play. I think that was some of the issues they had on the last map, was just being caught isolated, and they end up losing
The frenzy
those
got
fights,
buffed.
and
You
often
don't
it
buff
happens
the
again
frenzy.
early.
Frenzy's
Like,
good.
look at where he is fighting people. That is closer to your spawn than it is to the site. But it's the way they
Oh, okay.
have their opponents back, and a little bit of luck, you know. It happens sometimes. 1-0.
Come on, man! Come on and push us!
Maybe he saw what Nats was talking about earlier, about putting the pressure onto him specifically and try to show that, okay, you got the first map. That doesn't really mean too much. They know they're going to push. Of course they know they're going to push. So spamming that smoke makes a lot of sense. Nats is still here. Oh, Alpha just quick enough. That could have been deadly. Instead, Kayak. He's taken space on the other side of the map, but at this stage, I feel like the
Yeah,
remaining
let's
two
look
are
at
just
Alpha
going to
on
look
this
to go
one.
down to that spike.
He gets another orb with his plant, 2 away.
TP
2 kills
out.
here potentially for him.
Play with the rest of the
Looks
squad,
like
not take the
Kayak
risks,
might-
but
Not got much to
Kayak's
lose.
sticking around. Yeah, even giving that over to your opponent. It's not going to be the end of the world. Maybe Alpha will be a bit angry, but the rest of the crew can still take that body shot.
Yeah, in an
This is
ideal
the
world
start
for
that we wanted to see
FNATIC,
for
Kai
FNATIC
goes,
after a
finds Alpha and
devastating
drops him
loss
the
on
gun.
previous map. You need something to get you on the horse early, and at least finding the pistol, having a relatively clean second round as well, and even farming up quite a lot of orbs. You can see Alpha's now the one with the Marshal hunting down towards this A site. He is 2 away from a showstopper, and in the next round, that could help out a bunch. TP taken though. Those players will be hunted down. Alpha's a chance.
Yeah, I was
He
going to
could
say
end
it's
up
gone
with
down.
one, and in fact,
Oh, works out pretty well.
kills, a
Alpha can
3K
pick up the
here.
rifle at the end
That has
too.
given Alpha
He gets the gun.
his ult, and indeed he got a rifle on the run out. So a huge round at the
Can't
end
be any
for
better
him.
for
And
FNATIC here, really.
they come into
Keep the
next
3
round,
guns, they
rifles
got a
and
Razor.
showstopper.
Yeah, that could have gone really badly. Like, they drop the Vandal on the floor. I think it's Crashies that fell. Yep. But the fact that, yeah, Alpha cleans up the mess, gets his ult, and then picks up the rifle
here
at the
goes the
end.
snowball.
That's about as well as that ever could have gone from the scenario they were in. And this man as well.
FNATIC
Going
keeping
back
it
to some of the previous games
kind
on
of
Vine
simple.
it was just on an
The
absolute
old,
tear flying across.
I was going to say I thought we were going to do the 10s default over
Your
towards
screen
showers
at
and then
1,000,000
TP and
miles
join
an
the
hour. I
team.
think they're
But
going to need him here today with how his opponents have been playing. And one of the things Liquid did very well on the last map, especially on the attack, was they avoided him completely. They just went away from
yeah, it's a much different look
the
for,
final boss of EMEA.
from Liquid last time. Last time we
When
saw
they did
Liquid, they were like
side quests,
palm
which
smoke
included
deep
winning
over
rounds.
towards here.
There.
This time we're
Harder to
actually
avoid
just
him here,
playing
especially
slow.
when it comes to that attack side. Tip of the spear so often, and
Yeah, they do it a lot
especially
later.
expected to be the case here. That showstopper to bring them into the site, and it will
next
be
jump.
B. It's under threat. We've seen this before though. Purpo playing towards that elbow, flashing out, The delay
here
of
comes the
snake
Razor.
bite,
It's
a
good
little
pulse.
different when
Whoa.
Nat's going to invade
Whoa.
that space. He's gotten so
Yeah,
many
that's
kills
really
with
bold,
that
man. I thought he was just
beautiful
going to tuck
seize.
behind the smoke.
Reveals him, gives the pick away, and now the pressure truly on. The showstopper still not burned from FNATIC. They've got that as a safety net.
they handled
And
this
they'll
well.
keep it as one in the back pocket.
He
for
didn't
a
even need to
future
use the
round
Razor
as the
onto this.
third seems to be coming easily into their favor. Team Liquid, they're going to concede. They're running for the hills, and no surprise, Tom, they barely did a lick of damage, let alone no picks.
Yeah,
Well.
I think that's just good research. Like, you look at the last map, and it's a surprise. There was nothing
Kind
in
of start
that
that you dream of.
composition that FNATIC could have done their research and read into and countered on the day. They didn't know what they were up against until they saw it in that moment. In this map, it's very different. Right? Nats has been doing these things for however many years. I go back to 2021, he's still doing some of the stuff he's doing. You could see that FNATIC were ready. Okay, they've put up this smoke, they put this in position. There is a chance he's in this gap. Let's make sure we check it. And that's always where FNATIC has done some of their best
On this
work.
one, I mean, they're okay just keeping the money good.
We can beat it. 3-0. It's
Instead of
early
killing them,
days,
giving them
but
max
it's
loss
already
bonus, they
looking
only
far
get the
better than
fouls in as well. I know they keep the guns, and obviously it's still good, but you potentially getting wrecked on your own. Oh, sorry. You potentially getting wrecked on your own money.
It was the seize, yeah, it was too far back to actually reveal him. And that barrel was what cost him in the end, and who knows?
Hey, hookah boy!
Hookah boy.
Hookah boy.
All right. But no, it's so important to see him bringing that energy up on the team, because you can imagine how low you feel after a 13-6. You know this is your last chance as well. You'll be watching Santiago from home, and the energy's looking better on FNATIC, but in this round, the opening pick goes to
Razor
Liquid.
down.
Well, that has been the thing for
That is the best pick you can get.
FNATIC. Okay, sure, you had lock-in where the first tournament of the year came with a trophy. But in 2024 and 2025, they did watch from home until coming back at stage 1.
Oh, that's
the
lovely
actual
little
counter,
setup.
though. The slow, perfect. Giving them a 2-man advantage. Minibu incredibly low, and while Wayne's play is going to be fairly one-dimensional with him sat
You're
holding
far,
on to
thanks
Hookah.
so much, man. How do I feel about
Question
Paper
is,
X
is there
now?
gonna be
I
any
mean,
sort of recovery?
they
A little bit
cleaned
risky, but
up all of their mistakes they were making. I think they were
info
so
foul
close to
nonetheless.
being good. And then every game they just got better and better. I think they're a team that need to sometimes go through the lower bracket just to clean up their mistakes. Because like players need to visually see what's going on.
So close. The right idea by Kayak, but the wrong execution. That flash, though, a different story. He's got himself two eventually.
Forsaken? I mean, he just cemented himself as the best flex in my
Here he
opinion.
comes again, the menace on the server.
You can't play a new agent and drop 35 and not be the best flex.
Yeah, much more of what we expected to see from them. Some of this aggression that has caught their opponents out quite a bit. The initial firing squad and then the reaction.
There was a debate. Kron,
coming
that's
out
the
from
problem.
Camo.
There was a
That is the
debate because
trouble
of
with
Kron
this
before,
composition,
but
is if you fall
I would
into,
argue
okay, we
that
lost a couple of rounds and
Forsaken's
play a
a
little bit
true
more scared,
flex
you
and
lose.
Kron
So you
is
don't have
more
the
limited.
ability to do that. So the fact that Liquid still
Kira, thanks so
fighting
much for
their
the tier 1.
opponents
Appreciate the 10
aggressively,
months.
still taking that space, not fearing away. Of course, for FNATIC, they've still got plenty of credits to play with in this one. And I'm
Big
sure some
Tiger.
still available. Wasn't needed in the round prior. Maybe used in an execute here. The double up in Hookah. Contact and then a second layer. The gun's been
Bro,
spotted.
where's my
Alfie
raise
still
taking
wins the
first
fight.
contact of an all everywhere?
Well, he goes, Hinder
Not
landed,
scary?
and it's the TP play from Nats to try
Yeah.
to find
Oh,
value.
he just
The
got
wall
out
strike went
though.
down, but
Just
those
got
players
out.
Hindered can fall back just
Big
far
kill.
enough. The blast packs, I think, helped Alpha, but he's left on
If I was
30. And with
if I was the
Kayak full
FNATIC
and an
coaches at the
attempt to
moment,
take
I'd be
space
pretty
elsewhere.
pissed.
They are already so far
I've had
behind,
Razor
with
for
Alpha
2
being
rounds
picked
and we
off.
haven't just kept
This
it
round
simple
looks
and just
like
used
it's
Razor
dead in
to
the
just
water.
overwhelm Saints.
Boaster and Crashies left to pick up those pieces. They're
Taking
walking into the
first
site
contact
that's
over
stacked
towards
well.
long, first contact
The first
Hookah.
goes their way, but now that's the
Very,
end of
very
it.
nice. One all the
3K
Angels
for
here as
Nats,
well.
the second round for Team Liquid, and they're climbing back already.
Yeah, I thought with the way Alpha got that opening pick that this round was going to be a different
How do I feel
beast,
about
but
RRQ?
It was just that reaction once again.
I think they
by
learned
the
some good
immediate
lessons from this
aggression
one.
out from Camo, the
You just
slow to
gotta
give them
lean into
space, and then
chamber.
Nats just popping his way through the TP, cover still being held on the other side.
It
it's
looks
just
a lot
layers
worse.
to the-
It probably
the
looks and
setups
feels a
that they
lot
have.
worse than it is for RRQ at the moment.
Now
What do you
early
think
start.
nothing I will chill against him? I can chill nothing last time when I played on Fracture, not now.
Fracture?
I think he's referencing that 1v1 he had versus Boaster, where Boaster picks him at the end.
Oh, he is. He's talking about the Fracture Vice Wall round.
Rolling back the years, my goodness. There's the showstopper finally put through, and Liquid's response is, as you may have expected, to go pushing, but Purpo made a big mistake. The showstopper finds its mark. Kayak with the disruption into the spawn. Natsto, ice in a furnace. He's grabbed 2. That might just keep Liquid in it. And here comes Miniboo.
Oh, he just got around the corner.
Getting space
Boaster
and
just got around the
these
corner.
players in towards Lamps as he was watching the cross,
Wait,
but Crashies
how has he won that, Joe?
survives. Left into the 1v1,
Oh.
but Boaster waits.
Yeah, I mean, he just thought he was gonna wait for the tap and not face him.
The back and forth has
Maybe
been crazy. The IGL's
the
clutching
tap
out
against the
round.
molly wasn't the best decision, but
And it's just the sheer
I don't like
pace
to
of this
hindsight
one.
too
Like
much
a
in 1v1s.
showstopper in one way, an aggressive showers pushed the other way, a spawn fight back in from the defenders, and then it all coming down to 1v1 where Boaster has to take down Miniboo. Oh, this time we had to
oh, he had to mute it? Okay, he's getting serious.
4-2. And that is quite a damning round for Liquid. The economy on the brink, a couple of rifles into play, one of them in the hands of Nats, and while Camo was hoping to find a victim, it's
Oh,
actually
big
Nats to find one
distraction.
instead.
Yeah, they ran away from the bark
Oh.
of that shorty and ran right into the bite. Crashies, he's waiting, biding his time as Camo recovers.
Camo
a rifle,
can't believe
though.
his
This
luck.
gets a little bit dangerous,
A lovely smoke to
especially
make
for
him
The
able
wrap
to get
back
this.
from FNATIC. If this gets spotted, that could be the spike down, but the space is good. They've managed to slip 2 players back. At this point, you know, all the info is slipping through the fingers of Team Liquid. They think they've got a good grasp on this situation, but I mean, the gate crash from Kayak might be the only thing that hints at this play going back in the other direction, if it's even taken, because I think Camo's
They are
close enough
going.
to hear it.
It looked like Nats for a second might go back. Instead,
I
they
don't
just
get why
left it
EMEA
onto
players
Miniboo.
have
Bear
big
in mind,
ego. Mate, it's...
He has nothing.
You just self-reported yourself as never playing a game at a high level.
The only thing he'll bring his team is information, but how are they even going to get there in time? They can't take the TP. That's being watched on the other side. And his goal is just to slow them. Just use the stuns as much as possible. But even those have dissipated. And now they're being flanked once again. FNATIC leaving things desperately low. And there's the Viper Spit. They're just trying to delay for Camo. They're trying to give him space. If
That's
he
an
can drop
incredible
the
push,
spike,
man.
this round is basically over.
10
He's
seconds.
Gonna try and make that move. Already getting in on the flank. The spike just about being planted, but I don't even think it matters anymore. Vekash has to close.
Very nice on this.
This the classic to take him down. Liquid
iGaming,
surrounded
dude,
them, and
iGaming
at
tier
many
3.
points, it looked like FNATIC were
35
gonna find the
months. Thank you
space.
so much, man. Appreciate it.
But eventually they
Didn't
got
miss
caught.
this one.
And we know
Caught
this is
this
in their
one.
wheelhouse. Whether it was Miniboo, whether it was Camo getting that deep aggression, whether it's Nats wrapping up behind you. This is not a map that you can give that much space. I like the idea of playing it slow, but that little bit of extra
Sick
delay,
for their money
the
as well.
read from Liquid. I'm also surprised
Was the first map a banger?
they didn't use
I
it like
I
40
think personally the first
seconds.
map
They
was an
got
absolute banger.
towards B
I loved
long.
it.
They
We
were
saw,
convinced this was a B play with 3 players still there, utility being
Like if
expanded
you're a
to buy
super
more
nerd
time,
and you like the
and they
tactical
still
side
end
of
up
it,
on
it
A
was
time.
great,
And
man.
it's because of that decision from Camo to say, it's been a little bit too long without any util. I'm going.
And Miniboo stunned.
Roaster, thanks so much for the prime as well. Appreciate the 4 months.
Towards mid-A, bought enough time for Nats to get there on Viper Spit. It seems like the response is going to be a pacier take. Weaponry weak, but Alfia still has a rifle in hand. Needed to win the fight, but actually Kayak gets it and now could pick up that rifle for his own. They do have themselves a Viper's Pit if they can find space to use it, but look at where the defenders are already.
Seeker's gone on to
No
Vikash as well.
spam
They
behind
know
the
that there's a player
Seekers.
far outside the site, but soon they may just flee completely. That wall can go up and they can take the TP. Already seeing so many players here from
What?
Team Liquid. FNATIC
The slowest, most calm taps I've ever seen.
fall together instead, 4 to 4
Vicious
now.
Fly, thanks so much
Team
for
Liquid have
Viscous
caught
Fly
up.
even. Appreciate you, man. Thank you with that. Appreciate the gifted. Non as well.
Getting more and more success. You
Anon,
try and
thank
go
you for
pacey versus them, it seems like they're ready. I don't mind the idea from FNATIC.
Calmest
where your
gunfight? Yeah, we
opponents
tuned
have
into
been
the
pushing
calmest
B
gunfight
short
during all
in
of
quite a
this.
lot of rounds. It's been a 3-man push there.
It's like pure mayhem and
it didn't
crashes
seem
to
make a
slow
difference.
tapping in a
They
classic.
got a little bit further than maybe they would have done, but for Miniboo, this has just been a farming round. Nice. Got over halfway back towards his ult already. Well, the coach is giggling along. Yeah, this is the moment for FNATIC to also have to slow things down again from a 3-0 start. They found themselves level, and I do think they're really feeling that pressure from their opposition.
This is the other thing. When you come into this map and off rip, the energy's getting high, you're trying to lift spirits, and you also get a 3-0 start. Well, that seems like everything's lined up for you, and then it starts to taper off. And that's even harder to deal with, is that return to the low energy, return to the lull.
Mini build neon every game. Yeah, we've been speaking about that a little bit.
Connecting some rounds on the back.
They're leaning into it.
4-4, the wind truly at Liquid's back, and FNATIC, although it is tied up with the last map fresh in our memory, the vibe here, it feels like it's slipping round by round with 4 out of the last 5 rounds going to Team Liquid. Now's the time for FNATIC to come up with answers.
Yeah, maybe more data needed for that.
It's a good time to do it as well. Viper's Pit online, Orbital Strike available. Nightfall there as well, but their opponents are going. Again, it's just an immediate push up mid, and they might have been caught by a Prowler, but they're just going to flash straight
Instant
through
reaction
the smoke.
from FNATIC?
Again, they're wrapping around the spawn,
Not
but there has to be a
really.
reaction from
It's a
FNATIC.
little
They're
slow.
immediately going to start
Yeah,
putting
I
that
mean, they
pressure.
don't know the
Well, they
numbers,
were putting
I
that
guess.
pressure on towards the B side, but they are taking their time. And that time
I think they had 3
might be
personally,
the
but
end of them. It just depends
maybe I
how
missed something.
quickly we see the move
Did
from
they
their
keep
opponents.
on going?
Well, Nats is going to be here and put the snake bite in to slow them that little further.
This has been what they do every single time. That snake bite's enough to slow them, and by
Yeah, I
time
can't
is all they
really
need to
sit
do.
on
Flank
side
is
like
getting
this.
so
Yeah,
close
you
to
gotta
coming
delay
to
that.
completion, and now
And this guy's gonna
there
eat
it
a
is,
Brim Molly.
off the orbital strike, and ult cancelled out for a piece of utility. And although Kayak finds 2, now
Did
the
they
flank
delay
strikes,
long
the
enough?
spike
Wait,
is
they started
stuck in
running.
his
Oh, they
corner.
started running.
They might have the sight, but they need to get out. And the damage done leaves Purple with an opportunity. A low HP Kayak on the site. The pieces can still be picked back up for Liquid to continue this dominant run.
I've had it for so
4 out
long.
of 5 rounds, but Kayak will seal the deal.
Damn, they started running so early.
Back in their hands.
Oh, that round was all him. That round was all him. Like the delay that was set up by Liquid was nigh on perfect. The
Yeah, I
snake
wonder
bite to
if
stop
honestly
them,
once they got the
Molly
Brim ult,
straight
they had to
after.
just leave
He
sight.
goes through with his TP,
A great
and
little
he's
flash
completely alone.
TP
This is
play.
him fighting versus all the opponents while his teammates are just stuck in a corner, and he gets 2 openers and then even clutches it out at the end. This is the star power that
Yeah,
we
I'm
needed
pretty sure they
to see
imagined
from
more would be
FNATIC
over
in
towards
rounds
sight,
like
yeah.
this. And it will allow them a
The
response.
money like, man. All these rounds have been kind of close.
Yeah, a moment to
3
breathe,
on
but not
each.
too much. Still the full buy up for Team Liquid, 1 away from Camo having ultimate. Same for Miniboo. How dangerous that's being cannot be overstated. Team Liquid push down mid again, this time more tempered. It's slower,
pass
and
and
it's
mid
not giving
push.
the information away. They're holding for contact, and Crashies is about to give it, but he found the info, punished. Perhaps that flash
God,
was
that is
perfect.
devastating, isn't it?
Still,
What are you meant
shots
to
from
do
the
against
side are
that?
making this awkward
Oh, it's a
until
big
the
kill from
cash goes
Camo.
down. Now the players on the side have to worry about their
Dude, that was
flank,
Wayne winning
and
that one,
somehow
jumping up.
Wayne keeps the trades equal. A 2 versus 2.
Smoke's down.
It looks like Nats is going to come around to meet Purple. They'll both play this from the flank.
That's dependent on what FNATIC do here. They are baiting the plant. They are worried of almost every single angle, but maybe not the correct one.
Great
Alpha
shot
is
from
watching
Alpha,
them. That was the main fight. Now Nat's coming in on the flank. And they're still just baiting. They're still trying to make him go for this, make him take the 1v1. It is smart stuff.
I will say,
You want to try and surprise
FNATIC
us.
handled
We
this
have
so well,
time
man.
to
This was
spare.
such a big round from Alpha. That kill is everything.
6-4, a 3-0 start.
Close
It
to
looked
here.
like
Yeah,
it
he was so
all
on
gonna
top of this.
slip
Even the
away,
tap,
but FNATIC,
fake tap of the spike
they
as well.
found their rhythm again. Singing from the same hymn sheet, and they have put the pressure onto Team Liquid. A 6-4 scoreline and a timeout from Liquid. Their first in this half, and really the first time in the series that we've seen any sign that Liquid are feeling the pressure.
Yeah, well, the first map was the thing is, the first map was 2 things. One, it was you throwing in a bit of a more risky comp. You throwing in more of a risk, and then even if the game was
Trying
close,
so
that's
hard
okay.
to get his
Then
attention.
they started to run away with it. Why are your coaches going to be calling a pause? But now you're on your choice. you are getting these aggressive fights. You're getting into positions where you could take over these rounds, but FNATIC in the mid rounds are able to recover. And that's what it's felt like. It has been a lot of recovery. It's like someone like Kayak has been able to get in that tiny gap you left and win the round. Or in this one, it was just Alpha and Kayak trading effectively into the late and then them baiting in. Okay, you want to surprise us, you want to catch us.
You'd imagine they stop the 4-person aggro push. Or they go aggro somewhere else, because it's been, I mean, the majority here.
Is in the middle of the round where he can call, where he can change the outcome.
I mean, Liquid keep on talking about playing their own game. You got to give it to them. They're definitely playing their own game.
We haven't seen it yet.
Look at some of these defense rounds.
First time at least.
First time, yeah. But when he baited the plan,
but if you're always
it's always like a 4. It's always a 4-1.
Well, there you go. No, all part of the game plan. Coach Tom chiming in. Well, Liquid 4 on the board and aggression.
No
way.
way.
The game. 2 rifles and an ult for Miniboo. Look, they're
Yeah,
still
it's good from
pretty
FNATIC
decently
though.
armed.
Just chill out, just wait out the ult.
FNATIC have been pushed back from any B control by the low buy. Again,
Do you reckon it's like a thing against FNATIC because they will never really insta-react over towards another site if you push?
Yeah,
so
that's the problem. That
is it
doesn't
literally
last that
because
long
you
if you
know
don't
that
kill
it takes
anyone,
so
it's faded
it takes so long
because
and
they
they
sat so far
are
back.
pretty
One
much
of the main
drilled
pieces
into
is
them
gone.
that they have to
I'm a little bit
re-clear?
nervous seeing that orbital strike online because there's been so
But
many
they just
set
want to go
plays
aggro,
involving
and that's
the
why they can get
slows
away
and
with the 4 because the 1's never going to get
also
pushed
having the
reactively.
convergence path. There's real potential to combo those 2 ultimates together, which is again something we've already seen. And with FNATIC playing
They waste
so
all the time. Yeah, they
slow,
waste all the time just to
that potential
clear
builds
everything.
and builds
And
builds.
also,
You can even see that Wayne is sat in the spawn.
it's so
He's
low.
making sure he can rotate into the
Solo
right place.
fade.
The problem is they've
Try to
kind
get
of
the
been
util
faked
out of them.
out, and that's going to make it a lot harder for him to do his job.
Did he just...
2
Okay.
players spotted as well towards this B site. All the info there for
feel like he
FNATIC.
kinda missed him.
Coming online in this and the next round. This could be a dominant close to the half.
Oh, it's
Team
on
Liquid
minimap.
trying
You saw him on minimap
to
when he
thin out that
peeked.
herd, but only the 1 to be found in the trade. So quick from FNATIC. There is nothing to be done but sit and watch as 6 turns into 7. FNATIC, 1 round left to play in the half, and it looks
It's a strong
like they've
attack at the
recovered
moment. They got a lot of ults here.
Yeah, unfortunately on the defense, it is a lot harder to avoid Alfia. He is 14 and 7 right now, and has just been ripping heads all the way through this half. I think
Said the thing, bro. He keeps on saying the
having
thing.
those reactive ultimates, but with the dimensional drift online, I think Kayak was able to get them so much information that they're like, okay, at some point we are going to see Wayne pop this ult, so we just have to be aware that we need an angle to play around, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, 1 last to play for, and you see what I was talking about. Viper's Pit, Nightfall, and Showstopper all available for FNATIC.
Yeah, a lot of ults on this. I mean, he's combo insanely well.
Round in front of you, and for
Liquid
Team
again, 4-1-ing.
The expectation, clearly, in FNATIC's camp is that there's going to be some aggression. The 1 ult that they have certainly lends itself to that in the form of the convergence path on Camo. So you see FNATIC just sit back. They're willing to let Liquid make the first mistake, and they know that if it comes to crunch time, they stand a pretty good chance with the ults they've got. Provided Alpha stays alive, he's the guy that's got to
The
get
mods. Yeah, poor mods, man. They're just like listening in and they just hear it and they're like, oh god.
Have been having a pretty good game, so
Why have the casters
they've
said
got a
that?
decent backup, but
Just look over at the chat, you guys are
players on
losing
this
your
A
mind.
side, all setting up ready around that singular ult. The man on the other side, it's Nats, so fair. It's not a bad man to leave alone, but I think this might be easier said than done. Alfia
Yeah, I mean, they essentially gamble a little bit on this one, and it looks like FNATIC. I mean, at least Nats is getting. Jesus. I say, at least he's getting early info. I would never jiggle with a gun. Don't understand the thought process there, personally.
But this is where that fast flank through the TP needs to come in, and the Showstopper is going to buy them. Well, don't buy them time. No, he's just going to send it.
Yeah, he's done damage on a Camo, though. Here goes the convergence path. Now time to dive on in. Could be pressure for Alfia to deliver down below.
Whoa.
Hookah, and he's been spun on
Miniboo is
by
everywhere.
Miniboo. Another perhaps, but no, the Kaz is there to greet him. A lead present sent his way. Wayne, looking the wrong way. He's being sliced up, and FNATIC 4 versus 2. The godlike performance needed for Liquid, needed from Camo and Purpo. As the time ticks, another foul.
What?
Down to just Kaya.
Oh my god, how? How did they win this? Hey, shout out to Miniboo, man. He does so much here. He makes so much space for the rest of his team. It's not even funny. What an after we just watched.
I'm genuinely baffled by the fact that they've managed to turn that back around. I was fully convinced after the knife that this was completely close. Nonetheless,
the insta smile.
Breather, so let's go down to
His
Lou,
face is
who's
classic.
standing by with a lovely interview.
You know these faces
Brad, I'll do it
very
for the
well
next
because
one.
yesterday they were fighting for their lives on the VCT EMEA stage. Thank you for joining me, Mini, Starkso and Beyaz. Beyaz, I heard that you have no more voice after the casting yesterday, so I'll spare you on this one. But my first question goes to you, Starkso. You know, what happened yesterday? It was, you know, an amazing comebacks against FNATIC, which is a team with a lot of stamina, a lot of experience. Looking back at it, like, how did you do this magic, basically?
Good question. No, I think until sorry. I think
don't worry.
yeah, it's hard. I mean, I think until now I still don't know how he did it. You know, reverse sweeping like team like FNATIC. I think it's huge roller coaster of emotions.
Yep.
We're really proud of that. You know, I think you can hear in my voice. We still didn't get through it. You know, 2 hours
Yeah.
of sleep. So.
Did you manage to get some sleep?
Jesus.
Yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours and then straight to the arena to Watchparty. And speaking about Watchparty, Mini, I wanted to ask you, you know, how is it to be in the arena with no pressure, no anti-strat to prepare? You know, the job is done basically to qualify for Master Santiago. So do you enjoy, you know, resting from the kickoff marathon, just watching the others play and fight for their lives?
Yeah, I mean, it feels very refreshing being here, you know, being able to watch friends like Vekash, you know, play.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I'm just happy to be here, happy to enjoy our watch party with Beyaz, talk to the Gentlemates community, you know, and just enjoy. It's amazing to be here. And I'm happy I didn't need to play for some time now.
Of course. Real quick, Team Liquid or FNATIC for these finals?
FNATIC.
Oh boy.
Okay, what about you boys? FNATIC.
For me, FNATIC.
FNATIC. Okay, let's see if FNATIC can indeed take the win on Vine. Thank you so much.
That's incredible.
Well, that seems pretty unanimous up there. We've got one for FNATIC and two for FNATIC. We'll see. Not much going for Team Liquid, so maybe that's because they're trailing by 2. But after that first map, I'm pretty afraid of what their attack side can do. They looked so dominant.
The last round.
The last round especially, man. Fighting back there, Crash. He's finding his first knife kill in VCT, and then this happens to him. No, it's Liquid.
It's madness.
I mean,
like what we've
thank
just
you, I
witnessed,
guess.
and that's what Liquid have kind of been doing throughout. They've pulled off these absurd rounds to get them back into the game. Now you have yourself a pistol victory. You're level. You're going into that attack side that was so dominant when they played versus Heretics. But again, FNATIC have already seemed to stabilize,
2 on the
seem to
pistols.
adapt, seem to have those calls that can turn
Dude,
things
good
back
mini
after
boo
any
go,
of the
man.
pressure. He's running for the hills.
He is the initiator.
He's seen the double dive
Yeah, you
into
want some
the side
info?
and
My
he's had
guy's just
none of
hopping
it.
around.
Understandable.
Spike
Better to
planted.
set up for the post,
Oh,
but Becca,
really
she's
nice.
gonna
Does
be
he get
caught
spammed
insert
back?
on both
No, he
sides.
doesn't. He survives the
Nice
double
play by
spam as
Liquid.
well. By
But aggression
Fangos.
doesn't seem to be going anywhere. There's still 3 players moving towards the spawn. Nats is wrapping up behind, doing damage,
That's
being a
shit.
thorn in the side, in the back.
Say to
for
stay alive and you
Alpha
win.
Year, Camo at 10 HP. It takes quite a brave fight indeed,
Nats
but he's
done
got
so
the info.
much.
Last 2 players fully spotted, and you can see Liquid ready for every engagement sent their way. Even if Miniboo goes down, oh, I was going to say he's likely to. Never mind.
It's,
With help from his friends.
real nice.
Team Liquid find the pistol. That gap
2-2 on the
closing
pistols
in
every
on
single map so
FNATIC.
far. We get
This is
the
always the most
get the
terrifying
1-1.
part when you face off against this Liquid side is I feel like this is now the perfect way to activate Nats. Like you have this super fast-paced aggro into the site, panic stations, everyone rotate, get into position. Nats is like, yep, chilling in spawn. Like, he's always been
Low
that
hands
extra
cracking
layer
up.
that's so hard to play against. But in this sort of setup,
the
in
one
this sort
bandit.
of meta, it's perfect to just have him in that back line, and that's something that you could even see. FNATIC were looking, like Alpha didn't just walk with his back turned, he was looking for where Nats is, but that has always been an issue, especially on this map, is there's knowing he'll
They
be
love just a
somewhere,
straight
and then
exec
there's
against
dealing with
Nico.
him.
They worry me so much.
Well, the easy follow-up, as it often is, FNATIC on classics. And the question for Liquid is, can they hold on to all those weapons? They brought 4 in 3 Bulldogs as well, so still standing a pretty good chance when it comes to the next round, even without the numbers advantage they're likely to have when grouped up. And hello, Miniboo got forced out by a nade, but forcing the fight didn't take
should
it
be
out of his
hunting.
favor. Boaster and Alpha, the last
Ammo
2.
probably.
Well, he got
Want to ult
decisions here.
touch to get over
Do you
towards the
care
site? Dude.
That looked funky. Oh, goodness. Do you care about giving them orbs, or do you value finding some for yourself more? And it looks like
Dude, you saw him. What the hell is going on, bro?
What just happened there, bro? All right, end zone flawless. No mistakes made by Liquid, and even Nats is scratching his head a little bit.
Hey, he's getting some style points. He's getting tricky with it. 7-7. That second pistol once again, putting Liquid back into favor, and this is where we need to see that response once more from FNATIC. They will come in with the rifles. They will come in with everything they need, but their opponents also have rifles mostly.
Liquid, keep it nice and simple. Nats brings back his Gambit wall. Kind of misplaced it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it didn't seem to hold him back last round,
It's
but
all
now
good.
you're up against rifles.
Maybe it's been a while
Hard
since
to
he's
make
done
work.
it.
Already on the site, you've seen the dodge off the stun, but still, Miniboo finds one. Boaster on the trade at least, and now a 4v3.
Kill. Ooh, Boaster. Yeah, Boaster makes this easy with that.
But Boaster's double may have sealed the deal. Good damage coming in from
My guy's dinking everyone.
2 players low.
NHP,
Still 3
59.
rifles carried forward for FNATIC.
Yeah, you always have to feel nervous when it's Nats.
That was a good round from Boaster. He did so good.
Boaster was the one to take over. Being able to get in quick enough, because that's been their issue. Well, that's been a lot of teams' issues. When you have this dive, when you have this fast-paced take, you normally don't have the support, so he just had to run in and take those firefights. FNATIC back onto the ball, but that was the bonus. As you said, the SMG, it didn't seem to hamper Miniboo too much, but now he's got himself a Phantom.
This one for here.
Well, a minute 30, and it seems Liquid are going to be pretty quick with this one. Even with the ability to TP back, the whole squad is behind Camo, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere. He wants to go forward. He wants to push through with the sky.
Bro, how's he done that?
Wayne puts 2 in the ground. Numbers.
Boaster again, every single time, the most important kill of the round.
Pulls the advantage out of thin air. I don't think he wants to keep fighting here, though. A 3 versus 2, a judge on the retake for Vikaj. If they don't push into him, that's going to be a tough one to make work. Should be some weapons to pick up behind him.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Wayne with a molly.
Together. Only 2 left, but it's Wayne and Nats.
Nats is facing the wrong way.
Oh, he got one.
Even
Yeah, he
still,
got one.
he manages to catch, crashes, and Wayne in clutch scenarios has been sublime, and he needs to get past this utility now. The judge should be deadly.
Molly's just on his head.
Again, climbing up that scoreboard.
Maybe he wanted to get a kill before he used the molly on this.
And extending.
Maybe worried about the time that it would take to fly through the air also.
Yeah, I mean, having a
Dude, it's Boaster again, man. Back-to-back rounds.
For Boaster, I think he might come into this as
That's a
the
fast
lowest rated
turn.
player in the league in the EMEA. And I mean, considering the fact that it's not like they've gone for that lower bracket run early on. They weathered some storms, and I think it just again goes to show the fact that not only is FNATIC stacked with individual talent, but this man, he brings a lot to the server. In terms of that leadership, that's why they didn't bomb out early. And now when he's firing as well, you could have some problems brewing. Team Liquid call a timeout at round 17. A 2-round deficit, but a little bit of momentum building up for FNATIC. And
They can get a pretty good low buy.
to that before FNATIC start to believe again.
But he's done well in the last couple of rounds to just keep advantages. Like, I feel like we've had the back and forth, Kayak's early double, and you have the response, but his goal was just get one, keep the advantage, and then we just trade effectively. We keep it basic, keep to those fundamentals. And that could be enough to do this, because you start going for those riskier plays, you start going to be a hero versus this Liquid squad.
How's the gym going? It feels like a lifetime since I've been there, man.
1v3
We'll go,
you just need
we'll
to
probably
be
go
careful
tomorrow
with this
or
Liquid
Tuesday.
squad, because although in the early stages of this tournament where, okay,
Explain the Gambit Viper wall. It's meant to give you. It's meant to give you an angle. Jesus. It's meant to give you an angle where you can like creep up through here and then you split through showers. They did it on bonus and ecos. It was pretty good. I actually had really high success rate until teams realized that they did it every single eco. They would do this on attack eco. They would on defense eco do a smoke or a wall over towards here, drop the wall and free pass and duel.
Playing as a duelist, as we've seen, he's flashing for himself and maybe just give him a
Yeah, they got away with a lot of the same stuff, to be honest. Teams didn't anti too much back then.
Value the info and the flashes as well, but often used individually. Here's Alpha in a lot of trouble, but he's dodged that hinder, and Camo's going to have a much tougher time taking him down, you would think. Nice response with Vikaj keeping the numbers. No, they're even going to use an orbital strike. hey, for a round like this, Liquid have
Yeah,
got to be
I mean,
happy to
Liquid will
already
take
get a
that.
big ult out of the way.
Also, Wayne has got quite far. Like the
But
rest
Def
of
Kama
players
gets
are
his ult
almost
for next
selling the idea
rounds.
that they're falling back off
Yeah,
this,
Wayne
and
getting a
he's
kill
just
here would be
walked
pretty
into
much
laps. Now,
perfect.
it's a good thing for the space he's taken.
The strong
It's a
hill from
bad thing
Purple.
because he has the spike. So if he doesn't get 2 kills here, they've dropped the spike.
Wow,
He got
that's
nothing.
fast.
That
Big
was
crouch.
a low HP player. I thought for sure he'd at least come out with 1, but now this becomes impossible. Of course, it was lower weapons, so the expectations was it would be difficult anyway. Oh, for Kayak, it's just the clean-up crew. 10 rounds for FNATIC. They lost their own map choice, but their opponents is looking pretty good.
It is indeed. Yeah, but I suppose as well, you look at Corrode and the surprise factor definitely comes into play. Des talked about it. I think Kuka was saying that, you know, you come into that matchup and you only get to prepare for what's coming your way. For the remember, Liquid didn't just sit back and sort of have setups. They were getting aggressive. And the only time the FNATIC had to counter that was in the loading screen. So it very much limits your ability to react. We saw their game challenged from the very second
a lot of
the
AWP
barriers
talk on
went
this
up.
one. Everyone's so
FNATIC
close
get
to their
play a
ults.
different game than they had rehearsed,
Fight
but
for
here
this
on
AWP,
Bind,
fight for this
everything's
AWP.
going according to plan.
Kinda.
3-round gap. FNATIC
so
in the
much over
lead,
towards
and a
Showers.
chance to basically make this BO5 a BO3, put us 1-1.
Oh.
Kayak once again aggressive, but
the hell?
he might have dealt a
Dude,
headshot.
Crash, he's showing some
received-
confidence.
Or his teammate, I should say, has received one trying to swing from mid.
Time to jump.
Does have his ultimate online. The problem is when FNATIC have had those disadvantages, a lot of the time we have seen those individuals try and turn the rounds back. I like the setup though. Playing contact with a Cash, but he's not going to be able to stop Minibu.
Yeah, Neon,
Just too
man.
quick on the slide to
Neon
deal
is
with.
so good at
Now
wrecking
that
so much stuff.
singular disadvantage has doubled.
TP taken, but it's the Seekers here that make this a very tough task. Nade sent early, break the Seekers, stop the Neon from push.
Too many showers, right? Can they even get out?
We're in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, Alpha here.
Easily.
He was left reeling, spinning around that site. Not sure where.
It's pretty much what they needed, by the way. It's a big buy round. You've got 4 surviving, so their money gets good. They can tank 1 loss. Wouldn't be the end of the world in terms of the score. And they have so many ults as well.
Yeah, I love
Gonna
the
get close.
fact that you're probably in that moment shouting like there's
That's,
4.
dude,
There's
he's
4 in
so
showers, there's
he's
4
so
in
on it.
showers.
That's
It's
pretty
like-
fast.
But that means there's what. And that's the moment, that's when it first clicks in your brain that if there's 4 players one place, that means Nats is in the other. Just claiming that additional space.
Nice, amazing kills, boys. Nothing. Why is he pushing?
10-8. First spy round on the board for Liquid, but as you said, a lot to play with in this one. Showstopper, it's been baited out.
Whoa.
They've gone the other way. Can he find something for it?
Against the
Not
Neon?
quite.
My guy.
Minibu, the one person quick enough to escape.
Well,
No
1 for
drive
1
has
ult,
faded
and
as well, so it's a
if you're
trade for a
Liquid,
trade
you're
on
happy with
those
that.
ults, but I'll be honest, I think Liquid will take that.
Yeah, easily.
Definitely. Yeah, a huge danger taken out, and although Minibu can do just the same, that Showstopper can pick up a whole lot more, a whole lot faster.
Does Buzz to
outside
go
the site.
for
All 5
a
players
bit
are
late
here,
on the molly.
and although they're sitting in the smokes containing the space, they haven't yet decided to strike until Alpha goes up top now. Here comes the invasion of the A site.
Huge
FNATIC
kill. Are they going
already
to
found
be able to
2.
delay
Both
long enough?
falling into the hands of Alpha here.
Maybe.
Someone has to
Camo can
fight
get around the
back on
corner and can
Liquid
use
if
his
the
ult.
comeback is to continue.
Okay, they're trying to delay, man.
From Nats put in so late.
Purple.
A danger
Late
lurking
luck.
as they've spotted him. The Yoru's looking to push on through, but hold on.
Oh my
Bolster's
God.
gone down. Shorty for Nats.
Low HPs.
The double, and the Sharks still alive. The duelist of Purple, as we know him, here on the sky, popping the flashes to buy them time. and
Really nice, bro. Damn, Nats did insane work over towards short.
Red Bull clutch, and Liquid have taken this in to punching distance.
Only Nats. Only Nats has the call to do that. I can't believe I was sat there.
You're a
I was
madman.
sat there thinking, there's no way he can even get back into his own pit. But that was never the plan. The plan was to leave everybody low enough for his teammate to close out the round. Let's go, boys! These are the absurdities that only
It's a
Liquid
sick
can
2v4.
achieve.
Awesome down to Nico.
And what was looking so good from
Kept some
FNATIC
good ults as well.
is
His
again
ults still
dealt a
combo well.
death blow by Nats.
Anyone else in that situation, the Yoru's just on you and you're getting spammed, yet they're a little bit too far away. Nats doesn't know that. He took a risk. He rolled the dice and look at him.
Yeah, he likes the Eco Hunter
Dishing
gun
out
as
spinning
well.
guys to the opposition. He's already found the opening.
Mini Booney said chill. Or
Never
just do
mind.
that.
I was going to say he might punish him. He was pushing down close, but it made no difference. No quarter given by Team Liquid, and in
Yeah, dude, it honestly scares me a little bit taking a 50-50 with a retrievable gun, but
build up momentum. The wind is ripped
fast
from
rounds.
their sails. A timeout.
Might be the fastest
final one
EMEA
we'll see on
round ever.
Bind. Both teams pushed to the limit, but it's FNATIC that are already
At least involving FNATIC.
Every time I think that, okay, this is the moment that Liquid might just slip a little bit. You just see some of that brilliance. You see some of those moments that they've been doing this all week. They've been doing this all the way through their fight in that lower bracket. We mentioned it, the conversation of last year where they fell into the lower bracket immediately and needed to win 5 games in a row.
I've not seen this
to make it
the
to
flowers.
Masters.
Yeah, it's
This
good.
year, they fell twice. They were given
Dude,
an
is that
additional
iconic from
lower
Aspas?
bracket, which almost seems unfair. And then now on that road again. 4 wins out of 5.
Yeah, it's a
the
good one.
last would be defeating FNATIC and again eliminating them from kickoff contention, not going to the first Masters. And Liquid, obviously, they made it to every global event last year. They are getting more and more to look like a squad that are going to do it again.
And without a doubt, the performances
I've seen
we're
it till
seeing
now,
here, the
nah.
innovation as well.
I primarily
Just
only
looking
read
back to the
YouTube
previous
chat.
map, one day and
I thought I'd
so
check in on
much
Twitch chat for a
changed.
little bit.
It really feels like the sky is the limit right now, and well, it is. No disrespect to Purpo, and it is going to be FNATIC that have to fight their way back in terms of the context of this series. Even the map win will just
Still got
put
the
them
ults,
even,
man.
and
Still
for
got the
now,
ult
that is being
combos on this.
pulled into question. I believe
FNATIC
it's 3 in a row
playing
for
more of
Team
a
Liquid.
reactive game. Seems they keep on just going fast on them.
using
It's
up
a
their
good,
final pause,
it's a good
the
call in the
final
timeout.
pause of Bind. Aggression
Great
towards
trade.
B-Long. The trade is very good for Liquid. They continue to get ground, but eyes drawn towards the B side
boy.
means backs turned on
They don't
A,
have to
and
commit
that's
on
where
B.
Nats is filling in
Don't
that
have to
space.
commit.
He
Yeah,
has
he
gone
takes all of this
so
space.
far
They should know with the
back
TP
to
that he should be
Brian
a...
Nats with the space
okay, yeah, he's not ready for it.
Kaz can watch the angle. All he wants.
As soon as you hear
the
that
only thing he'll
TP, when
see
they had
is a
so much
bullet
success over towards B
speeding
in terms of
towards
a
his
pick,
temple.
you got to
Team
consider it.
Liquid,
Why
4
are they going
versus
back here?
3, post plant, momentum, orbital strike.
Smoke
and
down.
The ult on camo.
Molly.
The convergence
Molly.
path could
Oh.
either one
Oh.
could lock in this round.
Yeah, FNATIC have to speed up on this.
Back they're sitting. Like you can see all of the
There goes the Molly alley. Oh, they're going to get half though.
to try and delay
Oh, it's
them.
going to get weird.
Crashes
It's going to get
into
weird.
half, though. Honestly, not bad, but Nats
No,
has
it's
already
really good,
taken
to be
another
fair.
name. They're trying to
Yeah,
heal him
Nats
while
is
he
on top of
pushes.
this as well.
There goes the Molly. And now he's
You
in
can see
the
that
corner. They
Brimble
spammed.
early.
Why would they check
Might
if
even
they
just
do?
insta-pop the Brimble before a tap here.
Chance, a spam for both. This is getting
Brimble before
interesting.
the tap,
But
mate.
can he tank the damage? He'd
Oh,
have to
God.
go all
Oh,
the way
God.
through.
Oh,
This
God.
is going to be close.
Oh, my God.
Close enough. A nice attempt, but now crashes with
That's
little
so
to
close,
no
bro.
time. It will be the round for Liquid. And the post-blood util does the job.
That was
I'm not sure they
so
got any idea.
close, but you could see it from
I'm
the
sure they got
get-go.
any idea how
FNATIC were
close this
playing
was.
up against a stacked hand, and they just didn't have enough playing with a card less in their own. The Molly that was sent through followed the snake bite and then the orbital strike.
Oh,
16
what is that?
health, and frankly, I don't even call that a pixel away.
Do you think as well if he's full health, is that enough? Because he was a little bit off.
I'm not sure what health he was on.
I think he was
at
on
the
like
time.
89, I don't know how
Well,
many
yeah, I
shields.
think he survives another tick. That's all he needed.
So
Yeah,
I think
I
that
think
was
that's
the
right.
little bit of spam from Nats.
That's devastating. And the round that's in it, Tom, that puts FNATIC down to pistols. 11-10, the lead taken out of their hand with no chance to fight for it until Liquid push up to 12.
Dude, they're double duelists, man.
Not just on the
They're double
home
duelists.
stretch,
It looks
they're
so
knocking
nice.
on the door,
Come on,
and
Mini Boo got
FNATIC
some good synergy.
left
It's
in
just
the dust.
full send.
One chance to fight for this. They need to push it to OT. And they're not winning this one, I'll tell you that. Nats is
Nah, dude, he never does this kind of stuff.
end zone flawless with style. Liquid looking to send FNATIC home. 2 maps would basically be a death sentence. They need 3 in a row, and right now Liquid look like the better squad.
He just 360'd him. He's going for old school phase and optic clips. Like, what is this? Is he making a montage mid-game?
I don't know what's going on.
Nice,
What's
nice.
going on? We just destroyed them, that's it.
That's it.
That's the Nats factor.
Might get close though. A lot of
13.
ults on this. 3 ults. You imagine a... Dude, I feel like a Viper ult should just be permanent popped here, but I guess they're going so fast they don't want to waste it.
Dealing with him is a problem. This round they've got him. They found him. There's more pieces to the puzzle. Boaster on the corner. He's going to dodge the ult. Gives him a way out of there.
Big 1v1 in hookah right now. Oh, Crash just did good.
This time the defense hold the line.
Oh yeah, even with the one for Camo, so much more needing to be done. The playing towards the spawn could cause problems. In fact, it does.
This 2v5 has insane amounts of potential. It's a 2v5 at its peak into a 2v3. They took down the Razor. They actually have to all go
open as well.
the
Even
long way around.
You have to be scared. This is going to steal information out of the hands of FNATIC. And with the deep
Miniboot gets a
position
kill, he
from
gets
Camo,
his
he was
ult.
playing here until a matter of seconds ago. They know that nobody's coming from the spawn. They know that they'll be wrapping around, and Camo's connected the dots for his triple. The numbers even, the time ticking, and FNATIC are the ones that need this and a follow-up. They've got to pick up the pace already.
Damn, my guy. My guy, dude, that was nuts. Dude, what an attack half. 2v5 to finish the map. 2-0 up.
Away from Santiago.
Dude, bang a map.
Your body knows. A sense of victory. Seized when mind, movement, and gear ignite as one. Now, step into your zone.
Okay, let me get this.
To win.
Let me get this fought up.
Wingman.
Generic
Wingman
Joe with
will-
the Prime.
will-
Appreciate the 16 months as well. Thank you, thank you. And we kind of said going into this that there's 2 maps that Liquid will lose. First one was Corrode. Obviously they changed up their comp.
Wingman World while once in a well
Second was most likely
Vamos.
Abyss. They've already changed up their comp and they look a little better, but it still doesn't look great. So if FNATIC want to start the comeback, it's probably a pretty good map for it. What about the last 2 maps? The last 2 maps are pretty open, man. I'm not saying it's going to be easy for FNATIC. This is their best chance in terms of the maps. Like first map. Okay, back in a little bit, chat.
Precision. I went and got my bid up quick, 100 figures. They once was competition, now ain't sitting with us. Been on a wave since we've been away. Snatched the game, now we here to stay. I told my mama I make it, I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I make it, I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. It's that you can't touch me. Things get ugly, they mad now. This all must be a whole new level to count. I'm packing on the pounds, pulled up with the dog hound, and I still had time to shut it down. Now you see them all screaming my name, see them try to switch to my lane. They ain't never fit that frame, only present when the cash came. Plenty days I've been on the road chasing, no legend ever said they was complacent. Nah. I told my mama I make it, I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I make it, I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
you think Nafik I will chill against him? I can chill Nafik last time when I played on Fracture, not now.
Not worth it. Sit down. It's attack.
Nice, nice. How you guys lose that? What, how?
Bro, they actually cannot shoot when we are in their faces.
I cannot hear shit, bro.
Let's go, boys! Them up! Good job!
Come in! Come in!
Team Liquid is fired up 2-0 against FNATIC in this lower bracket final. This was Bind. It was their map pick, but historically, FNATIC looks so good on this Billy, but Liquid just had their number.
Yeah, Liquid continued to be flawless on this map throughout kickoff so far. They obviously knew coming into it that it was a strong map for them, so not to be worried. I really like in that reaction pack that Wayne is the only one that's kind of like chilling. Like, it was quite a tame react pack, but Wayne is just like, I can't hear anything.
Well, that's not what he said. Verbatim.
For air purposes.
Take the fine. Take the
Couldn't hear
fine.
anything.
Go on.
No, it's
No? Okay. I was impressed though. The thing for me coming into that, not necessarily an agent composition switch, but Liquid continuing with this, running it down.
Yes.
Purpo said that it was like, yes, as simple as this. We thought we were going to lose Corrode. We just wanted to come in, frag out. For me, this was just another example of getting in their faces, applying pressure to FNATIC, forcing them into making these scrambled mid-round decisions.
What was actually fascinating is Liquid started quite aggressive early on this map, Billy, and then FNATIC just had their number. They were able to get back into the lead. They were able to shut them down, but Liquid literally did not give up. They just kept going.
Yeah, I think it's really weird though, because if you're FNATIC, you kind of should recognize the composition that you're up against, right? When you look at Liquid's composition, the only real information gathering tool that they have in this composition is that Sky, which, shout out the Sky, honestly, I thought I was watching Jack Igo on the server there. But yeah, like, you recognize that that's what you're up against. You know, playing against this composition, that they are going to be looking to get aggressive on this defense. They are going to be looking to try and isolate those fights to be able to get that man advantage where they can. And, you know, they were successful in being able to do that a lot of the rounds.
I think an argument to be made here is the trust now. Again, this being the perfect example here. Confirmation on the location of somebody, and it's Camo and Minibrew really finding their feet in these roles, feeling happy now about the double duelist and how to actually play it most efficiently.
And speaking of confirmation of location, Nat's location was continuously a thorn in FNATIC's side. They're like, oh yeah, there's 4 people here. Oh wait, that's 4 out of 5. Where's the other one? Where is he going? And it's just what Nat does best.
Yeah, again, we've had this conversation so many times over the last 5 years, and Tom nailed it again. It's for a team now to go over and above in terms of aggression, in terms of proactivity. Nats is still that kind of outlier, right? He's still able to find value in these situations, and it's just throwing FNATIC's macro off entirely. They have to address certain things they're not necessarily having to deal with, I guess usually against other opponents, particularly being Liquid. They're a team that likes to play slow. Nats is a very methodical IGL, but now with 4 people going forward, running it down, you've got Nats just sitting back chilling. It's the worst thing to have to deal with.
Yeah, I think that we have always kind of highlighted Nats and Bind being his kind of playground. Nats on Bind, what could potentially go wrong? Well, it's Nats. He's going to be able to find you. He's going to be able to get those kills, and he's also going to be able to turn around rounds that almost look losable, turning into like winning rounds as well for his team. So yeah, he's just the king of Bind at this point.
Confidence very much on the side of Liquid, but Abyss is coming up next, and this is a map for FNATIC that they looked confident on even yesterday. I mean, Crashies and Abyss, name a more iconic duo, I guess, but Hypok, you seem worried.
No, the confidence discussion is just out the window for me. You lose Bind, you lose a 5v2 to close out the map, and Camo's acing. Confidence for me is just a discussion I don't even want to have when it comes to FNATIC right now.
Unfortunately, we do. So, speak your truth, King.
Speak my truth. They're not confident. I come back to the same thing yesterday. They're questioning the decision-making in-game. Milan asking things like, are we panicking? Now's the time to panic. Switch something up. If there's anything else you've worked on, go to the 2nd, 3rd page of the playbook, because right now, this series is passing them by.
So, Billy, are we panicking?
Luckily for FNATIC, Abyss has been a flawless map for them in kickoff, so they can at least feel good about that. Obviously, the last time that they played Team Liquid, I believe they played Team Liquid on this map, and did they? ignore that. Hold that thought for a second. But that's what they can at least find confidence in, I think, here. Team Liquid have changed their composition around. They were obviously running the Breach Teho previously.
Something else now?
Yeah, they've been running it back into that double duelist identity.
I will come back to the point now where, yes, I want to see them really, really double down. Lohan's talked about finding their identity, figuring out how they want to play the game. Double duelist, let's see it. It's working really well for them. Why stray away from that?
Yeah, I want to see them run in. I want to see them continue this as you know. Yeah.
And the guy on the screen right now, Purpo, for me, is having a standout performance today. Again, in situations where I think we've probably seen him struggle within the initiator role. We've seen him obviously dip in both sides of this double duelist application, but right now, Purpo is on fire.
And let's not forget, FNATIC now have to reverse sweep in order to make it to Masters Santiago.
Oh, what can possibly go wrong,
They
Billy?
have not been able to do that since stage 1 of 2024, I believe it was. So it's definitely an uphill battle for them. Considering that they got reverse swept yesterday as well, how is that going to be affecting their mental, knowing that massive mountain that they have to climb?
For me, FNATIC looking into this map, again, my eyes go towards Vekaj. He was insane yesterday on Abyss. Certainly a driving force for FNATIC. Not going to see any surprises really here in terms of the composition. Nat slipping back onto the
still
side.
going for comfort.
Yeah, I think when I'm looking at FNATIC's composition here, I'm looking at the stopping power that they're going to have against this Waylay and that Neon that they have. I'm thinking about how amazing
Decipher
Alpha
on
and
this one.
Boaster have
Yeah, I
been
mean, they
on
just
that
go for
B side with
comfort.
their
Again, it's like
defensive
one of their
setups,
maps
right?
they've been
I'm
struggling
looking
on.
at
They're just trying
Vekaj and how much
to
value he's
fast
gonna be
fix
able to
it.
get off of that Zero Prime, off of that KO knife.
Already seen an example here, though. Liquid obviously
Holy.
doing the homework in terms of the corrode setups for Alpha. They were able to sniff it out.
Matt
They were
Lager,
just
thank you so
abusing
much.
B on repeat.
EMP,
So,
Matt
again, whether
Lager,
or not that's a factor
thank you.
here,
Chat, you know what
how
to do?
quickly do we see FNATIC
Get
adjust
the
some of these
slug oil
defensive
spam
setups,
going.
particularly seeing them start on that in the first
And
half.
gifted
if
as well,
anything,
man.
that's
Thank you
what's,
so much for that, bro.
I
I
guess
appreciate
the
that.
most lackluster
Thank
this
you for the
time around
support.
is Fnatic is a team we expect to be able to adapt
If you
quickly.
got gifted,
Yeah, for sure. And
please
like,
add
it is a big
EMP
ask,
Matt
you know?
Lager
They were
353.
playing in a
Say
BO5
thank you.
last night. Having
Appreciate
to
you doing
ask
that,
them
dude.
to
Thank you
adapt
for that.
quickly is almost difficult. And I think
I
that's why
appreciate
in
the
that
support, man.
previous map, I struggled because I thought that they would adapt based off of the composition that they were
I
playing.
think this is tapping into something. FNATIC are a team that have struggled for years to adapt quickly. We talk about coming into fresh metas, having a lot of prep time ahead of season
They
start.
give him mini
I
boo
think
the
that's
neon.
something
I mean,
they've-
yeah,
they've
that's what I was
traded way
saying.
behind
We
what
want
we've seen
the full
historically.
comfort.
Now, a series by series
I
basis
just-
with Liquid making changes.
It must
the
be
way they play
pretty.
today.
It must be
It's
pretty
a
nice for
total
them.
curveball to FNATIC.
But if you
Just
want to go
play
to
a few
Santiago,
games.
if you want to go to the
I mean,
internationals,
we said that he
you
hasn't
need
lost,
to
right?
be able to
Haven't lost a
adapt,
map
and
of
you
him
need
on
to be able
Neon
to
yet.
deal with the curveballs
Again,
that
just
they
trying to
throw
fast
at
fix
you.
the map.
Yeah, for sure. I think as well, like coming into this, we had already set up. Liquid are a team
It's
that
normally
love
not
to
the
change
best
compositions,
Neon map,
especially when it gets deep into a
but
playoffs run like this. So FNATIC
Mini Boo is
coming
one of the
into
better
today, we should
Neons.
have known this would happen.
This is do or die for Fnatic. They have to win this map if they want to stay in the
Is
running for
Purpo
Santiago.
duelist or
Liquid,
initiator?
however, is looking cool,
Started
calm,
off as a
collected, they are
duelist.
one map away from punching
Got
their
changed into
ticket.
an
We'll head
initiator
over
in
to
certain
our casters
teams,
for our
mostly
third
Giant
map of the
X,
series,
right?
Mitch and Tom.
And then now back to
Third and maybe final
initiator. It's
indeed
looking
for
like
Team
started off as
Liquid.
duelist for a bit
It's
of Liquid as well.
surprise. A 2-0 from this point. I don't
Kinda
think
both.
anybody expected that, especially not with how dominant
He does a bit of
it
both.
has been.
I personally
For
think he
Fnatic
looks
to
more
break
comfy
the
on
kickoff curse, they're gonna have to lock
on
in
initiator.
here now.
Yeah, and the fun thing is like we've spoken about them going for double duelist, the double dive. We've spoken about how
So
they
Flex,
swapped
yeah,
comps a lot,
basically.
especially when they've taken an
I mean, what
L.
kind of happened
But the
is
comp they ran
he
when
would
they
just
played
drop
Heretics
so
was a
much,
double
like he
dive.
would
It
just drop
wasn't this
bombs
one. Bringing in the Neon
prac,
onto
and
Abyss.
then never
It's not
really
something I
did that in
expected to see, I'll
officials,
be
but it
honest. It's
seems like
definitely not one of the most
he
common
seems
picks,
pretty
and the
consistent
old
on the
comp that they were running
initiator,
was
so
Wayla Yoru, where on
I think
Yoru,
that's the
Camo
best way
went
to go.
29 and 17. So he was sick on the Yoru. They've removed that completely. Now, I can only assume
Fnatic
that
on
is
defense,
the
Liquid on
mini boot
attack is
comfort. He's
2-2
been
on
real
the
Neon, but I want to
pistols.
see what he's about to do with it.
And
Well, here we go. What could
oh,
be
okay.
the final
Dude,
map
I love
of
these
the
strats with the
series,
double
and,
cages
well,
here.
that's gonna be the
Did
case
they
for
just
all
steal
of
this?
them.
Who
Team
did the
Liquid
strat
set
last time?
themselves up for
Where they
success,
fake over towards A,
even for Santiago.
and then they walk through this one.
Fnatic,
they know that's
They stole the pistol,
have a
man.
chance. Indeed, the double cages have given away the game, but that was
Yeah,
all part
look
of the
at it.
plan. Drag the rotate to the A side,
And then you
catch
don't
them in
expect
the
him to
chaos.
walk through middle.
Really
Who's
well
BBL?
done by Liquid.
Ah,
That
dude, it
late
was such a a nice pistol, yeah. It was BBL.
So much space, and
Kayak on site.
It's not only surrounded, but he's been caught inside the smoke. That's not going to help him. And his buddy's just giving him a bit of cover, I guess. And well, man.
How has he got 2 there?
Oh my God. Well, a 3v3 out of
And do they
nowhere,
tunnel
and
vision a
Kayak
little bit?
somehow still
Yeah, it looks like
alive.
it. That's a
He's
freebie.
just holding the line, he's buying time, and that's where Boaster strikes. It looked like the game plan was masterful. Now Nats might be walking into a lurker on the other side.
Yeah, he ain't expecting
There's a man
close
just
right as well.
waiting in the corner, and that's a freebie for Bekash, leaving
Well,
only
that's
Purpo standing.
it's pretty much all kayak,
We've
to
talked
be
about his
honest.
Sky. We've talked about that almost duelist-esque
I thought the guy
ability.
in heaven spotted him. Apparently
This
not.
one's going to be rough. Bekash waiting, a flash ready if he needs it, but he's just going to go for the
Oh.
timing. Loses the fight, isolated from the rest of the team, but they swing before the ping. No
Kayak,
chance.
man, what a pistol from him. 3-2.
I'll be honest, that was the only way they won that, because the initial plan, it's a reverse Liquid. It's, oh, we go super aggro, and then Nats backstabs. He was the aggro, and the rest of them backstab.
Yeah, dude, it's a lovely pistol. They just got wrecked by one guy.
Really remarkable work from Kayak. And
oh, he should have been 100% been dead.
There is no scenario in which he should get
Yeah,
out of
Camo
there.
maybe didn't go
genuinely
far
think
enough on
the
heaven there.
helped a lot, just to give him that extra split second to adjust. Come on, boys, come on! And I actually thought he was going to just sit inside it, like hope maybe they don't check me. But no, he takes the fight perfectly. And FNATIC 1-0 up, a pistol under their belt. We've seen this story before. Liquid scary when the rifles come out, but this time they made an investment early. They went for the outlaw.
Well,
an attempt to
there's normally what you do is you buy the heavy armor on the outlaw so you can win that. Sure.
10 damage, but on the other side, a single shot's enough to kill, and Kayak
This time he had to
already
buy
got
it.
two, has made this investment.
See what Purple can do
basically
damage-wise.
null and void.
It's a little rough for Liquid at the moment.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can buy one, but he can buy one with shields.
How
That's
would you
kind of the
implement this
difference, Regan.
format
That's
in
why
the
he survived and
stages?
Nats
I
didn't.
mean, it should in theory work well.
Still opportunities to make this costly.
Because the
but
three
it
teams
also
that would
means
go
their
to the
first proper
Masters
buy
get like that extra time of the other
is gonna
teams
have a
playing before in
weakness,
terms
is
of the
gonna have
buy
a
as
piece
well.
missing.
Like
And if they don't
you
do
just
any
replace
damage
stage
for
1,
it,
stage 2.
That's not really going to hold much value. There's no way they expect anybody to be here. I like the
They'll probably just keep it for just kickoff, but you could
it is an
definitely
Inzo
do it for a
call
whole year.
FNATIC, a clean start again to this map, but
Also frees up the
Liquid
schedule a
have
lot
not
more.
been shy of the comebacks in the early game.
I don't expect to see Alpha Air there too much. I don't think Device is going to be pushing B incredibly often, but he only had a sheriff, so it was worth it. Now it is in the back of their mind. How quickly was he able to take that space?
Yeah, just in the Neon's not good at.
FNATIC, a 2-0 start is what they need. Maybe even piecing it together from here. Remember, last map was 3-0 up.
Yeah, Alpha
and
didn't
then
pick up the
Team
gun, right?
Liquid, they stopped pulling punches.
Well, early presence in mid. If you can
Need more
remove
7-2-hour
Natsu,
play
he only
days.
has a
I mean, you
pistol. Careful.
just change
I
the
want to
schedule.
give him that outlaw, but they really are putting the
Just
pressure
extend
on.
it by 2
Ghost
days,
has
get all
already
the
got
best of freeze done in 2
walkabouts.
days.
Bekash sitting back, but it's put the pressure instead onto Crashies, who's done well, honestly. Didn't have much to play with. Takes a kill, slows them down. And now the opponents are encroaching on that flank, but with Nat still alive, they do have to give the game away.
Yeah, that's always the problem. A little bit of extra information. Team Liquid know there's someone coming behind, so you might have to fight for some space, and the decision on where that's going to be, it hasn't been made just yet. In fact, they go back to the site, the double flank now coming through, and FNATIC can put pressure on from all sides and leave Heaven the riskier of the usual angles, and as they push on out, there was the chance. Nats tried to catch them off guard up there,
Yeah, it looks a
realizes
little rough.
nobody's home. The push came in from everywhere else, and Wayne, well, he's actually got a chance. He's won crazier rounds in the past. And
Oh, Boaster got off it. He could have stuck that. Dude, Wayne, man, he's getting some clutches.
clutch to deny the 3-0
Had a mad 1v3 yesterday on 5 HP.
early interruption to the momentum.
This was a sick one as well, man. His aim looked really good. Yeah, I think Boast definitely could have stuck this. Maybe I'm wrong,
Seems
but
to miss a single bullet. Kayak, if that had landed, he would have been dead, but it's just ripping them a new one. So many clutch plays from a man who's not only an import from another region, but a youngster at that. A hot prospect, no doubt.
Deploying drone.
And yeah, sure, you look at that as a bonus round, and FNATIC, that's great. But that's definitely a wonderful start.
That's exactly what you want, yeah. It's not
Ooh.
exactly what you want, though. In return, Mini Boo's taking the A side.
Dude, the spike's so...
Jesus, he's taking the spawn. He's going aggressive. He's running it down. And
Spike
Camo's
solo
going to
at the back, yeah.
somehow. Nade even going to cause
Yeah, it's a weird one.
a bit of a problem in terms of planting. They've got to go for
Not
that
too much map
backside.
control.
Unless they continue to fight, they're going to have no space left to hold on to. These players are essentially isolated, and, well, they will be destroyed. Each pillar falling. As FNATIC get their
Well,
3-1 on the board.
it's an EP.
you can look back at the last round and say, yeah, we lost a lot of players. It should have been our round.
Yeah, straight reset. Yeah, got a bit of belief and then...
I feel like Kayak's got that look in his eyes of I'm not losing. Like the way
Nah,
that
Kayak
he's
looked
already
nice
been
there.
playing so far this game.
Even just like the info he got
he's
was really good.
9-1. This round starts off with him just diving on Nats, taking him out. I think he also has one of the more impactful kills getting back in as well. That one. And if he can continue up this level of form, it becomes a different beast. And you look back to some of their prior performances.
Dude, Demon 1 Glazer.
There you go.
It's non-stop, man.
Venkaj was incredible. So
You're a beast, bro. Thank you so much, Demon 1 Glazer. Thank you. Chat, you know what to do. And gifted from Demon 1 Glazer.
Do I stand up? Is that what we
So
do?
many in the past 2 weeks, bro. You're nuts.
Anyways, that's all that Hypoc wanted to see.
If you got gifted, please add him. Demon 1 _ Glazer.
Come back. Isn't too far
Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for doing that.
Liquid grouped up, going to cause a big problem for
Oh.
Kayak. It's an outlaw down and pressure onto the A site. Players far back.
They
on
save
A
so
as
much
well.
util.
There'll be no chance to really
Take a
deny
lot of
this.
space
Planets
over
are
towards
not only
heaven.
Crazy aggressive, but for Liquid,
So
the
double
choice
shock.
remains. They know they've got main, thanks to that trap.
Yeah, no one pushing behind as well. He's got the safe give the trip, so he can feel pretty free to use this overall. That's just 10 damage.
It gets
Well,
if he
10
gets a
HP.
single kill, with the damage he's already doing, that might be enough to steal this round away. Hunter's Fury for Purpo as well. Look how passive he's currently sitting.
Yeah, another 10
tank
HP.
Connected, low players. There's the ultimate available, and there it is popped. A teammate wrapping around, and again he's chipped away at Crabs.
Damn, bro. How many we got? 3? Can they get the guns? Juggle the guns? Yeah, looks like it. Strong throw. 3
That's all they needed. That
3
risky
guns.
position being taken by Kayak.
Dude, every time I think they're about to get wrecked, they just
something like that. Sure, you get out
pull out a
there
miracle
right away,
round.
but with the jet, a little bit more difficult. It takes a little bit longer. And as a result, they found a huge play here. Their Team Liquid 3-2, back and forth in those early rounds, reminding Fnatic that this isn't going to be an easy climb back. Already you can see that defensive economy is coming under strain. Bladestorm used previously. This is
What
the big
happened to
investment.
Fnatic? You just
And a
joined.
loss here, even with a Steel Garden and maybe a Hunter's
First
Fury
one
for the next.
was... Dude, first one,
probably give
if you
Team
get
Liquid
time,
the
man, you
lead.
should probably watch that first map.
It's definitely
Liquid changed up their comp and had pretty decent theory.
A singular outlaw falling into enemy hands.
They actually avoided Alpha on every
That was
single
what
attack
gave,
round.
I think at least 2 tags plus a kill.
And then
Oh, mini boo.
bind is just Liquid's bind.
Again, you can see Nats just so
The double
far away
duelists
from the rest
look
of the
so
team,
good.
just holding ground in
Mini
case
boo just
Fnatic attempt.
Mini boo and Camo just
some
look
level
so
of
strong on
aggression, but
bind
it's much
together.
slower, and probably not what Fnatic are used to with how pacey Liquid have been, but they're going
First map? No,
searching
first map
around
was a
mid. Now, it does
masterclass.
seem
It,
like
it might be
most
one of my favorite maps
and
this year
now
so far, to be honest,
Alpha
the first map.
are aware that this control
It's so nice to see just like
is coming under
theory
scrutiny.
still win out. Because it is a lot of double duelists where maybe like you don't see the smartest stuff, and the smartest stuff necessarily doesn't win because you can just send it with double duelists.
Delay, and with 33 seconds, that could be enough, but Alpha needs to be so careful. A cage
Oh,
on the other
he's,
side.
I mean, fair play, bro.
But the spam through is dropped.
Ah, it's unlucky. He is so good there. He's on an absolute island and he's owned it, and it's still a 2v2.
The spike is dropped in the
Yeah,
open. 12
Omenal.
seconds.
Yeah, we got time for this. Fnatic reacted pretty fast.
But Fnatic won't get there in time. Spike stolen, plant secured.
Was Wayne expecting to be this close?
He's so far away. You can see though that
Yeah,
Purpo's
not
goal
bad.
is just basically to
No
watch
vision
if
block on
anybody
this
comes in
one.
on that flank. The second
Do we
they
care
don't,
ult
this
to block
post-plant in main
the
becomes deadly. As you
Sova?
said, the Hunter's Fury being available. The main detriment of it is if somebody comes from
Maybe
behind,
if he
but
pops
they
it.
already know that that isn't the case. The one thing he has to be very careful of, though, is it being denied. And there you go. Smart stuff from Becca. She waits for the first pop, manages to remove it.
What a flash.
Crassy's just trying to block the player from swinging. They wait.
Yeah, very nice from Vakash here. He did great. It's a lovely ult into a lovely flash push.
Threw in a little bit of a curveball there, and it was a flash, but not the one you're thinking of. And throwing in that little flash and then getting on the defuse, it made them
Dude, the
think for a
individuals
second.
from Fnatic did so well here. And the fact that Alpha does all of this on site is mad to me.
But it wasn't even needed. As they're there to clean up in the end. A great round from Alpha, though. That triple that he finds. He had no right getting even the second.
This is why on Corrode they don't go to his site.
Was avoiding Alpha consistently on their first map luck. Maybe on like a couple of the rounds. FNATIC didn't change it up, so it felt like reads, to be honest with you.
The whole plan is gone.
Yeah, and you knew going into that the Null Command had to
There might have been a
part
couple
of
of
it,
like the timeouts where
secure the round.
they were guessing.
Perfectly kept for just the right moment. Huge tags. 2 players down and 1 left.
God,
to
he got an extra tag on this.
Oh my goodness, that early impact. It might just have killed this round as the barriers went up for Team Liquid. And they're on the A side, but the spike is back in spawn.
Flank on flank.
And the delay, it's causing some gaps, some problems, you would think. But a 10 HP Alpha still wins that fight.
10 HP. But a headshot is a headshot. That's all you need to remember. It doesn't matter how much health you have. He's still going to be holding the angle. It's a bit of a risky fight, but after getting the info for his team, they're happy to now fall back. Both players locked in as the retake begins. Minibu needed to get something early if here, otherwise it's going to be very difficult to fight from this point. And a wonderful flash.
That was a sick round from Crashies. And the individuals from FNATIC are doing great.
They will keep
Doing some
themselves
nice stuff
not
here.
only with 5 on the board, but also with 5 alive.
How many do Liquid need here? I got no idea, man, to be honest with you. Neon on defense.
Wish I had time.
My God.
It's been sitting there drawing it. Respect.
But it really does feel like the pendulum swung in the other direction now for FNATIC. Control, hands tightly gripped around those reins. And of all the times to have a big performance like that, again, that's 2.5 tags, 2.5 kills, sorry, coming out of the Hunter's Fury. A start like that when you need to bounce back is exactly what they were searching for. Team Liquid, though, are not happy to see this. They're not happy to see the smiles on the other side of the stage. They're taking a moment. The timeout, I wouldn't even say early on. Round 8, I think it's a good moment for it. They've been able to battle for a couple of rounds, but it hasn't felt consistent. And what we know about Liquid when it comes to the later stages of these halves, that tends to be where they put up the numbers, so, of both halves.
Well, yeah, I think off the back of your opponents getting an in-zone flawless at a round where you kind of had expectations to at least do a little bit of damage, that it's not the greatest of signs. And also,
Yeah,
at least
I mean,
for now, it seems like the switch up
I feel like they're actually doing it right, man.
The way it mannered before was that Minibu would be the one taking the space on that
I'm
way
interested to see if this comp can even spam B.
secondary bout of Yoru coming through. That was what worked for them, and I think this time that surprise element of the Neon.
Would you be abusing the KO flash buff or play another duelist? I wouldn't play KO on any map right now, personally.
When you're not having that second layer, when Nats isn't getting those backstabs, it becomes a much
Doesn't mean it's a bad agent.
game for them to play. And that's when you add in a fact that Wayne did also win a ridiculous clutch round. This could genuinely be a 6-0 star, or 6-7-0.
Go, go, go!
Oh, round 8. Barriers are up, and Team Liquid, although they got a bit of a pacey start towards mid, a bit of a sprint coming in from Minibu. Direction will be back towards this A side. It's a weak investment.
Dude, it's like they're trying to
Credit saved for
get
the
as
next,
many
but
in
that
as
doesn't mean
possible.
Potential's not here. Bekaj needs to have a stronghold or get out of here. He's taken down. And that hasn't quite landed in time, but the info's there.
Yeah,
nonetheless, I think you could deduce that.
A few ults to play
What
with.
the hell?
Crashy's tagged to just 2.
Damn, dude. I mean, the Liquid kind of looks like Liquid are just happy that they're getting all of the site every single time. And they maybe spoke about their afterplan stuff. Or Kayak had to get that kill. It was a nice idea on this. Get one over towards Heaven. Try pinch him at spawn.
Almost flies off the map, but it does not matter. Bekaj once again comfortable on this map. And what got dangerous for a second with an ult or 2 thrown in, it's still 3 players alive for FNATIC.
Yeah, you see how important it is just for him to survive.
Looking like it
so
go
pivotal
next.
and getting back into that
It's,
side,
yeah. I mean, I thought Corroda was going to be like this as well, so can't be too angry.
Delaying them as the rotates come through. Then as he breaks in, his flashes can buy so much time, and he's the one holding the line against both of these big players in the end.
Flash and Bailey with you. You're feeling it.
He's feeling it. 6-2 for FNATIC, and a defense that's shaping up to look much better than what we've seen so far in this series. The comeback might be too early for it, but if Kayak keeps playing like this, I'm starting to believe. 12-3 at the moment. I mean, he is having a game.
Oh yeah, Fnatic have been one of the teams that have had reverse sweeps against them before.
Great shot. His first kill, right?
Sorry, Kayak.
But this time, they're attempting one of their own. You can't be a reverse swept if you're 2-0 down. There you go. More you know. But they have lost a player early in this one. Kayak has been pivotal in a lot of rounds, and Boaster's surprise factor is met with only further deficit.
Wayne got an extra there as well.
Alpha has redeemed them a little
Okay,
bit,
wait.
but even with Crashy's
Make
aggressive,
sure the spacing's good.
he's been caught by the cam. Forced to retreat, and while this round is looking bleak, even just escaping
Wait, what's that
might be
bounce off of?
difficult under serious pressure. He's aware that he's going to get peaked eventually, but I think he even ducked on camera to try and get out of the way of that shot.
Yeah, you can see him laughing on his way out. He knows he's lucky to be alive, but that ain't lasted too long. Time to flee. As Team Liquid make 3. Yeah, for Fnatic, look.
Yeah,
A lot
not
of
give
this
him
just
any
comes
extra
down to
orbs
the
on
mid
this as
fights.
well.
You start out with Kayak going down, and
Not
I
really
think that's
about
where
the
the
money
first
or the
domino
ults.
crumbles, and Liquid have their direction then clearly defined towards that A side. And I can't fault Kayak for taking it. He was 12-3, having a hell of a start. You know, that's where you got to start. When you're having a game, playing towards your strengths, playing towards those early fights, looking to force those engagements, but this time he gets punished. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it from him again, though.
Yeah, I think that was definitely like a domino effect round. Like, you lose him early, you're trying to recover.
Liquid? Mate, I haven't seen the B side for ages.
Liquid, and then they just run
Last
with
time I
it.
saw the B side, Alpha's
worked out
tagged with a
wonderfully
drone and
with
he's killing
this
3.
double dive when it's been on point. Good to see that as Camo getting back onto the board as well. As I said, he's had a woeful time in this map so far, and yeah, look, he's
Is Mini Boo a one-trick player?
Yo!
Nah.
Hell, bro!
But he's a great neon.
Bro. We should save, no?
That's like his original comfort.
Well, got what he wanted in the end. Well, players leaning back, and you might be thinking, at this stage
It's
of
a
the game,
rare
who
tech
calls
pause,
this
man.
tactical
It's been a while.
timeout? Is it Liquid? They win one round, but want to make sure they can bounce back and break the economy of Fnatic. Is it Fnatic not wanting Liquid to equalize?
Keyboard issues.
Or is it Camo building his keyboard? It is a technical pause.
How
It'll
tired
take a
am
little
I?
bit of a
Not even
breather,
tired,
perhaps
dude.
a welcome one at this stage.
Not even
For
tired,
Liquid, it has
Sonny.
been nothing but individual rounds scattered throughout a sea of cyan, and this is their chance to connect a second. The follow-up, gathering their breath, is perhaps a welcome reprieve.
Yeah, I think for Liquid so far, as I said, they had that sort of clutch round. They had the
chill
bonus
day?
that,
Yeah,
I mean,
this
it was
is
the
a-
same,
this is
only
the
just
easy
went their
day.
way.
There it is.
The
And we have this
crowds,
round.
man.
And so we're kind of talking at a point where it does feel like Fnatic are fairly firmly in control. So I think for Liquid building
Why are you
on
saying
this
that
is gonna be
Liquid won on
fairly important,
Corrode?
especially
Because the
when you
coach is
consider
a
a lot of the
sick
maps
man.
of Abyss we've seen
Why?
so far. That attack side has been stellar from the side of Fnatic. They've enjoyed running this sort
For the
of
first
jet
two games,
dive,
good.
leaving Alpha to sort of probe from behind. So
I was
Let's
actually
go,
waiting,
tech pause.
because it is often the Liquid fans, the let's go tech pause chat. We love to see it. Quick tip for those of you in the audience. If you are going to make a sign supporting the tech pause, cheering it on, probably don't do it in red. Our stage does go red, and it makes it a bit hard to read, but...
what color should they do it in?
White.
I don't think that'll help with the signs that we're giving out. I don't know if that'll work too well.
How many
but
rounds to Liquid here?
We'll see.
Need to
We'll see
hear?
eventually.
Honestly, I got no idea.
I think it was, yeah, it was a keyboard issue. It's something
I'm not
that,
even sure I've seen a neon
I
on
believe we saw
defense on this
Camo
map.
just playing around with, so
Probably pretty good at
hopefully
A though,
that'll be
right?
something that's done fairly quickly, and
Maybe it
he'll
should be
even
used
give-
more.
There we go. Oh, there we
Yes.
go. High five eventually.
I see
I
what
thought
the
we were going to
problem
have
was.
an additional tech pause
I'm
just
pretty
for the
sure
high five.
the keyboard was actually fine. Just the
Actually
RGB.
might be right on
it
B
wasn't,
as well.
It wasn't giving them the light. You need the atmosphere down on that
He
stage.
wasn't getting the...
Wasn't getting the rainbow.
If it's not flashing, then
No, I mean, what's
how
the
do you
point?
play?
White LEDs on my keyboard. Come on. My movement will undoubtedly be affected. 6-3. a
Abyss is the
three-round gap
most
between
picked
and
map
Fnatic.
this year.
Well, Kayak was shut down in the previous
Jesus.
round. Looking for that fight on middle. He was 12-3.
Get it
He
outta
felt
here.
confident, and it came out and tapped his head off. This round, he's changed things up because he's in the same spot. But he's got an op in hand. And he's not looking to give away those opening fights, but a smoke off on the left side, they can close the distance, start to get towards this door, break it into vents, and pressure Boaster. Now they get real close to Kayak, and he needs to land the shot, missing the first, but crashes.
No way.
He comes in, the guardian angel, to keep them in a 5v4.
Actually dashed into him. Dude, look at the HPs as well. They're unlucky not to get one.
To save him in a moment of need. There's bits and pieces of damage being done. Kayak, Tag, Boaster, Alpha, all within reach, but none of those opening fights have gone the way of Liquid. As said, it's just been blips, it's been individual rounds that they found, and unless they can turn this one, it could be more of the same. Now, I'm liking the position that's currently being held by Boaster. He's so passive, just waiting for anybody to try and cross him from behind. It does leave Alpha here on a little bit of an island, though, and that's the problem. If he gets taken out, there's much more of a chance.
I mean, it looks like they're considering him on middle. Did we miss something?
Let's look how patient they're being.
He's already fired a bullet, and he hasn't reloaded, so I guess it happened in middle.
But as all this is cleared, they might start to think it's
Or
open.
maybe not.
Camo free beyond the crashies, but now the whole squad surrounds him, and the AWP is the
it's
first to
unlucky. He
strike
actually
back
considered
as
it.
well.
Ball
The
goes
steel
out.
guard,
They think they're going to be
although
close.
shallow, it's making it so much easier to
Doesn't change
cover
too
that
much.
ground and make it towards the site. Much needed with time
Doable.
low, but with Nats the only one standing, an almost
it's unlucky.
impossible clutch
Oh.
presents itself.
Oh.
But Nats making the impossible look possible, but still one left.
They win so many clutches. 1v3 earlier, 1v4 now.
Nats leading by example as Liquid make
He's
it
just
to
shaking
4.
his head. God, they're stealing rounds, man. They're stealing them.
The same as the Wayne one. It's like they've gone from having a guy who likes to play smokes agents who can clutch like crazy, and they added in a
Dude,
second
Alpha
one
there.
just for
Why did he sidestep after his first bullet?
It's just absurd. You go swinging in, and every single time he seems to land the shot that just deals the death-dealing blow. Liquid go from what could have just been one
Okay,
and
Boaster's
done
had
to
enough, man. He gets the op out.
back on the ball.
Knife over
Once
towards
again,
A,
it's an
hits one as
opener for
well.
FNATIC. They are not wanting to let this slip, but just look at the swing coming out. They don't know Nats is there. Even still, it's only one this time.
Yeah, again, Crashies is to be commended. That quick trade. Last time he was ahead of the kill. For Team Liquid, it might look odd with the spike and spawn. They do have a TP and ult on Wayne to go and steal it back. But they've also got a speedster in the form of Mini Boo. Nonetheless, the issue here is not the spike. The issue is this setup. We've seen from Alpha many times before. This is
I mean, he
devastating to
could
deal
jump.
with.
He's
not
going to
only
avoid
gonna
this,
have
right?
A lot of control over that right side, the wall, keeping it safe.
You could also get
thorns
caught
that will
out
be
and it
put
would
up, but
look
now a
rough.
Flash, you can see it on the left, but they can't. And once this
Oops.
pops, big problems brew. But look who's tucked in the corner. Wayne couldn't come out to help because of those thorns. Alpha Air, oh, he's drawing blood on backside. But Purpo trains it back with 3 more to find, though. This round looks done.
Yeah, they know exactly where he is as well.
Oh,
The dark
I don't know, man.
reveals his position, and
He's some crazy
FNATIC
stuff.
players not wanting to give anything over. It might at least give him the plant, but it would lock him in position. It would let them know exactly where he
Yeah,
sits.
time's going to get too low and Kike's just going to run
likely
at
be
him.
a piece of utility that denies him planting exactly where he wants. No, he is going to get stunned up though. No escape.
it's a nice round from
Freeze the
Boaster, though.
kill could be. Last round was one to forget for FNATIC. They've at least got the lead.
Change up for him getting the op out.
Boaster's having fun at least.
Yep,
Oh, he's still going.
Practicing his aim, of course, very important. And I'll tell you what, as we go to stage shots, he's still practicing his aim. So watch out for Boaster, as he's hitting nothing but body shots. 7-4. FNATIC have the lead, guaranteed at the half. Wasn't enough on the previous, but 8-4.
Oh,
and
mate, not with the
frustration
mouse,
on the
bro.
other
Not
side
with
of
the
stage.
mouse.
Don't give us
Give me the
another tech
longest tech pause, bro. Yeah.
I said the LEDs are working fine. We're okay. We carry on. A 1 to play for Tom, and look at what they're coming in with on the side of Team Liquid. Looks
Jesus,
very
with a
scary. 3
mouse?
big ultimates, and very close to the others. But
yeah,
really, it's the Hunter's Fury that can change the round. The
Don't
other's
be
so
like Alex. Oh,
situational,
yeah.
and that can be instantly cancelled.
Said
by
that
the
he
dash.
had his
That's
hand.
the thing. He was so good with the timing of it that
He had his hand hitting the desk earlier.
Try and catch him now, but
That's messed up.
All it's really given is the space. Vakash has just sat back. They're playing for the retake, and that opener for free is exactly what they were looking for. Crashy's not even giving the fight, denying utility for the post farm, and Vakash found another. They're desperately trying to find ground on the Liquid side, find someone to fight, and Vakash is that soul! And in a blink of an eye,
Mate, the individuals, bro. It's been a map of individuals, really.
His teammate back. He should be able to know he's baiting.
Oh, no, it's smart from Bosta. That is smart. It's unlucky. That's again thin line between looking like an idiot or a genius. I promise it's smart.
7-5 at the half. FNATIC not down and out yet, but before we come back for the second half, we've got some special guests in the house. Let's give some special welcome to Mimi, Akita, and Drew from G2.
And after G2 qualified for Santiago in NA yesterday, I'm very glad to welcome the G2 Gozen squad
so
here
loud.
in Berlin. Akita, Mimi, Drew, what a pleasure to have you with me here at the arena. And Drew, the first question I wanted to ask you is, you know, in GC, we tend to have and take inspiration, you know, from VCT teams, of course. So I was wondering, is there any
They recorded
team that
this at the
helps you
worst
cook
time.
maybe, you know, on the inspiration side?
I mean, it's good to take inspiration from everyone. I think every region and team has something new. I'm going to say Brozen, G2. I think those guys are the standard for fundamentals, so it's always good to watch those guys.
Obviously, right? That is the PR answer, but we take it. There is a lot to take, of course, from the G2 boys. And
he's not wrong,
Akita,
though.
on the personal side, of course, it's a pleasure to have you here with me in Berlin, because we used to be teammates in Zerance, and you were playing solo duelist back then with a lot of burden on your shoulders. With G2, it has been a little bit different. You had Mimi on the Euro duty sometimes, so I want to have your thoughts, you know, on this double duelist meta. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I actually like the double duelist meta because like I'm the first duelist, so Mimi can fill the gap. If I wanna pick somewhere, she can go somewhere else, and like she can also play up, so I don't always need to do the hard job.
Yeah,
so
you have a bit more freedom,
yeah,
right?
I have more freedom, but in attack it's a bit harder for me, but it's fine.
Yeah, a little bit more teamwork and synchronization for sure with two duelists. Now, Mimi, I'm turning to you. You played so many grand finals in your career, right? You know these high-stake matches. So what makes it different, especially as an IGL, in those tough moments?
I think the most important thing is the confidence and the prep going into a grand final. If you're confident in your players and your prep and everything that you've done to psych yourself up, that is what really is going to make the difference in the game.
So preparation and confidence. Let's see between FNATIC and Liquid, who is the most prepared and the most confident. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck for playoffs next week, and let's see who takes the win between Team Liquid and FNATIC.
Yes, let's see who is going to take that dub. Nats leading the squad to a 2-0
I mean, do that.
advantage.
A Liquid pistol here makes this close.
It's looking like he might be hitting another international.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the way those stats have risen, and I almost feel like they would have gone higher. Maybe if some of those games were a little bit closer, it would have kept going up. He hasn't really needed it in some of the cases here in the first couple of maps, especially on Bind. I think it might be going off the chart. We might need to add a new layer after this. And in the round he won for Liquid, making things that little bit closer. That's what's been bringing them home. Like, realistically, if you're going off the early advantages,
it's a high post plant.
FNATIC could have won this 12-0, but those clutch plays, those big individual moments have made this one close. We're waiting to see if a fourth map will even be needed, or if Liquid have got their plans set on this defensive side.
Well, their defense has been, for me, the most exciting to see. Like, their aggression on the last two maps has been so consistent. Now, a lot of that was, you look at how they're trying to get out of those smokes, be it, for example, with a Sky Flash popping out. That enabled so many aggressive plays in the early stages of the rounds. Now, for Liquid this time, it's not going to be as easy to force those aggressive fights, but I would be surprised to see them put that
pressure over
aside.
towards
And as
A,
the round
with the
ticks
recon
on,
getting
50
shot.
seconds on the clock,
Push down
Lucas pushing
towards
up,
B in
Jump,
reaction, clear all this
all
over
the way up
towards
on
B,
That's
get the
allowing a
rotate
full
going in.
rotation to the A side, and this is what
They
I'm
got
worried about.
flood
FNATIC have had
cages.
issues with their plays being very telegraphed.
Oh, already.
Oh.
Vakash removed with a shock dart. A nice start to
It
the round.
did so much damage.
Spams are going to get him a second. He's been having his moments throughout this game, caught by his teammates blind, but if this is a rotation back, they're going to run straight into Camo. He's even going to
Chill,
slow
Camo,
them. There's nowhere to go.
just hide
They're
now.
boxed
I
in,
played so
and now
well.
the time is ticking too far. They need to either sprint it back in towards the A site and hope they can
Camo's
kill
played that
everybody.
lovely as well.
Well, or just
Oh,
give up
every
on the
single
round. It's
map.
left all onto Alfia. He needs to wipe out
Every single map would get that pistol. 1-1. 3-3 overall.
The distance now just 1.
Yeah, a very valuable pistol.
What's the theory behind Neon and Abyss? The theory is they haven't lost with Neon yet.
Again,
and they suck at this map normally.
That Liquid take from this point, that's nasty.
Yeah, that is
From
nasty.
this point forward, it's in the back of your
Go
mind.
back for more.
One round closer.
Doom Bros. Hello, man. Unlucky, bro.
To kickoff. Being the same old story for you. The kickoff curse, they call it FNATIC. They look great all year except right at the start. And even before kickoff, when we kicked off partnership, it was a grand final against Team Liquid after beating them 2-0 that FNATIC lost. The very, very first grand
Guys, you're
final
against
we
an
had
eco.
back in the Coliseum.
Push up.
Why are they
Like,
so
this is
confident against
an
ecos?
eco.
Why do they keep pushing
They are
against
going all
ecos?
the way round behind them in mid. This is a lineup of players. I don't even think they realize how many are here. And while
Jesus. Oh, God.
but Miniboo has
Spike
found
down.
the kill. Kayak will retreat, but they got the spike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boasters in defender spawn, 2 players on A.
And they're watching for it, by the way.
And
Wayne
Liquid
is locked in on defender spawn.
Yeah, this looks ridiculous. But it also looks exactly as I'd expect, considering how
look
Liquid have been
behind
playing.
you. He's behind you.
Don't do it.
Perfect.
Guys, there's 2 of them. There's 2 of them.
Double knife. That could have been history in the making. It is, however, an in-zone flawless.
Yeah, and that's behind you. What a surprise. Yes, you did.
Same, actually. Same.
And Jack Igo for the gun buddies. I forgot to thank you for mine the other week, Jack, but appreciate that. On 4 alt accounts as well.
Oh, no.
But 7-7.
Double knife.
It could have been
Double
beautiful.
knife. It should have been.
But I think, and it's a long shot here. It's a big guess. But I think Liquid might be
Bonus
happy
is
with
pretty
it
good.
anyway.
What's the
Yeah,
plan
I
for
think
this?
is that salty.
Send it
timeline
middle.
shows a battle for FNATIC.
FNATIC
But when
on
it
this
comes to
one.
late rounds, Liquid have
Just
always been
group
solid
up,
on this
send
map.
it B
It's where
as
they put
well.
up those numbers.
This is interesting.
as we
FNATIC,
come
when we
towards
saw them
round
put the wall
15,
here primarily, this time they changed it up
this
and
is
put
a
the wall behind.
must-win.
And Liquid have worked it out within the first round.
Into their pocket or
The
this
first time that
map
Alpha's
is
changed it,
under
I'm
threat,
pretty
and
sure.
that's a very, very solid opening kill. The flank now completely
Damn,
dealt
Alpha's
with, and
popping.
Alpha turns his attention to the site, making it look easy. FNATIC, like a hot knife through butter, they have completely diced the Liquid up in this. Every fight taken, every fight won. Bar a single. And the question of damage, I suppose.
Nice shots from Alpha on this one. Be interesting to see if he goes back for his original wall. Now he realizes that they know it's not there.
They did that relatively comfortably.
Yeah, that was a nice response. I think that's the one thing you can
he spotted
do
him so early.
against this sort of
Nice shot.
aggressive defensive side is the more direct hits. A lot of the time, you're either going to end up in a firefight or you're going to end up in an empty site. And both of those are absolutely fine
No, same wall.
from FNATIC's standpoint. It was his second knife kill. He could have got a 2 for 1.
Could have been his second knife kill of this map.
Okay, big buy
That
rounds.
round.
Also for Liquid's Econ.
8-7. This is where Liquid get the full buy back up. They didn't get much damage done in the previous though, so good signs.
It's a
early
nice
on
flash.
For that FNATIC attack. Great flashes bought them the first angle, but look at the rotates. Liquid seem to have their playbook in front of them. They know the hit's coming through. The rotates in, a pick already. The laneway is proving to be firmly under the control of Liquid. Another going in their hands with Miniboo, and now Wayne suspicious as this smoke is going to fade soon. He's holding it, waiting, biding his time, and sure, Crash
Oops.
gets
Dude, Miniboo's like, where's he gone?
afterwards.
It was a choice of dying to an opponent or dying to the ground. So if anything, it's good orb management from Crashies, but I'm not sure it was necessarily intentional.
There's a really good trade of Wayne from the grave of himself. Well handled. He set that all up. A mastermind.
But they were so quick with the rotation. I thought that Wayne was honestly going to be dead to rights immediately.
But he's nothing smashing. Look, he's smashing his mouse. Nothing.
Considering Miniboo was smashing
I was
his
going to
mouse
say,
a
mate,
few rounds
Miniboo
ago,
did it a
it's
couple of
quite funny
rounds
to
ago,
hear.
They
but
talked
so
about
good.
Matt's on his villain arc, and you can see him, man. He's having fun down there. He's poking it.
No, he is gunning for him, isn't he?
Start here,
Oh,
FNATIC.
boy. Well,
Send Kayak back to mid, a score to settle from that last half, and he's found himself a double opening. Adding to it is Alpha, and Wayne and Purpo, mere seconds into the round, find themselves alone.
Maybe the pointing and laughing was a little bit too much.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you've angered the beast. The man that took home the most awards in EMEA last year and his rookie year at the same time. And you have just witnessed why I like this. Just a pause from FNATIC. This team's used to playing in the late round. They managed to get that many openers within the first 15 seconds. And Wayne, he's almost walked past everybody. Just bypassing his position. They've sent out the wounded to go looking. Purpo's actually done all right there, though. He's taken 0 damage, got out. Wayne is being watched for, though.
That's unlucky.
And now they know where everybody is. They've seen both players. No need to refight any spot that they've already seen.
Wayne's going to be on B.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks
He's going to make it here. The worst part is Crashies goes to backside here. Wayne knife out, though. Should be dead. 2 rights, and it will be Crashies to deal the death blow. For now, I think Purple has an impossible decision to make. Even going for it at this point is completely null and void. Saving, again, they're probably going to be hunting him down, and they might even have heard those steps. I think Crashies might have. And considering the fact that he's 1 away from Hunter's Fury after that previous pick, you know that he's going to chase you to the ends of the earth.
I mean, this might actually work out for Purple here.
Not far away.
Their money's so low that if he can actually get some freebies.
That will help him out at least in the next round, but
2 would get him an ult as well.
Useful. Kayak's going to be the one taking the fight. Purple doesn't even react. I
yeah,
maybe
he's actually sleeping. Lovely flash.
Well, there it was. He's full blind. Completely blinded. Still wins the pick. Eventually, okay, he loses his gun, but he gains his ult.
Yeah,
it's not the worst case scenario for him in that moment. For FNATIC, though, that is the lead back in their hands. The back and forth in this second half continues. But the main story was those openers from Kayak. It is just sublime.
And keep in mind how heartbreaking it could be for FNATIC losing out here. They were 1 round away from qualifying there yesterday. Having to turn around this quickly, play that BO5 against, you know, to say historic rivals really is an understatement. I mean, these guys have been trading blows since Valorant began. And in partnership, it was Liquid to draw that first blood, an important grand final. They got one of the coolest trophies we've had in EMEA, going back to the Coliseum. And for FNATIC, ever since then, that final didn't go their way, and even getting to finals has been a tough situation when it comes to kickoff. They usually bomb out in the first few games.
Oh yeah, well, it looks like they're going to gamble wrong on this. Then they're going to have to retake with double judge, well, double shotgun.
This squad can never be denied. Starting slow, looking shaky, getting better as the tournament goes on, and that's going to have to be the story of this series as well.
I think each region still have their own specific playstyles. Yeah, pretty much, for sure.
That's one where, again,
but most of the regions now are trying to play a variation of Pacific's playstyle, to be honest.
One that FNATIC have struggled on, but in a best of 5, anything is possible. Now, you look at this defense. 4 players currently within this B site. The trips
that
were set
can't
on the
get
other
any
side.
worse, to be honest, for FNATIC.
They would be online unless a kill was found, but this is dangerous.
Keep an eye on the time. Shotgun on the site. Wayne.
The time ticking down.
It's in the smoke.
Ult online. A judge still in the corner. It's all falling apart.
13 seconds.
Down to 1. Just 1 health. It's enough for Wade to take out Crashies, and somehow they
it didn't feel out over towards A site. They kind of just gambled with it. Yeah, and they pick up so many guns. Been a couple of rounds where I feel like the calling from both has been a little rough.
That sign is brutal.
Dude, that sign is brutal. He's next to the Vitality coach. And the sign is when is Vitality playing?
Shock dart to 1 HP. Both of them sent in as well. He should have been dead to rights. And it's
what are you doing? What you doing, bro?
Damn, bro.
I muted that one real quick.
Force him down to an eco Kayak. Definitely got to keep an eye on him. He's looked pretty good with the ult.
But Team Liquid,
okay, they just go for the classic. Go for the A hit, knife in here. I mean, it's a 5v5 retake. We'll keep an eye on both of luck in middle.
They're avoiding giving him any chances here.
4v5 retake.
He's already made it to the backside. Now there's danger brewing.
Is there a gap in the smoke, it looks like? Good shot.
What a shot by Kayak.
Oh, dude, this movement from Miniboo. It's nice.
Makes it too hard.
Big Joe.
Good
Good trades.
But an immediate response.
Hunter's Fury
If
online.
they get a kill, they're going
Guns
to get
can be
tempted to
taken
use the
away
ult.
by
Obviously,
Alpha.
Crashy's not so much.
It's how much they want to gamble, especially with Crashy's not having a weapon. There needs to be a kill, and well, there is.
Very,
But
very
it's too
nice.
little
Just
too
non-stop
late.
trades. Yeah, pretty sure at middle there's just a
Managed to
gap here,
survive
right?
the onslaught of
Looked
the
like the smoke
Blaze
was too far to
And
the
now
left, and
they
he could
take
just
the
saw him.
lead, finding themselves just 3 rounds away from Masters Santiago, and sending out one of their biggest rivals, one of their
Well, not at all, not even close,
foes that
actually.
They have a pretty poor record against overall, but this squad are not going to give a damn, especially when you look at the likes of Purpo and Wayne, the opportunity to make it to that first time international, especially for Purpo. You talk about Wayne as a youngster who's coming up to the league for the first time. Purpo's been around the block for a long, long time. This has been a journey. Those 3 rounds are going to feel like an eternity.
Yeah, pretty sure since day 1. I mean, I remember Purpo's name circulating in the very, very early days. Back in the invite-only era.
Well, this is the thing. He was subbed in for Mech in the last map of an LCQ that would have taken him to an international.
How do you counter
in which he
Pacific's
lost.
playstyle?
That's the only map he played in
If
that
you're talking about comps, like a Sage or a Chamber should be pretty good against it.
Yeah, most brutal start to
But
a tier 1
you
career
gotta,
ever.
gotta be able to go
Now
blow
you
for
look-
blow
look,
with aim
he's
as
gone
well.
through
Can be hard.
Multiple teams fought back through the tier 2, now finds himself in a squad that, again, like Liquid are known for making it to those events. How much damage they do there, that's a different story. We'll have to wait and see, but making it there, that's already a great start. We've seen a lot from the Gentlemates guys today, the emotions of making it to these big events, making it to those
Alpha's
global
been
events.
frustrated the entire
Fnatic are
series.
no strangers.
I feel like the Corrode must have been one of the most
I wouldn't be the fool to count them out
most
just yet.
frustrating
The
maps
pause has
ever.
given them some time to talk.
They dodged him every single round.
And this has been a half of a map that they are normally very good at, but Liquid every time seem to be finding answers, finding impossible rounds.
You call a pause
Look
and
tilted?
Liquid come in
Yeah, it
with
must be so
immediate
tilted.
aggression.
Nats is close enough to hear that.
And the relay bolt thrown through, Neon sliding in and sliding right back out. The early aggression doesn't find anything, but look at the second layer. After tucking up in the standard chamber spot, now he's gone.
You got a free sub, probably. Demon 1 Glazer.
So much space,
Been giving him out
Alpha's ready.
non-stop.
We've seen that patience before as he sits and waits on mid.
Dude, my
Finally
Cypher's wall pushing at
rewarded for
middle
it.
and a double duelist comp. We got so much confidence right now.
A lot of space open for Fnatic to play with. The B site has a singular defender. Camo's opted to play with the Judge, which, hey, if he gets supportive smokes to help him, maybe that will hold some value, but as of right now, he is left completely in the dark without utility to play with, without any help whatsoever. He's trying to use the opposing smoke against them, try and hide within it, and there's a spike on the ground. He's done well so far, but immediately spammed down. The rest
Honestly,
of the
he
team
nearly got
only just
another.
getting into position.
Big Joel at heaven.
Looking to try and run through the smoke, but there is a man on the other side just waiting, and the hold is enough.
Nice shots on this.
Yeah, that smoke coming in a little late just because he was so
This is going to be cool though. Both teams got a lot of money for
He
this.
was over in A main, and it takes quite a while to rotate over into a spot where you can get that up. Just a second too late. And a 10 to 10 as a result, but it starts with Alpha just having that patience, waiting for the play down mid. After early A aggression being denied, Fnatic knew that there was likely to be more coming their way. Liquid's defensive aggression becoming predictable, I think a long time ago, but now being punished.
The problem is, Fnatic have been dealing with the same issue that Liquid had in the first half. It's only been individual rounds.
Have a mid push.
They've still got good ults to play with for this one. Hunter's
It's
Fury
relentless.
available, and this walkabout is happening
It's
again.
4 of
The
them.
drone being sent through to maybe try and deal with Alpha yet, but he is sitting so much further back. Shock Dart clearing
They
some
hear
of
a
the
drone
utility, but
middle
that's all a ruse. And in
pretty
the
early
meantime,
on.
That B site
It's supposed to, so
again
you know that
fairly
most
open.
likely he would call to
Fnatic might be
re-clear
about
it.
to try the rinse and
Surprised he doesn't call to re-clear it.
Those players are herd stepping. There's another drop towards the B site.
It's being
Emma
pinged.
has some info, but no, we don't see the rotate just yet. It will be Wayne who has to do it all, essentially. The
Yeah,
smoke
Wayne's
comes
gotta
in
do
too
a
late
lot
to
here.
properly delay them, and the flash completely blinds Wayne. He's dead to right, and B has fallen. The battle lost before it began, and with Camo down, the resurgence of
Yeah, might have
Fnatic
to
is
in to save this.
undeniable. Should be no surprise to see Nats here with that wall just fading moments ago. And even then,
Oh, he got an extra on that.
so it doesn't matter. 11.
Yeah, money's not great.
The lead is theirs, and at the nick of time, the sparks become a flame.
Yeah, it seems whatever was said in that pause is working.
Yeah, I think Boast is changing up his style a little bit. I think he's starting to get a read on what's going on.
They're not just dealing with the same player. There's different layers to it, but also I think just the pressure on B. Like they've noticed now that okay, they've been gambling a lot on that A site, having multiple players there, and then leaving Wayne, who, I'll be honest, so far has been incredible, but this time was dealt with. The round before it was Camo who was dealt with, and once they get into those positions, that's where it becomes so much tougher for Liquid. They'll take a pause of their own. Because this is the thing, we've witnessed it yesterday. It doesn't matter how close map 3 is when you're 2-0 up. If you lose, you lose. And then the momentum starts to switch. Then the doubts start to sink into the back of your minds. Talking moments ago about players like Purpo, players like Wayne, who haven't been to these global events, who haven't made it that far, who haven't had that pressure on you. Because, let's be real, even at this point, where both teams have gone
I'll
through
wait
a
a little,
lower
Brad.
bracket or dropped down
If we get a
into
fourth map, I'll do it then.
people look at this and go, okay, well, FNATIC would still be
Every time I want to do it
right?
as an interview,
They would
I
still
feel bad
be the
doing
team.
it on
They
the
almost
interviews.
won it yesterday. When you're 2-0 up, that's amazing. When you let one map slip, that's the door open.
Oh, the timeout.
You gonna watch the Clash
Now
games?
ended.
Nah, I'll take a bit of a
The
break.
timer ticking away once again for Team Liquid, an attempt
crazy.
to patch things up. 20 different TL players across 15 matchups, my
Yeah,
goodness.
that is
But I
insane.
think that also highlights how Team Liquid are a squad that have always been in the pursuit of perfection. They want the results towards the top, and if they don't get it, they're willing to make the changes they need to make sure they do next time.
Close.
The buy in this round for Liquid.
It's a bit of info for free.
Not the best. I think that was something that was almost definitely discussed. Do
do
we want to
they
risk it in this round and maybe have
keep
two
going even though they
not
hear the
perfect
Cypher
buys,
stuff?
Or do we want to go with the low buy and maybe have to fight for OT? They gambled on B. It's understandable.
hard
The last
retake.
couple of rounds have been late B hits.
Just gonna make sure Camo doesn't use his ult
This time
unless they
FNATIC
get some
swap
kills.
and directly hit A. They get themselves the space, and now they get the post as well.
Now you've got convergence path, but considering no big investment from Liquid, you'd imagine
Nice
they
shot.
keep it. Now a player down, that has to be a certainty. Let's see Camo move towards heaven, but they will be diving in to take the space, ends up losing his life. A trade at least, but Liquid, a man down, smoke now blooms. Spam's not good. They get close to the spike, but everybody's falling and they can't get back up. 12 to 10.
Right, so he goes at it. What is the next map?
They left
Breeze?
it close. I started
Take
to
this to a
doubt if
breeze.
we were going to see them show up here today, but 2 chances to at least lock in a map.
Yeah, we expected one of their choices to be clean. It's been anything but. They've had to fight tooth and nail for every single round, but now they sit just one away from
Probably
taking
gave
us to
away
a
the
fourth
game
map.
after this pause. It's crazy, come on.
He looks better on Breeze.
This is the
From
round
what
that
I've seen,
Liquid was
Liquid.
saving for. The last was a mix by pieces missing. Those ultimates were kept, not expended.
Last time we watched FNATIC, did they not
knew
have
they were fighting for OT.
Bekash on Jet, or did they
Unless
switch it
they
up?
pulled off miracles, as they have done. But they do have to be wary. FNATIC have been quite happy to go direct into
remember
these
if they
sites.
changed
And
it up
after
since then or not.
a few rounds of B, it's seeming like they might rinse and repeat the A site here.
They should have seen the shock went high, but that trip is still up towards the right side.
That was their
Getting
last
anything
time?
from it will be
Yeah,
difficult.
not
Purpo, the only man close by,
the
the
best.
drone is keeping
Okay,
it
well
back.
now we get the Waylay ult.
Get in
Waylay
towards
ult
the
into
side.
Neon send it.
That trip completely
Crashies might... Dude,
avoided.
why
I
is
say that as one
Crashies
gets caught,
planting
but
when
no
he's got
punishment.
ult?
In goes the
Why
convergence
do I see
path,
this
though.
all the
This
time?
is Liquid's final stand. They'll put everything into it, throw it all at the wall and see what sticks. Crashies stuck on site, Alpha by his side.
Great trades on this, man. It was all in the space of about 3 seconds. Yeah, a little bit annoyed at FNATIC there. I don't get what they're doing. I see this so often at the moment. It is annoying me.
Regulation for FNATIC.
Every single time we're going to pass, and it has to be in a certain position to use it all, and he's got to go plant.
Series in a flight to Santiago for Liquid. OT could seal the deal of a 3-0.
It was narrow margins, to say the least. It definitely helped out getting that convergence path. The reveal also giving up everybody at the end.
He's scared of my sabla. Oh, no, 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 no.
But they had to dump everything. Like, they have no ultimates to play with in this next round. Okay, FNATIC used a couple of their
okay,
own,
one more go at it. What is
they definitely have more to play
sure,
with going
Wayne
into
down
the
to a
final round
judge.
of regulation. And hey, they had a success on A, they had a failure on A, but they're looking to continue in that direction.
Might be another retake on this.
The shock from Purpo didn't land. The second
Problem is the
wasn't
retake
on.
should be impossible with
So
without the ults,
so
right?
much space. They can take presence on the side now.
This is nice from FNATIC. At least Crash doesn't have the spike this time. He can actually be in a position to use his ult.
Already there's TP coming in as well from Wayne. This is Liquid.
Yeah, we're learning on the fly.
Laying outside for the retake, but the spam's already dropped them. Hold on. Liquid are fighting back.
Oh my god, Mini Boo. What have you done? What have you done here? Spike down?
Stands for FNATIC. Crashies needs to pull out a play
So
like
fast
we've
from
never
Wayne to
seen
be here.
before. And with Wayne
Dude, Mini
tucked
Boo.
in with a judge and a firing squad on the other side. Overtime on the horizon and a new dawn.
Oh, Wayne, man. Sick round from him.
Liquid haven't given up hope yet. The 3-0
Okay, 2
dream
chances
is
for
still
FNATIC
alive.
fully gone. Gonna start getting a little stressed out.
The series between these two if we didn't have an overtime. But I have to say, I did not think we were getting there. I want to watch this from
it's nice from him.
Just fully taking over that retake. He got there early. He quickly maneuvered his way to the side the second he realized what was going on. But the fact is, pure insanity.
G2 in 2021.
On an individual
Even
level,
would that have been? Is that Ardus's G2?
And as you can see, 1,391 days potentially reset to 0 if Liquid can find 2 rounds in a row.
Alpha, you're playing the game of his life, man. It felt like all tournament he's been doing that.
Yeah.
28 and 18. It was Kayak though on the defense
Can't
that found
remember if
so
Ardus
much
had left
impact.
then
A
or not.
12 and 3 start. The op maybe didn't find its rhythm in
Mixer,
every
yeah,
round,
for sure,
but he
Mixer.
just needs one to give FNATIC that leg up, to put them closer to a map 4 and to at least take the pressure off. As now it really feels like Liquid just moments away from that 3-0, knocking on the door, and already this crack showing.
Whoa.
With Boaster down, this crack has become far too big to manage. Everything slipping into it, the hopes and dreams of FNATIC to break that curse. They might be ending here.
Oh yeah, the legendary Liquid lower bracket runs.
Okay, Alpha,
Something
it's
we've
redemption
seen
for
so
you,
many
mate.
times. Alfie
It
under
didn't
pressure,
go
he's
your
stunned
sight
up, but
for the
he's
whole of
managed to
Corrodes.
hide in the corner. He is completely isolated, completely
Okay,
alone.
it's not good enough.
It's only going to be the one. They needed
Dude, he
more
must
from
be
that.
so tilted, I'm telling you.
Camo, he's had a quiet game, but this attack round would certainly belong to him. And Crashies is even just trying to escape away. Shock darts into the corner. Utility being sent in to deny. And a swing surely coming. The
positions.
second Purpo has the contact. He doesn't even need the swing. Doesn't even need the
Oh,
helm.
what a
Nice
shot.
shot from Crashies.
Dude,
but there's
lovely
no more
trades
of
on
that.
this. I mean, this is Camo at middle. Yeah, look at him.
One
Just strolled through middle
from
and
3-0
popped 2 of them.
FNATIC and taken themselves to Santiago.
Too easy.
And in this round as well, the adaptations clear. That peak from Nats signifies they know your setup, brother. Alfier's had success there. We said how dangerous it's been in previous matchups.
7, you still can't beat me!
We saw it here as well, and then Nats waits for the flash. Once it pops, he swings, and the trade is there immediately. Very well handled. And if they get another overtime, something for FNATIC to consider. But now's not the time to think about that. The defense, that might have been the last time you get to play it. FNATIC have to fight for it. They have to
Well,
earn
they were
another
getting over
shot
towards A every
as
single
Liquid
time.
stand on the precipice of a 3-0, a victory over FNATIC that we have not seen for a long, long time.
What is their decision? On both sides of the map, they've been able to get in. They've been able to take space. They've been able to even get into a post plant, but those retakes, those fierce, fast retakes out from Liquid have been a nightmare. They've sent Crashies over towards this A side, the drone. We've
Into
seen
the
this before.
3-person stack.
Send it
Drone
through,
over towards
shock
A.
darts
Do they
to
budge
destroy
at all?
Purpo,
On B.
not calling for
Not
help.
even any
We've seen
movement.
nothing
No
else.
movement.
They've left
Purpo's
3
just jiggle
players
peeking from
into
heaven.
the back of this B side,
4-person
waiting
B
for the push
hold.
to come in. In fact, a fourth now rotating over.
What a flash,
FNATIC are
Jesus.
walking straight into the trap. How much
Oh,
can Kayak
God.
do? It's nothing. But Boaster's there with the trade. Even on a stack site, they're managing to hold on. As Vekas
Flash is there with another.
Spike planted.
Not dead
Oh,
in
his
the water
timing's really
just
good.
yet. Nats
Oh, it's a lovely
misses the
jiggle
shot
peek.
to start as well. FNATIC might just have bought themselves that extra little bit of time. Another shot at a squad that has never 3-0'd them, never looked this dominant in a matchup.
Yeah, let's keep on going.
FNATIC won't let them run away with it.
Lovely pickle. Danny say lovely pickle, G.
Now we look to that defensive
Words
side.
are hard sometimes.
I feel like we must see a change coming as Liquid last round, well, 2 rounds ago, seemed to have it all figured out.
This was the perfect read as well from Liquid. You have 4 players on a site that FNATIC go walking into, and again, it's solid work from Vekaj in more ways than one. A brilliant flash that probably should
Big
have
change
gone
up
to the
there,
opener,
but
even then
he's
it's his
doing it
fragging
again.
power that
He's doing that thing again. He's
clears out the
Astra.
back
He's
of
on
that site.
defense. He's bottom up in overtime.
is playing much further back, but Kayak is
Lovely
not.
flash on that.
That's Nats dealt with in the first few seconds.
Yeah, a little taste of their own medicine there. The early
Psych, thank you
aggression
so
that
much,
Liquid
bro.
have
Thank you,
brought to
thank you.
every map
Mate
so
for
far.
Masters.
Well,
I got
now
you,
on the
Psych.
defense, FNATIC pull it out. Maybe when it's least expected, and as a result, a 5v4. The Camo has been able to pull back advantages,
Prodigy, why are you
create
spamming
so
that?
much space, but they are grouping up to deal with them. Nice work by
trade.
Crashies to trade it out. Numbers still in favor of FNATIC, but no mistakes can be made here. These players on Liquid have already, even
And they spot the guy
individually,
Heaven.
won rounds like this, and now they're together.
Oh
Great
my.
damage from Wayne. It's starting to look spooky.
Silent
and
drop
around
here would
FNATIC were
be
favored,
pretty
and
big.
Liquid somehow still have a fight.
Silent
in
drop. Pressure created over
Ashes will be
towards
spotted.
Heaven.
Operator on
3+ and
the
hold it
retake
back.
also not ideal, but
Both
might
just a
work
retake
out.
with an
If they
op.
attempt to get aggressive,
Oh
it's a
my
missed
god.
shot.
Oh my.
Just take it
Bro.
over. Again.
What's he doing? Dude, the confidence in this team is just through the roof.
He's being flanked on. Purpo's coming in from behind. He is locked in a fight. And he doesn't even know he's already lost, surely.
Wow, and he loses that duel as well. Oh, that's a demoralizer, I'm telling you. Mini boost just run at
What
them.
was a solid start to the round, still goes in Liquid's favor. Another chance to close.
Ah, he did so good here though. This kill, this one, oh my god, like the whole round. Jesus, third
So
kill is.
heartbreaking for FNATIC if they let this slip. Not just being in a position where they were 1 round away from making it to Santiago yesterday. They were 1 round away twice from closing this map out, from continuing the series, from keeping up the good fight. But now, again, they have to climb back. A team known for playing from behind. Well, they're behind in the map, behind in the series, and it looks like their look could be running out. 13-14 and a
Didn't get it.
slow-paced attack, but the same
Too
for
high.
Liquid. We've not seen much from this defense.
They feel
in
like they
terms of
broke the
aggression in this
camera.
round, which is
Maybe both are close enough to hear it.
What are they up to now?
Last time out,
Maybe Alpha close enough to hear it.
walked right into the
Not
trap.
entirely sure doing so.
A 3-player setup still remains on B, with Miniboo being that rotator, the spike. Setup.
See one
Postured.
outside over towards A. Drone as well. You see 2 over towards A. Camera saw the. They saw 3.
They saw
Camera saw the
ruse in
Astra as
one
well.
direction and then went back, but the fact is Liquid have just stopped moving. They've stopped over-rotating, and now Miniboo even starts
40
going back in the
seconds.
other
Wayne has a
direction. It's the
smoke.
same again.
Maybe another
They're
one
gonna
coming up.
walk
And
into
oh, it's a good
stack
recon.
site with 4 players
Oh, it's
for
a
the
really good
second
recon,
time
by the
in a
way.
row.
Recon just played
Reveal
over
just
towards
went
A.
up
It's a
there,
full
deep in
person
A main.
stack
Now it's
again.
gonna be 5
Wayne
Liquid
has
know
Omen
the hits
flash.
coming in. They've read it. FNATIC's playbook sometimes open.
30 seconds left.
In open view of Team Liquid, but they've got the opening and another kayak. You put no
This little KO flash send it top of sight is so strong. Yeah, I think Liquid on their defense gonna have to do something. Not sure they can sit back and get wrecked. It's twice now they've lost a 4-person sight hold on B.
That is the second time they have walked into a fully stacked B
Yeah.
site.
4, almost 5.
And come out almost looking easier than any other round. Like, this was just utility being thrown in as much as possible to give Kayak the chance to find the kills. And he got
Body shot
every
in there.
single one they needed.
What is that? What the fuck?
Yeah, Alpha's expecting to have some late round impact, and there's nothing left to do. A good problem to have, especially
Kayak's
at
turn
this
on the
stage
op.
of the game.
I mean, the op makes
FNATIC
sense, right? They've been
fighting
contacting a
again
lot.
For that 4th map.
Looks like a bit of a changer from
Full
Liquid as well with
chance at the
5-person
reverse
just
sweep, and
send
will
it.
be Liquid
Pacing.
Quickly moving to this A site. They have hit the gas
Wow,
pedal
just
and their foot's not
actual
coming off,
W
but
gaming.
Kayak at least trades out the first fight. Yeah, two swing up.
Wayne wanted to make a play, and now Alfia's taken over, looking to do the damage, but he's been dealt with Miniboo standing. It always feels like there's hope. Going for the drone, getting them at least a little bit of information. Both to take at a deeper angle, but left with a solo fight. That operator looking to get back in, and now all that remains is Miniboo. We've seen magical moments from him all the way through this map. But on 70 HP, this might just have to be the best of them. And he has to go moving. The second this tapped, it's not happening. For the first time in a while.
And that's the round that people are looking for in terms of the defense rounds. Liquid got to change it up, man. Might be too obvious that they're gonna go aggro here, but we'll see.
They've had to close out this map while Liquid have been offered many opportunities here recently in OT. It was since before Liquid hit 12. Feels like a long time ago.
I'm not chilling, bro. This time I'm not chilling, bro.
Since FNATIC had the opportunity, you're 33 and 21 alpha. Nobody is accusing you of chilling. Not a soul out there. 15 to 14. Liquid won't be taking it chill either. A timeout called for them, as now they face potentially a map 4.
I'm almost wondering what they're going to say here, because in the last 2 defensive rounds they've had, they have perfectly read their opponent.
Yeah, I mean, they have to go aggro, but it's too obvious to do it early. And you know FNATIC are going to wait. You know FNATIC are going to wait for them to go aggro as well, so they've got to group up at like 40 seconds or something and push middle.
I'm guessing this is more of just a talk about maybe an idea, a change-up that they can make in that setup on B.
Or you just do a... Or you just send it, but I imagine FNATIC will wait.
Do we make a change, or do we just keep going for that B site hit? It has been so successful for FNATIC. Again, I almost want to look back to how Liquid started off the series. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, FNATIC have certainly shown their experience and the value of it here. A team that, because of the lessons they've been taught in the past, they never give up. That attitude's gotten them far, and now a reverse sweep needed to make it to Santiago, but it starts with this round here. It starts with this map for Team Liquid. They hope it ends here, but a big battle needed. And again, we're going to see this 3-man stack up towards B, but this time Liquid have doubled down. They brought the Cypher utility from A to B.
Knife, Fawn, smokes.
Nobody, that could
dash hard over towards middle.
Spiraling, but that's huge
Drone
information.
sees 2, so they know where 3 are.
Don't think it's going to stop FNATIC. They've already got 2 players, but it's about timing. Look at the hesitation. Currently, the defensive side are running around in the spawn. They're going back and forth in case they've lost mid control. Maybe thinking this is
my guy.
It's not Kayak again. It's an opener, but can it be turned by Miniboo? No, just the one this time. Camo already filling in the gap. Needs to turn around to try and find them on the side, and the escape might not be there. He's made it back into the smoke, and now Nats has found another. Somehow, they once again find an advantage.
Oh, Nats onto Alpha, and
What a round from Nats. Oh, what a round from Nats.
Overtime, 15 to 15, another
Keeps on going.
How many OTs can we find here on Abyss? It seems endless with the back and forth. I have to say, crazy for Purpo to stand there with the arrow drawn.
Yeah, a little weird when you see him spamming it from sight. Like, you should know what's going on.
Didn't quite expect to see 2
Especially if you
players
had
on
the
the
dash
other
in middle
side.
earlier.
The fact that Nats chooses this round to step up, though, it's a statement from Team Liquid. Lowlands looking stressed. Let's call back to the end of the last map where he was giggling and saying, what are we doing? Well, they were winning at 12-10. Now it's certainly getting to him a little bit.
Yeah, Nats is not doing 360 shorty kills anymore. But still, some of the stuff he does is just as ridiculous. While that was the first defensive round for either side, OT, all is forgotten. The rounds before mean nothing. The hero plays mean nothing.
Drone over towards A, but Nats can pretty much just check his camera at one point and see if anyone's holding it.
And just look at where Alfia's currently sat. Just in the spawn. Trying to get the right read on where their opponents are and maybe put their turret into the right place. Camo looking for that same early battle his opponents found just moments ago, and well, his ability to escape has dissipated, but he's just left.
He's just
fast replay for FNATIC. Did they really go all the way through?
Down.
Oh wow, he gets a
they've lost their flank protection. It's time to speed up, but right into the vice setup. And it's nice and passive as well from Alpha, like you said. Kayak instead the one to play off that utility. They said that there'd be trouble when it came to this setup, but not this time. The change from FNATIC finds huge success. And unless this impressive start,
it's
have an even more
not enough time, you would imagine.
With 20 seconds left on the clock, a spike down as well. It's impossible. It has to be. You can't even take that refract. It would end the round on time alone. 16 to 15. Another
See if
shot
they can
for FNATIC.
squeeze out another defense.
Oh, that is the 2000th kill for Camo, but it puts them now at a round deficit. And the main takeaway for me is there were moments ago where we were looking at Alpha, so far and above sort of anyone in the server, but in OT, Kayak has just gone mad. Like the 3K entry into one of the sites.
I got you boys on B. That's my side. That's my side.
The defensive hold there, as he said, is his side. And the deadliest of duos on that FNATIC side have stepped up. The question is, can they close? That has been the problem so far. Either side have had their opportunities for Liquid. It would be
been dashing top of side the whole time.
To that first Masters of the year.
Might actually be the change that wins them it.
The
The main thing that's been the reason they lose over towards B is the smoke dash flash.
Back and they go back to the B side. It's where they've been successful, but they need Kayak to stay alive.
He dodged that.
Vekaj is gone.
Oh, so is Boaster, so is Kayak.
That just did great. Dude,
like
that's wrecked someone at the back, man.
Left behind the smokes, way out of the play, and
ooh,
the big resurgence needed. Even that kill on the Nats unlikely to bring them anywhere closer, but without it, and the flank now known to be coming through, they are boxed in. They've got to come out swinging with no
Nice, dude. They refuse to give up on this.
16.
This is a good change, putting the trips there.
Let's go again. Another overtime. These teams impossible to separate, but again, as these rounds go on for Liquid, it's like, well, we got two more. You know, we can still win this. We got two more to go. Whatever. FNATIC, do or die. Every round.
They melted Boaster there.
Burning through their late game energy.
Bro, I just want this game to be finished. I don't care if we go third map.
You don't mean
You don't
that.
care if you go third map?
He said 5.
Oh, did he?
He said 5. I don't care. Why? There's no way there's no way he means that. Absolutely none. Shot dart early. A nice little pop flash, but a nice little bit of tickle damage to start off the round.
Nice, Nat's got an outlaw.
Players already here on A. 2 watching for Nats' lurk as well. And while they're not going to push now, they're going to have to wait a moment with losing those abilities on the way in.
Yeah, luckily I don't think Camo had put anything down. You saw him about to use his dash.
Outlaw. He is literally hunting for this operator. Oh my goodness, Nats! The first was just to deal with a guy with no armor. The headshot. Well, that was the cherry on top of the cake.
We talk about FNATIC burning them.
Oh my, dude, what am I watching?
These guys are just on a different level, man.
They're actually just on a different level. He buys an outlaw in overtime to punish an op. And his second bullet, he's killed the heavy armor with a headshot.
Snuffing out the flames of FNATIC at 17 to 16. Match
I will never question him again.
Santiago point for Liquid.
This was crazy as well. Like just the reaction shot from Camo. But find me another man on planet Earth who plays Cypher.
Don't pick me on me.
Who you see him buy an outlaw in OT and push mid and you go, yeah, actually, that's probably the right play. Like, there is no one else. There's no one that does that. And that was purely to counter
I've never seen anything like it.
Alpha in response
The confidence levels to do it is just through the roof.
It is another moment.
Buying an outlaw to counter an op in overtime.
And that's
where are we going again?
It's one thing to look at the gall of Liquid, the defensive aggression that we saw, but that play right there underlines it. It's what Nats is known for. He's had to temper his aggression over time. People figured out how he likes to play, and we always said that would be his downfall.
Spots one.
People realize, well, obviously he's always behind you, but he's reinvented himself again.
Gets weird on B here.
And now, as
What a
leader,
shot.
he's looking
Oh, good damage.
keep up the streak of internationals. A strong start, but FNATIC not pulling any blows.
Camo, man,
This
if you
means
can get
as
another,
much to
you're a
them
hero.
as it does to Liquid, but it might not matter. A 3 versus 2. Camo writing some checks for himself on
Staying alive. Oh, that's calm, bro. That's calm. They 3-0'd him. What a run from Liquid this was lower bracket, dudes. I'm so impressed, man. The coaches did mad work here. The individuals as well, the players. There's so much.
They traded series, but a flawless best of 5 is one for the history books.
When they first fell into this lower
That's so sick. Chat, people watching, we get the EMEA live draw as well for stage 1, so you stick around for that as well.
This team runs it back 5 games in a row versus a new build super team.
Impressive, man. It's so impressive.
Versus Mini Boo's
changing 3 players. Dude, they haven't missed international for a long time.
They went through them one by one.
4 in a row now, right?
Getting better as they went.
Demon 1 Glazer, again, my guy. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate the 5, man. Thank you for that.
Whether it was a dominant victory on their opponent's map choice with a new comp, whether it was ridiculous plays coming out
The
on
Neon,
Bind,
yeah, they adapted well.
OT
They worked out the win condition pretty early. Dude, Mini Boo, what a meta for him at the moment.
This team improves and this team deserves.
This has got everyone insanely confident so fast.
Well, it feels like
A big step up from everyone. Whoop, thanks so much with the, or Wop even, with the Prime. Appreciate the 3 months. Thank you, thank you.
Internationals to the global stage. EMEA with BBL and mates round out with some experience on Team
Very
Liquid.
nice.
But still, some new faces to that stage. Liquid with a dominant 3-0 best of 5. They take the final and the final ticket to Santiago.
Dude, Camo was like not expecting it to be this light. He was like, what the hell? Dude, another Masters. Dude, I thought they were going to have to take some time here. I thought it was going to take a time to get good. It's impressive, man.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling like a special moment for different reasons for players
Together.
on that stage. For the coaching staff, of course, this is a rebuild that had some risks about it. They made every single international last year.
nice.
Still opted to bring in some youngsters, bring in players like Wayne, who we hadn't seen in the tier 1
Lohan
before.
Goated. Dude, the 2 coaches are so good, man. Proven again and again and again.
A couple of years and turn him into something new, evolve him, as his brother said. Take Purpo back from that tier 2 and rise him up to a man who finally makes an international after so many years. And you know, they kept a couple of pieces, and that's, of course, there was no doubt the ability of this man, Camo, back to his trusty duelist as well. But it seems like, once again, this Liquid squad is heading to an international.
Rough start again in a year for FNATIC. Pretty much happens every year now.
Players, who is to doubt the coaches, who is to doubt everybody behind the scenes. This team is made for international events, no matter who.
Started off with a pretty bad meta read and then got better.
Team Liquid with an impressive
Dude, I'm so surprised they won it. They managed to win Abyss and Corona.
The kickoff curse continues for FNC. Meanwhile, Liquid keep on making it to these
They actually came into this having multiple bad maps and fixed pretty much all of them.
Representation from EMEA. The world better watch out.
The only one we haven't seen is Pearl.
Take it away with
I think Pearl's the only one left to fix.
Thank you, Tom and Mitch. Once again, the odds mean nothing in VCT EMEA. Team Liquid are the 3rd and last team that we're sending to Master Santiago. Congratulations, Wayne and Nat, first of all. And Nat, you guys came back from so far. You know, you dropped in the lower bracket almost 2 weeks ago, and then you made the historical run. So I was wondering, you know, how did you keep believing in the process, taking each game at a time and managing to bring such an incredible performance today?
I think we just believed, and from the experience last year, and personally for me, I mean, everyone, most of the people knows that I have a curse that I'm 1 year qualifying, 1 not, and
yes.
I actually decided this year to not be that year, and I wanted to prove the opposite, even though the start of the tournament wasn't the greatest for me, but at least the curse is broken. But for the team, I think everyone just believed after the game against Wolf that the game against Wolf, the games against Giants, when we start changing the stuff and they see the potential. And overall, I mean, there is no much point to just not believe in yourself and just doubt yourself and feel the fear, because there is no point of that. You win today, you lose tomorrow. It's a competition.
Part of the game, right?
Yeah, so you just, any way you play, you work every day, and we just, that's it.
Wise words. No fear of losing, only grinding, and that gave you success today in Wayne. This has been incredible, right? 3 weeks ago, you were considered as a rookie. The team even played without you their first game, and now you're in Masters. So how did that journey feel? And do you have any advice you want to give maybe to rookies that may be very envious of your position right now?
I think if I were to give advice to rookies, I think it's just to have some confidence in yourself and just do whatever you want. And the past few games, we changed a lot.
Yeah.
And I think now everyone is so comfortable. We're just playing our comfort agents, right? And we're just playing as a team, with confidence, and we're not letting the enemies play their game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we want to do.
Be confident and have fun, right? That's the key maybe to
Have
success,
fun.
especially on Co-Road. You guys made us laugh on the Co-Road comp. By the way, that was really fun. And Nats, I got
Nats
to
might
chat
be the
with
most
Wayne,
valuable player.
earlier on this day, and he was speaking
got a
about
strong
your
argument
words,
there.
the speeches
Look what he keeps
that
on
you
doing,
gave
man.
at the beginning of the games and how important they are for him. That you kind of his mentor in some ways. So how has it been,
Impact is
being
nuts.
Raiden's teammate? Why do you think he's an incredible teammate?
I mean, he's just an incredible teammate. He has incredible talent. He has incredible work ethics, I would say. And it's even though he came from the Tier 2 region, he came from the different region, and not Tier 2 region, sorry, from the Tier 2, from the Pacific,
Oh,
from
he
another
nearly got
region. And
clipped.
a lot of players, when they come to Tier 1, they take it as granted, and I wouldn't say that's about Wayne, and even without trying to make him good or something, but that's true, because there is a lot of people nowadays, they come and they think, oh, I'm in Tier 1 and I'm just not gonna do more. And I'm just gonna do what I do in Tier 2, and I think he's the opposite right now. He's working the most. He's trying to show himself, and I think that's how it's supposed to be.
Grinding mentality, right? Not taking things for granted. And my last question is going to be about, there's one more game going on in VCT NA tonight, which is going to be NRG versus MIBR. I want to have your prediction. Who will be the last team to join you in
They've been
Santiago?
working so hard, they wouldn't have watched any of it.
I mean, it's Gio Keiko is playing.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's why I'm asking you the question.
I cannot say anything else, right? I mean, I think NRG.
What about you, Wayne? You agree with him?
I think energy, yeah.
Energy, and you're going to be rooting for them even though Keiko is playing with them?
I want to play against them.
Oh, you want to play against...
He wants to prove Keiko that he wasn't the best.
Right, I love that. We're going to see, of course, if
Nice.
Energy make it. Thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations
live,
again, and I'm sure you will make us very proud in Santiago. But before calling it a day,
Make a picture with a trophy.
do you want to get a picture?
Can we get a picture with a
Yeah,
trophy
of
with
course.
him together?
Yes, of course. Go for it.
Well, is anyone making a picture?
Maybe people in the crowd. He wants to get a picture. They're
I
going to
think
get...
the guy already finished his work.
You're going to get a picture anyways, but before we call it a day, let's toss it back to Ginny for our draw show for stage 1. Thank you for having us. See you very soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lou, Nats, and Wayne. Welcome, everyone, to the VCT EMEA Stage 1 Draw Show. We have to set the stage for next
We've been
stage, so
trying to
I'm
work out
joined
what's
with
the most
Frankfurt
stacked group we
Rob
can get
Riot,
is.
competitive operations team.
We got a pretty
You're
good one in
gonna
Pacific.
be
America's
showing
was
us a
kind
team. So
of
the rules
split
are
up.
actually pretty simple. The 12 teams will be drawn into 2 groups, Alpha and Omega. Teams are seeded based on their kickoff
The
final
stack group
standing.
is probably
They're
going to be
then
whatever
going to be
Ulf
split into
goes,
6
I would
seeded tiers
say.
from
They get their
11,
full
12
team
up
back.
to first and second. The draw starts with the lowest seeded tier and proceeds upward. The first team that we're going to be drawing will be put into Group Alpha, and then the remaining teams are going to be put into Group Omega. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to let you start with Pool 1.
Yeah, shall we?
Foot Esports will be entering Group Alpha.
Do we think Foot
And that
or do we
leaves, of
think
course,
Pacific is
Pacific.
all stacked? Foot changed their team. I would say Pacific personally, but
All right, pool number
Maybe I'm
2.
biased.
Let's go. Either KC or Ulf. Which one will it be? KC.
KC.
Joining Group Alpha.
Okay, I'm thinking Omega's gonna be the stacked one then.
That leaves, of course,
Although KC got that
Both
harbor buff
esports?
coming in.
into Group Omega. Pool number 3 is going to have Navi and GX.
Give
to
me the
see
stack
who's
one,
going
keep
to
it. You're gonna
join
get the
Group
stack group,
Alpha.
mate.
Navi. Okay.
Ooh.
And that means GX
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough.
is going to Group Omega.
Does Elf get their rookies back for stage 1? Yeah, they're both back.
Pool 4. Okay, this is going pretty quickly.
Probably their two best
Heretics or
players.
Vitality? Heretics
Oh, Heretic should be happy with this.
into Group Alpha.
Nice group for them.
And Vitality.
Vitality. Oops.
Oh my
Vitality also with their
That was on
full
purpose,
team.
guys.
Sayonara will be
Happens.
back in.
Don't worry about it.
Omega is
50-50
looking
chance anyway.
rough.
Fnatic and Liquid are going to be in pool number 5. That's Liquid.
Dude, Liquid will be happy. So
Joining
Fnatic
Group
in the other
Alpha.
group as well. Wait, this
Leads.
group is good. Doesn't really matter about
Fnatic
BBL Gentamates. I guess to make it more stacked, it would be BBL. They're
Pool
pretty
6,
even.
BBL
Those are
and
close best of
Gentamates,
5.
the top seeds of VCT EMEA Kickoff. Ooh, who's gonna join Group Alpha? Oh, I think I saw.
Damn,
yes,
bro.
it's Gentlemen.
That's the stacked group. I think they got all of them. Apart from maybe Liquid.
And that leaves BBL, our final team in Group Omega, alongside Fnatic, Vitality, GX, Ulf, and Pacific. And Group Alpha is going to be Gentlemaids,
Yeah, keep
Liquid,
it. You got the easy group,
Heretics,
mate.
Navi,
Good luck.
and KC, as well as Foot Esports. Thank you so much, Jankut, for making this
Thank you, Genie.
possible.
Yeah,
and thank you
dude,
everybody
if
else as
I'm
well for joining us during
the,
kickoff.
like-
Let us know what you think about the groups that
Yeah,
we
if
have
I'm
for
Group
stage
Alpha, I'm
1 of
loving that,
VCT EMEA. That's it for now. But make sure that you support our teams in Master Santiago. It is going to be the first international of the year. It starts on February the 28th, so actually pretty soon. But
Group
before we
Alpha's
say goodbye,
pretty
we're gonna
open.
leave you with
Yeah,
the
because a lot
Razor
of them
and
should
the
be
Bay
making
highlights.
changes.
And we'll see you again
Well,
in Master
take
Santiago.
up in terms
on
of
stage
like
1.
strat stuff and for in terms of actual team. Alright, not bad. Okay, chat, we're done for a little bit. When I mean a little bit, an hour and a half until America starts. Last best of 5 of the day. America's after it is going to be the draw for Santiago. You would imagine people are saying Swiss and then top 4 go through with seeding as well. So Swiss for the 2nd and 3rd seeds from the regions. Okay, chat. Who should we raid? Got like an hour and a bit.
I mean, honestly, we just need to
Rocky streaming? Yep, there we go. Nice and easy. We'll leave us alone. America's in an hour and a half yet. Unless I got the time wrong. Hold up. Yeah, hour and a half. NRG against MIBR, 1 extra spot left. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Liquid. Big 3-0 as well, man. Actually get some time to eat some food. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll see you guys a little later. For people who are going to bed, it's not your time zone. Plat chat is on Tuesday. We'll be talking about all the teams. Okay, bye everyone. Bye. Take it easy. YouTube subscribe if you haven't already, and I appreciate all of you. If you have subbed as well, thank you so much. All right, bye everyone. Bye.